Testing, testing. All right. All right, there we go. My bad. Good morning, y'all. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Welcome back to another Facts and Stats show, 11 a.m. Eastern Time. I had a really busy morning. That's why I was pushing the show back a couple of times. Not a couple of times, but I pushed the show back to 11:15. As I had a lot of things to attend to and still do. So if it's like 2 hours, 3 hours, or whatever the case may be, that's the reason why. But we're going to get to everything that we got to get to, like immediately, right off the rip. No WNBA to discuss today. We straight into the action that we had last night, to be honest. So that's what this show is going to be about. We straight into the action that we had last night. Like, I mean, talk about a 2 games. Like, you feel me, Tony? A special day of hoops last night. Talk about, my hands too slippery. Fuck it. Talk about the 2 games that we had last night. So, yeah, that's what we're gonna excuse me, get into today. Um, the Miami Heat finally did something right, man, when it comes to like making the game competitive, but not just winning though, losing. You know what I'm saying? As a Heat fan, we all damn near wanted the same thing. So good to see all the Heat just be on one boat or one bus together and rooting for the team to lose at the end of the day. Shout out to the Hornets, by the way. Shout out to Deni, Avdija. We're going to get into all that in a second. If you're watching on YouTube, make sure y'all hit the thumbs up button on this video. That helps the algorithm out for anybody that's surfing on YouTube to come across the show. Be willing to type in the chat. Be willing to listen in. And more importantly, be willing to join the stage. Anybody is welcome to join the stage. I built this platform on the mindset of speak your mind. Just want to give anybody a platform around the world to speak their mind on the various topics that we have or we speak on throughout the show. Tonio, what's the word? The various topics that we speak on throughout the show, whether that's NBA, NFL, WNBA, college basketball, college football, you know, your little bit of boxing, your little bit of MLB, whatever the case may be. So, and I have a lot of different people that come on, especially throughout the years, that came into that side of this very own platform and spoke their mind on numerous topics, you know. So, just thank y'all for all the support in that aspect. Also, you guys can extend your support by doing a couple of things on the YouTube side as well. You all can send super chats or super thanks at any time. The amount does not matter to me. I'll be extremely grateful, I would say. You also can become a member if you're not a member already. The link to become a member is in the description on this video for as low as like $5 or something like that. Also, if you're watching on Twitch, feel free to hit that follow button. We have 1,866 followers. As you can see at the moment, 73 out of 100 subs. So if you are not a sub, feel free to become a sub. Majority of you all are subs. As I see the Fact and Stats logo next to like damn near everybody named that type for the most part, with the Amazon Prime logo. How can you become a sub? Nightbot just dropped that link in the chat. That's how you become a sub through Twitch. I will say that if you have Amazon Prime, you should sub through Amazon Prime as you get 1 free subscription per month. You just have to renew it every single month. So you get 1 free subscription per month. You just have to renew it when you notice that it's like it ran out or it went away or whatever the case may be. And or also you can gift subs on Twitch and or YouTube. YouTube is gifting memberships like Q Sims did. Twitch is gifting subs. So keep that in mind. Other than that, as far as the show today, guys, we're going to be talking about the Hornets and Heat play-in recap. That was a wild-ass game. A wild-ass ending. Wild-ass fourth quarter finish. Wild-ass overtime. Like, wild-ass. Like, that was just a game to watch and enjoy, to be honest. Charlotte was lit last night. That arena was lit. Also, we're going to talk about Deni Avdija dominating the Phoenix Suns. I mean, he dominated the Suns. I enjoyed the hell out of that game. But it was one thing in that game where I feel like somebody made a mistake. It was one moment in that game where I felt like somebody made a mistake. And like, once I saw it, I said, oh shit. Like, you don't do that. Cause like, you just wait, gang. You don't showboat, you don't do this, you don't do that until the clock hits 0. And Royce O'Neal, I think Kamar threw a horrible pass and Royce O'Neal got the steal and like walked into the 3. When Royce O'Neal walked into the 3, it made it 98-87, I want to say. It was an 11-point game. It was either 98-87 or 97-86. It was an 11-point game. And Royce O'Neal did this. He looked to the Blazers sideline and was like this. Us Heat fans can tell you. Al Horford did that before, and it did not end up good for the Celtics. Once Royce O'Neal did that, Blazers turned up. Completely turned up. So, yeah, man, we're going to get into Deni performance, Drew Holiday and company. Jalen Green having a hell of a game. Dylan Brooks being good offensively for the most part, although he did foul out, obviously, super duper late. And then Booker stinking the bed. As you see a couple of comments in the chat, your man Booker is super buns. Booker is some shit. That does not bother me, y'all. Honestly, I don't give a damn. It's like when people comment about Booker or Luka or Trey or Kate or whoever, what I'm supposed to say? No, they're not. Like, no, I'm not. I don't defend Devin Booker no more, guys. He got lapped by his peers, and that is okay. It's not that deep, to me at least. But by all means, did he have a bad game yesterday? 100%. Did everybody got the right to bash him today? That come on the mic potentially today? 100%. And I'm not gonna say a word back to y'all. Trust. Y'all can say whatever y'all want to say about Devin Booker. This is the platform to do so. Speak your mind. Kennedy Carter to the Aces. Okay. She back into the W. Not only back into the W, she's back on the Aces. Not back on the Aces, but going to the Aces. Okay. Shout out. Shout out to the Aces for giving her another chance, man. I ain't gonna lie. She shouldn't have been out the league for a whole entire year. Man, stop being scary. It's the playoffs. Get into it. Get fired up. That didn't make them lose. I didn't say that made them lose. I just said that gave me a memory from when Al Horford did it. That's all I said. Roy should get fired up. Roy should get turned up. But I'm not saying that's why they lost the game. But that turned the Blazers up 1,000%. And you gotta remember that was a real back and forth game. We saw the Blazers have a double digit lead, in like the third quarter or something like that, maybe even the second. And then after that, we saw the Suns have an 11-point lead in the fourth quarter, and then going like a crazy run, like midway through the third. They went like a 24-4 run. It was insane. So that game was full of runs. Like, that's what basketball is all about. A man lapping Booker next year, that's fine. I think we reached a point to where like we too obsessed with like comparing players and things like that. I don't even know the last time somebody even said they heard me compare players. Like, I don't even. There's no point to that anymore. At the end of the day, we are blessed to watch the NBA, bro, and or NFL. And there are a lot of good basketball players and a lot of good football players. I do not care to compare players no more. Anybody can lap Devin Booker. Anybody can be lapped at the end of the day. She got her attitude together. Like, yeah, that. By all means, y'all can say what y'all want. Trust. With that being said, y'all, though, if you want to join the stage, feel free to join the stage. We're going to go ahead and get right into these games right now. We also have two more series to preview. So after the Hornets and Heat play-in recap and the Deni performance talking about the Suns game, we're going to jump into the Cavs and Raptors series preview finally. That's 100% guaranteed. And depending on how the show go, the Spurs and Blazers 2-7 might be tomorrow because we're also going to get the other 2-7 matchup today as well. Tonight, I'm sorry, which will be excuse me. Again, it all depends on how the show go, though. But for sure, we're doing the Cavs and Raptors today, which would be the Magic or Sixers versus the Celtics. So just keep that in mind, y'all. Magic or Sixers versus the Celtics will also be tomorrow. And I might just say the 2-7s for tomorrow, which is Thursday, and get the last 4 or 5 out the way. And have 2-7s for Thursday and have 1-8 for Saturday morning. Right now is like a 55% chance that I'm going to do a quick show on Saturday morning for that first game at 1 p.m. So just keep that in mind too. Because we're not going to have no other time to talk about the 1-8 matchup because we're not going to know what it is going to be until after the show on Friday because the games are Friday night, obviously. So just give y'all a little insight on that. So instead of just having Magic and Celtics tomorrow, we can have the 2 games recap with 2 series versus having 2 game recaps today and 2 previews and only 1 preview tomorrow. So I rather might just do 2 tomorrow with 1 game. No, 2 games, I'm sorry. And yeah, so forth. So I think it's all going to work out. And one of them might get pushed to Friday to make it even better because it's not going to be a game to recap on Friday. Yeah, it's not going to be a game to recap on Friday. So yeah, I might do it like that. At the end of the day, we at least got 3 things to talk about. 2 games last night and 1 game at least, or 1 series at least to preview. And gotta conclude the show as I got a lot to still get to after the show. But that's why the show got pushed back today. I was having a busy morning. Here nor there. Feel free to join the Discord, guys. I'm going to go ahead and get into my own recap of this Hornets and Heat game to start the show right now. Oh, 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 oh. Why you had to go? Oh, oops. I did not mean to do that. All right, here we go. All right. Last night, y'all, we had the up and down Miami Heat for the season that they had. Shit, not even just this season. Not even last couple. The last 4 years they had been relatively mid. Justin Achilles, what's the word, brother? Did we make the finals one year coming out of the play-in? Yes. Do the Miami Heat believe in tanking? No. Do the Heat need a star player? Yes. Did Shams report yesterday that Pat Riley said that he are going to be seeking a star player this offseason? Yes. Are the Heat going to land a star player? Probably not. Therefore, as a fan, you got to at least try to appreciate some of the players on the team and or try to hope that they can draft some of the guys that you like so you can still have a reason to be happy watching Miami Heat basketball. I'm more so at the last part. Like, I still want to at least be happy watching Miami Heat basketball. So, before we get into the game last night, I'm going to just show some facts about the Miami Heat real quick. As their season is obviously now over, and it goes to what they're going to be trying to achieve this summer. So, Kevin O'Connor tweeted after the game, big summer for the Heat ahead. They'll be on the Giannis sweepstakes again. Obviously, we're going to be seeking a star player. Something to keep in mind, though, Miami hopes of landing Giannis could depend on whether the NBA flattens the lottery odds, since the Heat never bought him out, which I said earlier, we don't ever tank. Other teams don't view their future picks too highly under the current rules. Flatter odds, especially if the playing or first-round exit teams are involved in the lottery, would increase the value of those future picks. That is true. They are expecting to change the draft lottery structure or system or format this offseason, guys. Also, after that, either way, this summer the Heat will have lottery odds in this year's draft, which is a fact. I'm first and foremost happy about that. First and foremost, I'm happy about that. Let me clap real quick. I'm praying there's a way that a young fella named LeBaron Philon can make his way to Miami. Also, the Heat will have the ability to deal first in 29, 31, and 33 drafts. So that's 3 first-round picks we have the ability to deal, plus swaps in 28, 30, and 32. So expect them to be aggressive with those picks, and obviously in a pursuit for a star player. But assuming we will keep our lottery pick this year, which I would like for us to do, I am hoping that they're in a range to where they can get a guy like LeBaron Philon, or we at least get 10 or in the top 10. At the end of the day, right now I think we're at 13. Right now we're at 13. If the Clippers lose today, the Clippers are 8-9. So if the Clippers lose today and the Warriors win, then obviously the Warriors will have to then beat the Suns. But let's say the Warriors and the Clippers both lose, then the Heat will be penciling at 13. Usually when you're 13 or 14, you really don't move for real. So you got to do a little prayers there. But you really don't move too much, to be honest. But again, still, you got to do a little prayers there. So yes, the OKC can pick in the lottery this year if the Clippers lose tonight. Just keep that in mind, too. Also, the Warriors, if they lose tonight, they also are projected to have, like, at least at the moment, the 11th pick in the draft. That can be a good for their franchise as well. So, to the Heat, though, at least we're picking within the lottery this year. I really don't see us landing a star player this offseason. Don't even know who will be available. Obviously, things change. But the biggest things available right now this offseason coming up is Ja Morant and Giannis. And I don't think Giannis is as realistic. Well, he could be realistic, but if they didn't pull the trigger at the deadline, I don't really see them pulling the trigger in the offseason. Honestly, when we're going to offer pretty much the same package. But to the game last night, though, and they didn't have interest in Ja. To the game last night, first and foremost, shout out to the Charlotte Hornets, man. They deserve all the flowers. They deserve all the credit. They deserve all the praise. And I want to give that to the whole entire team, but specifically Miles Bridges. Miles Bridges damn near had like the game of his life. His imprint was all over the game. Now, obviously, he could have had a better game throughout his career, but for the moment that this is win or go home, do or die. They haven't been in no scenario like this in a while, so this is probably one of the biggest moments or biggest games of his career. Down to game saving block, down to big buckets, big threes, big defensive stops, rebounding, scoring. Everything was on display for Miles Bridges yesterday. That was a real example of a guy being a two-way player in that particular game. And that's exactly what he was. He had 28 points, 9 rebounds, 4 stocks. That came with 3 blocks. And I really can't do nothing but really praise his performance last night. On top of that, LaMelo Ball. One thing I noticed with him last night, even just noticed with him, but in that game last night, he didn't want to lose. Miles didn't want to lose. So he shot shots by any means. 31 shots last night, especially when you have your guy, Con Knipple, like, be as poor as he was yesterday. Like, Con was stinky yesterday. Like, he was really rattled yesterday. So, Ari Shearer, kid, he was really rattled yesterday. So, I mean, but that's why you go out and you get a guy like Kobe White. I don't think, with all due respect, not even think, I know Colin Sexton would not have been able to rise to the occasion like Kobe was able to do for the Hornets last night, and then also throughout the season since he's been traded to Charlotte. I respect Colin Sexton as a basketball player, but I also do believe Kobe White is just a better basketball player, even if it's by a little bit. I think Kobe's just better, point blank, period. And he was big yesterday. Kobe don't make that three with 12 seconds to go, the game is obviously over. I thought the game probably was going to be over because we had like a 6-point lead or a 5-point lead or something like that with like a minute to go, or a minute and a half to go. And Charlotte just did not back down. They didn't back down. Usually, them 3 players, B-Mill, LaMelo, and Con combined for like 10 or more make threes on literally every single game since I brought it up to you a couple months ago. They always make at least 10 or more threes in that particular game. Last night, that was not the case. Obviously, LaMelo being 2 for 16 from 3 and Con being 0 for 6. B-Mill did come up big for them with 5 for 10 from 3. If he didn't make that big shot down the stretch as well, they probably don't win that game. So, shout out to B-Mill, shout out to Kobe White, and obviously LaMelo had the game-winning layup in overtime. It was a crazy basketball game. Like, you felt like Charlotte was going to win the game at points in time in the game, but the Heat stuck around throughout the whole entire game for the most part. And then he had like a bit, well, I would not call it a big lead, but it felt monumental probably, as I'll say at the time, with like a minute and a half to go or something like that, y'all. And I think like Miles Bridges missed like a corner 3. And then Grant Williams did some fuck shit in the paint and missed. And he got subbed out. And then like all this happened like within the last 3 minutes. But listen, they hung their hat on their offense. They made play defensively due to Miles Bridges. And Diabate also had 8 offensive rebounds. That was big for them. And when I get to the Heat side of things real quick, I will always say, they've been fucking up as an organization, and I want to see how they fix it. Really, all I can say, because Andrew Wiggins, that part of him being on the team, that's 100% fine, right? Because you trade and you get him and the first round picks for Jimmy. That's a win in my book. Like, that's a plus. Like, that's not that bad. You know, at the end of the day, the Norman Powell thing, you basically get him for free. Cool. The issue is though, and I always said this, and I will keep saying it, and I'm glad that I don't have to see it no more. The issue is him and Tyler Hero coming into the season, wanting to be starters, expecting to be starters, and also then starting in the backcourt together. And as we can clearly see last night, they don't play well together, and they're just not a good fit in the backcourt together, point blank, period. Both guys are bad defensively. Both guys can be inefficient in some ways. Both guys can make a lot of mistakes. Tyler Hero was not good yesterday either. Yeah, he rose late and hit that big corner 3 and had a couple other big shots. That don't really mean anything to me. I'm over the whole little Hero, Powell, thingy majiggy, whatever you want to call it. Norman Powell is also an unrestricted free agent. So, again, I always said I would have traded him at the trade deadline and or look to move Andrew Wiggins. We had a high, we're not going to say high, but we had a reasonable asking price for Wiggins that the Lakers and some other teams probably just did not want to pay. Kelly Ware, though, he showed the flashes. That was a good takeaway from that game. Ware showed the flashes. 12 points, 19 rebounds, 5 blocks. Was not in a possession late when LaMelo made that layup. And then also Spo opted against calling a timeout after LaMelo made the layup to get guys like Tyler Hero or whoever else offensively back on the court. He opted against it. We had a timeout. Donovan Mitchell tried to take it full court. The rest is history. Shout out to Andrew Wiggins, y'all. Andrew Wiggins hooped that whole entire game. I was impressed with his performance. But at the end of the day, there's no way that we'll be able to run this team back right here. Even if Wiggins was to opt in this deal, 3 of them guys got 2 out of the 3 got to go at least. 2 out of the 3 for me. If you want to like really try to build your team the right way, Hero, Powell, or Wiggins got to go. 2 out of the 3 at least. Norman's unrestricted. Wakers can opt into a deal. Hero's going to be seeking a contract extension. So they got some tough decisions to make this year. Oh, Davion Mitchell. My goodness, how I forget that dude. What a performance he had yesterday too. 28 points, shot 24 times. He hooped his ass off yesterday. So I went to the Bam thing. My last thing I see Jordan Low up here. To the Bam thing. I mean, I don't really have no. I don't really have any. I don't really have any comments on the Bam thing, to be honest. Uh, they showed another video throughout the season where LaMelo clipped Bam up earlier. I don't know what's up with LaMelo in that. Eric Spoelstra obviously went off in the pressure. At first, when I watched the replay, it looked like Bam was slipping anyway, and then LaMelo just grabbed his foot. But then there was no reason for him to even grab his foot point blank period. Like I think like LaMelo literally grabbed it, and I think that caused Bam to go back like that. So yeah, spoke pretty much like us not having our best player on the court at the time. But we still had opportunity to execute and finish out the game, which we obviously didn't. And then Jordan, I only meant like didn't want to lose by him shooting the ball so many times. That's what I meant with Khan struggling. I put it like that. But yeah, I'm not saying LaMelo had a crazy good game or anything like that. Really, it's Miles Bridges for me. Like it's really Miles Bridges as the best player on that court last night for the Charlotte Hornets. I needed every single bit of his offense and defensive production he provided last night. So, yeah, man, that's all I got to say about the game last night. Again, we're picking within the top 14. Our last couple of picks in that range was pretty good. Hero and Bam. Both of those guys turned out to be all-star level players. I think we got Weir at 15, I want to say. 1 year. Oh, yeah, Weir was 15. So he wasn't in the lottery, but our last two lottery picks, Hero and Bam, both turned out to be all-star level players. This draft is a good draft because we can look up and probably move to 8, 9, or 10, and we can probably get a guy one day that can be an all-star level player. So it's loaded, it's deep. At the end of the day, I know one thing for certain: the Heat are going to draft a good basketball player, and whoever we draft this year is probably going to be our best player off our bench next season. I mean, it's just facts are the facts. Whoever we draft this year, if we keep the pick, will be our best player off our bench next season, assuming they don't start. Because it won't be Larson, with all due respect. Fonchekio, Jovic. I don't think Norm will be there, so I'm not going to say Norm name. Yeah, whoever we draft this year, if they come off the bench, they'll be our best player off the bench. So they'll be able to have an immediate impact for this team, or be able to play basketball immediately for the most part. So yeah, that's pretty much all I got to say about the game, bro. I passed it to Low or Jordan Woods.
I think that LaMelo shit was shameful. I,
Yo,
I
no,
don't.
go ahead.
You said we said what, Lo?
I say go ahead. I didn't know you started talking already. You go ahead.
Oh, okay. I don't got much to say. He should have been thrown out the game. Like you can't let that shit like that happen. If because it was blatant, and then he go to the press conference after the game and said, "I didn't really know where I was." And they asked him, "Well, were you checked for a concussion?" He said, "Well, no, I didn't know how concussions work." Like, nigga, what? Like that? He literally said that word for word, bar for bar.
Yeah,
That's how the sequence went in the press conference. Like, he's a
Hey,
weirdo.
how was that bad on him though? If anything, like that should be bad on the coaching staff or something. Man. Like, what the fuck?
No, I'm not talking. No, I'm talking. I'm saying that because I don't think the nigga telling the truth. That's what I'm saying.
Oh,
He
oh
got that nigga lying his ass off. I didn't know where I was. Yeah, I'm sure, sir. I'm so sure, brother. Um, I thought he played. I thought he played. I think he was him and Miles kind of helped him win that game. LaMelo is just a very either the dumbest smart, the smartest dumb, or the dumbest smart basketball player I think in the league, bro. Because he he has great vision on the court. He can touch the paint whenever he want, but just their approach. And I get you play your style, but with Bam out the game, they really should have blew them out when the game got close. Miami fights, but this spamming them threes when you just didn't have to. Instead of they were touching the paint pretty much whenever they wanted to, when they put their mindset to touch the paint, and that's when they were making a lot of their threes. If you notice down the stretch, when they were making their threes, outside of Kobe, who made a couple just ridiculous shots, all the other guys when they made their threes, it was from them touching the paint and spraying out, and they just kept going away from it when Miami was getting back in the game. It made no sense. Most are like 16, 17, 3-air shit. Like they really could have blown that game open, but Miami also just fought as well. So shout out to Charlotte for getting it done. Khan wasn't good. Kobe gave him a spark off the bench. LaMelo made a
why do
couple
you
good
think that
plays.
was though? That con wasn't good. You think it was the defense or he just the nerves? It was just a big moment.
I don't even think it was the nerves. Khan has had some games the past month where he struggled. Like I think he might be hitting a little bit of a wall late. I think that's kind of what's happening because he's had some games as of late. I think they flashed it on the broadcast. He was broadcast or Twitter. No, it was Twitter, where I
Yeah.
saw like I can't remember how they phrased it exactly, but like some of his worst games have come in the last month. Basically, that's the best way to sum it up. Because they were comparing him to Cooper Flag, and like how Cooper Flag, some of his worst games were early, and some of Khan's worst games were recently.
Yeah, one thing
Um,
that tweet before you finish. One tweet that was tweeted during the
yeah,
game. It said Khan was shooting 28.7% from three over his last 70 attempts. So that wall late that
yeah, he
Jordan
go,
was referencing.
yeah, yeah,
Damn.
yeah. He going through a little slump. I think he hitting the wall. I think he hit the rookie wall late. I think that's what's happening to him. But yeah, because he didn't look nervous or anything. He just like he was getting to his spots and like fucking missing. But yeah, that's really it. LaMelo made some plays late. His game is just frustrating sometimes. But that style of play, I mean, as long as you stay in the game, some of them threes gonna fall at some point.
Yeah,
And that's
they get enough up. It's like and what's their coach's name? Is it Charles Woodson?
Charles
Charles
Lee.
Lee. Yeah.
Charles Lee. Charles Lee.
Low. You can go.
Uh, I don't know, gang. Like what you just said makes a lot of sense. Like, I'm 100% with. Like when Bam went out the game, the paint was fake sweet. Like Khalil, he tried. Don't get me wrong, but like, bro, ain't nobody scared of no damn Khalil way down there, bro. And Musa had a really good
They
fucking
had
game,
him
like
scary at 5
especially on the
blocks.
glass. Shout out to him. Shout out to him, brother. But Musa had a really good fucking game, especially on the offensive glass, which definitely helped them stay afloat and got them a bunch of second chance efforts as well. Melo's he has some ups and downs. I'll be real with you. Me personally, I didn't have any problem with him shooting 31 shots. Did I feel like some of them were ill-advised? Hell yeah, but I mean that's just part of his game. You're gonna have to you're gonna have to take it. Like it's what comes with LaMelo Ball. When he comes out there and he wants to shoot 31 shots, which he really only he normally wouldn't have took that many shots. By the way, he really only took that many shots because Khan wasn't on shit. I think Khan was like 0 for 5 in like the first quarter, and after that it was like I ain't gonna say he was scared to shoot, but he just he ain't had the same. He just knew it wasn't his day. I don't know. He just knew it wasn't his day. That's the easy way to put it. Like a nigga like B Mill, and also they sort of went away from the sets because they normally run a few more sets with Khan than they do with B Mill because B Mill was just more of a B Mill gonna get his no matter what. Like he touched the ball, bro. He knows he has a chance of scoring that bitch, and it showed a lot last night too as well. He had a bunch of timely threes actually that kept him in the game. Kobe White. Man, that nigga Kobe White came off the bench. I think the first half he wasn't really on too much, but that second half when they really needed him, bro, he put together one of the hottest shooting stretches I've seen him have this season. I think he was pretty damn good. Man, but the Heat, bro, the funny thing is, bro, about Miami, before the game started, bro, I told 11-10. I said, bro, can y'all not be weird today, bro? I know how y'all always want to try hard for no reason, bro. Like stop, like don't we ain't trying to see all that. And lo and behold, bro, these niggas always on some try hard shit, bro. Motherfucking Davion Mitchell, Andrew Wiggins, Norm Powell out there trying to really make this shit like they really trying to act like they don't want to go home or something, bro. Like just chill, gang. Like Andrew Wiggins carried them pretty much the whole first half. What's it called? Tyler Hero came alive a little bit down the stretch. Davion carried it pretty much third quarter up to like late fourth, but he did a little bit in the clutch time. But Tyler, what's it called? He was big in the clutch too. He had a couple big clutch buckets. But damn, bro, I mean that was a really good game. They went to overtime. Y'all gave shout outs to a lot of good players. Grant Will. He probably won't get talked about too much, but he had some dumb offensive plays. But he did make some. He did make some good plays on the defensive end. So I want to give him a shout out for that. And what's the other guy's name? Sion James. He was a good. He made some good. Him and Grant made some good defensive plays out there because they tried to down the stretch at least maybe once or twice. They took Melo off the court for some defensive possessions. They kind of went Sion. Especially they took Khan off the court too. They didn't go Khan down the stretch too much. And I think they gave Grant Will that spot just for the defensive versatility. and they were pretty good, bro. Can't wait to see this team play whoever's next. They definitely stole one. This was way closer than it should have been. But you just got to credit Miami, man. They're a real scrappy team, and they fight hard. And you got to give that credit to Spo. I'm done.
Appreciate that, brother. We are joined by Unc OG and Wes on the stage. Either one of you brothers can talk about the game or ask some
Real quick, Ev.
There you go.
One thing you had mentioned, I forgot to say. There was disparity. We don't quite know. I don't think it's been confirmed. I haven't seen it confirmed. Some people on Twitter are saying that y'all didn't actually have a timeout, but the broadcast was just asked, so they showed you had a timeout. But I got to confirm that. I got to go try to confirm that. But it was a couple reputable people that said it, but I got to confirm it.
Well, I'll probably believe them then, because I'm like, I don't think Spo would have did that. But on the broadcast photo, you will see that we had the one timeout. So I don't.
Yeah, that's what they said. They said the broadcast was wrong because the broadcast was the technical difficulty. They was basing the broadcast on bullshit. So
Okay,
I'll try to confirm that.
Nah, good. Thank you. Good. Okay. So that made me feel a little better about Spo, because that was rather interesting to try to have 5 seconds ago and take it full court and not at least try to get Tyler Hero or whoever else back on the court, because we went the defensive lineup out there. So, okay. All right. That made me feel a little better about it. Both of those fellas just dropped probably accidental. So we'll see if they come back up here. I'll try to hold off a little bit. But the Hornets do move on to play the Pistons. The Hornets do move on to play the Magic and or Sixers. Whoever lose tonight, they'll play the Hornets for that final AC. At the end of the day, that game will be on Friday, guys. So just look forward to that, while the Heat are looking forward to the offseason. And I already listed out everything that they're going to be trying to do or looking forward to do or could do now this offseason, with more flexibility from a draft picks being traded perspective. Also then having a lottery pick in this year's draft, and trying to trade Hero and whoever else for Giannis and things like that. I think it was Hero and Ware and company for Giannis at the deadline. They'll probably try to pick those talks back up. I don't even think landing the star player that Pat Riley wants will even make this team be contenders or be really good, because say it is Giannis, okay, you have Giannis and bam, then what? Like I don't know what that even look like. So we will see. They have if they don't even have a lot of things to answer, what they need to do is right in their face. It's really just that simple. It's about them doing it, and then my organization just don't believe to do stuff like that. So it is what it is. Again, to Charlotte though, big shout out. Just heard from Lowe and myself and Jordan Woods. B Mill big shots, Miles big shots, LaMelo. He was really good from two. Like Jordan said, he was a walking paint touch. LaMelo was like, what is that? 10 for 17 from two. He was really good.
Yeah, he was getting 2 feet in the paint whenever he wanted it to, man. Yeah, for sure. They couldn't guard him.
Yeah, they could. He was shifty. Yeah, I just wish he tapped into that a little. I didn't have a problem with 31 shots either. I just wish like 5 more of them was in the paint. That's my only issue.
Yeah, because he was good, really damn good at getting to that paint and finishing over the defenders 1,000%.
Yeah, and he was. I mean, even with the shooting woes a little bit, he was really good at playing. He was playmaking his ass off, bro. Getting 2 feet in the paint, driving kick, nigga. If Khan was hitting, nigga, he could have had probably he could have ended that game with 15 plus assists, bro.
And I wanted to comment on this, and I'm glad somebody just responded. I need Hornets versus Pistons first round. Yeah, I don't see y'all hyping around that series as much anymore. To be honest. Like I know y'all was waiting and anticipating for that over the last couple of weeks, but nah, I think.
What you mean you don't see the hype though? That's gonna be a good series. That'll be a good series.
Pistons gonna clamp their ass, bro. Pistons get them out of there in 6, bro.
Pistons gonna play good. I mean, the Pistons gonna win, sure, but man, the Hornets gonna give them some bump.
Nah, the convo around that series though, potentially 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago, was like, oh yeah, if the Hornets see the Pistons, the Hornets can beat the Pistons. I don't think so.
I don't know about beating them. That's a tall task. It's gonna be entertaining though. The Hornets are gonna make it entertaining for sure.
Yeah, they will.
Yeah, I think they can. Are they back up here? Okay, now. I think it'd be a good. It could be a good, but they still gotta get there, bro. Like they was like, Hornets supporters were talking about that shit yesterday while the game was. I'm like, damn, y'all gotta win this game and the game. Yeah, just get there first. No, it'll be interesting because they're gonna have a 1 or 2 games where they just spark, and it's not gonna be shit.
Yeah,
you could do.
They get up a lot of fucking shots, bro, by design. So it's like whenever you're getting up that many shots, bro, you're gonna have games where them bitches fall. Like
and how many times did they turn the ball over yesterday?
The Hornets had 27 turnovers.
Yeah, and that's what I'm about to say because
Sorry.
that's difficult to do with that style of play. Okay, somebody bigger. I'll just close it here. That's difficult to do with that style of play.
Six,
Playing
six,
that up
six.
tempo and that fast, and only having 6
Yeah,
turnovers. That's the key for
They
them. If
only
they
had
can do that,
6.
yeah, six.
yeah. If you can do
I
that,
thought this
then you
nigga
can.
said 20 something. Damn, that's all right.
You're gonna be in the game. You shooting 51 threes, only had 6 turnovers. You're gonna be in the game.
You take care of the ball and you get that bitch up. Yeah, you for sure gonna be in the game.
All right, we are back.
And
Joined.
that's what I think is gonna make a Pistons series interesting, bro. Because the Pistons force turnovers too, though. So it's
Yep,
like,
exactly.
you know, like who's going? Somebody got to give.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And I think, and me and Good. Well, we can talk about that later. I know you're trying to recap this show.
All right, what's the word? What you got? Any words you want to add to this Heat and Hornets game that we had last night? That was stellar.
Good morning, fellas. Honestly, I picked the Hornets on some like, you know, city stuff, city pride. You know, they're the team. Well, I'm not in Charlotte, but they represent North Carolina, so whatever. But I did say several times like I felt like Miami could take it. So salute to Charlotte for holding Miami off and coming back. Also, like they show incredible grit, show great fortitude. But that team still has a ways to go, bro. Like,
Yeah,
granted, they're young, so they're supposed to be going through learning phases and learning curves. But this is my biggest. This is exactly why I have an issue with LaMelo Ball being my best player. Like, I would never sign up for that. Um, he had one of the worst, best, or best worst games you could ever see. Like he was so bad and so good at the same time in that game. And the roller coaster that he provides. But to you all's point, protecting the ball was key. And shout out to, Brandon Miller. He doesn't get to the free throw line nearly enough, so I don't think he'll ever have the like I don't think he'll crack into that next tier of upper echelon scores. But I mean, his shooting special, 5 for 10 from three, big shot after big shot was there in the moments. Miles Bridges, what a hell of a game. Kobe White, as people had said, and I'm gonna shout out Musa. Diabate really did his big one. Stayed relentless on the glass, and yeah, it'll be interesting, man. It'll be interesting, but yeah, let's hope that I do think it would be more exciting for the league. So let's hope Charlotte can get past the loser of Orlando and Philly. But yeah, Charlotte's just they're a mind f word of a team. But exciting game. Shout out to Heat too. Davion Mitchell, Khalil Ware, crazy on the boards last night. Andrew Wiggins looked like the player that people say he could be out of Kansas. Um, some special stuff, and y'all lost your best player. So I don't think LaMelo should be suspended. By the way, I heard Jordan say that earlier, but yeah,
No, I don't know if he should be suspended either. I thought he should have been thrown out of that game though. Like it's weird to not throw him out of that game, call whatever in that game, and then come back and suspend him. That's kind of weird to me. So I don't know if he should be suspended either. But I definitely would do him out of that game because it was too clear. It was too blatant.
and when he did that, they didn't even call nothing, right? Like, did they even look at it for real?
Nah, they just kept
Nah,
playing. I mean, I
yeah,
think it was a foul on him,
Nah,
wasn't it?
yeah,
'Cause
but I'm saying
didn't he
like
get pushed into
I'm
there?
saying they didn't review or nothing like determine LaMelo for anything, right? Or claim for anything. They didn't even look
nah,
at
they
nothing.
didn't. That's why Spo
Yeah,
was so upset.
yeah, they didn't even look at nothing. Like that's weird. I ain't gonna lie. Oh well. But then they want to say today NBA's gonna look into it. What are y'all gonna do? Fine them? Like what can happen? What can happen
yeah,
at this point?
like what you gonna find? Yeah, what you
Yeah,
gonna find? Like
like
yeah,
what can
right.
happen at this point if he did? Like if y'all do determine that he clipped him on purpose or whatever.
Assess a flagrant that will impact him for the postseason,
Yeah,
Okay.
and a fine or a suspension, which I think the league, and this is for what it's worth. Well, I won't even go into that, but I just don't think it will be appropriate to suspend um, for the league's sake, like you
Oh,
lose
yeah.
out in that instance. I can't see the league doing
And
that.
that's suspended for what? The playing game, so they lose. Like, come on,
Yeah,
man. So now they won't even be in the playoffs. Like,
but I
maybe if
mean,
they're
it would
only
be
in the
his
playoffs, I
actions.
can see 1 game suspension. Okay, he missed game 1, whatever, maybe, possibly. But to suspend him for the playing games and now they can't even make the playoffs, nah. Like,
Yeah,
I think
they're bet.
I think that'd be malpractice.
You just mentioned something that's interesting. I wonder if they don't suspend him because of the fact that it's a playing game. I feel like if it was I feel like if that was a 7-8 game and they were moving on to play it for sure series, they would suspend it for game 1.
Yeah,
But because
facts.
it's a
Like,
Yeah,
that'd be
yeah,
cool.
yeah,
yeah, but because it's a one more game, they might just say, heavy fine,
yeah.
whatever.
Meanwhile, the Heat are feeling like they got fucked out of a playoffs potentially.
Chill, bro. Y'all,
Yeah.
bro, chill, bro. What was supposed to happen, gang. Chill.
I said that's how the Heat feel, gang. What happened was perfectly fine with me, but that's just how Spo and company feel. That's all.
Unfortunate.
Yeah,
Injuries
unfortunate.
happen.
Shout out to the Hornets though. Only thing I didn't like about that late down the stretch, y'all. What was that play? Not even that play. They didn't even run a play. I remember at the end of the fourth quarter, they had the ball. What was the final shot, y'all? If y'all remember.
For who? The Hornets
Davian,
or for y'all?
Davian,
No, the Hornets. The Heat.
Davian.
Maybe y'all missed some shit.
Oh,
No, the Hornets. The final play in the fourth quarter before it went into overtime.
Oh, Kobe
Kobe White.
on that side, on the left in the left corner.
The side out of
yeah,
bounds where Kobe hit that
that was
screen.
their last shot.
That couldn't have been. Hold on.
You said in the final play in regulation or in overtime?
Regulation. They didn't run a play. That's the point.
Yeah, that was their.
It
No,
was
that was their final
side out
shot.
of bounds. Kobe White.
It was
That
Kobe.
was cool because then y'all dribbled the clock down and Hero took a 3 to end the
Oh yeah,
game.
And missed.
Yeah, Kobe took that shot. Kobe took with because that was a
Bro, that shot was crazy, bro.
because that was a dumb. Everything about that shot was just dumb. But he was.
Bro, he took that bitch early in the shot clock. He wasn't even looking at the rim when he started shooting it. Like, that shit was terrible. Like,
Asked that shit though. So
nothing but that. Laced it. Like, that shit is crazy, man.
oh shit.
He was doing that at UNC West.
Man, he was great. He was great for us.
Nah, I hate. Nah, he one of them niggas I hated. Bro.
Yeah, he was great for us.
Hated that nigga.
All right, we're gonna go ahead and get into game 2 last night, where you seen the title of the show.
We got two nail biters in one night.
Deni Avdija dominates Phoenix, or what did I tweet?
Something like that.
Yeah, Deni Avdija dominate Phoenix. I can't see what the title is on Deni. Yeah, I just put him dominates. Man, yeah, bro. I was watching that game yesterday, bro. I ain't gonna lie, nigga. That's why watching the games are important. I'm gonna be the first to tell you. When he made the All-Star game, I mean, we was talking about him potentially make the All-Star game or not. And we're like, man, he ain't making no damn All-Star game. But then we were like, well, he'll probably make it because of the foreign thing or whatever it was when we talk about the Deni Avdija thing. He had a really good year. 25, 26 points per game.
He had a really good year. I'm about to say,
yeah,
he was deserving of being an All-Star without that, though. He had a really good year.
Yeah, but I'm just talking about that combo that we was having that particular day. In regards to like Deni making it over like Kawhi or whoever the other names were that we were listening at the moment on the list that we had did. But yeah, man, watching the game though, like that nigga is so damn good at basketball, bro, and he get downhill like no other. Like that's why you can see why he has the paint finishes around the rim when it comes to points. You can see why he gets to the line so much this year. And let me just provide some actual facts real quick on the line thing. He probably averaged like 8 free throw attempts per game.
He's crafty
he
too.
averaged 9 free throw attempts.
He's very physical and he gets crafty around the rim. You damn it got a foul.
That man had a big uptick. He went from 5 free throw attempts per game to 9 and shot 80% from the line, and then averaged 25, 7, and 7 basically on the year. 24, 7, and 7 basically on the year. Man, he with that performance last night that I saw was special, bro. I ain't gonna lie. To be on that court and not only be the best player on the court, because he was the best player on that court yesterday, he willed them to victory. You know, he did that. 41, 7, and 12 last night with 2 blocks. If you look at the game, like I said at the top of the show today, this game was full of runs. You would have the Blazers go up double digits at some points in the first half, or even early on in the third quarter. Then you had the Suns going that crazy 24-4 run in that quarter, and then you had the Suns go up 11 points in the fourth quarter, 98-87 after that Royce O'Neal 3, and then you had the Blazers just damn near take over the rest of the way. I was watching the game like, man, they got a really good team. They got a really good roster. I like Scoot's minutes yesterday defensively. I think Scoot had a really good game with 3 stocks, only 17 minutes, but he had a good game. Drew Holiday, 7 for 18. We don't be fooled by the box score. I think he had a good game yesterday as well. Hit timely buckets in the first half and also in the second half. Jeremy Grant, big corner 3 down the stretch of that game. And Shaden Withers a chill 12 points. Nothing crazy. He was plus 19 and 21 minutes off the bench. The biggest issue for the Phoenix Suns was Jalen Green was the best player. And that's not a knock to Jalen Green. It's more so a knock to Devin Booker. Like, Devin Booker did not match Jalen Green's energy the whole entire time throughout that night. I think he had, and I know Wes would know, but like 23 or 24 points in the first half. After that and 1-3 to the end. He had like
22.
Oh, 22.
22.
Nigga had 22 in the first half.
22 points in the
You talking
first half.
about Jalen?
Yeah, Jalen Green.
Okay.
22 points in the first half, and Booker never matched his energy as his quote
Booker had like 16 in the first half, though.
Yeah, 16 on 6 and 9 at one point in the first half.
Yeah,
Yeah,
his
okay,
biggest
okay,
issue was
I'll
his
put-
second
The
half.
second half was when he got really bad.
Okay, my bad. Thanks for that cleanup. But in the second half, then Green was good the whole entire game. Booker wasn't. To me, Green was good majority of the game. But Green missed some shots later on in the game. I would say probably in like the fourth quarter or maybe even the third it was. But at the end of the day, I would say overall he had a good game.
He was fine.
Yeah, he had a good game. But he had a good game.
Yeah.
Overall, he had a good game. But Booker on the other side, though, I mean, for me, and I don't remember the score, y'all, but I know he missed 5 free throws in the game, but he missed one that was late that was just bad. And he went up to the line, and I said he gonna miss one. And it was a bad call, too, by the ref anyway. I'm not gonna lie to you. So it really didn't, like, the refs tried to save the Suns late in that game with a bad foul call on Booker, where Booker went to the line, and Jeremy Grant got fouled in that corner 3.
Yeah, that was the one right after Jeremy got fouled,
Yeah,
I think.
that's exactly what it was. It was right after Jeremy got, and I'm like, damn, like, nigga, Jeremy just got fouled, and then you go call that ticky-tack foul for Booker to go to the line. Granted, Booker missed one anyway. I think Booker was just bad yesterday, man. Like I said, Dylan Brooks, he also hit some big moments, had some big shots in that game. He did foul out late. It didn't really matter on that last possession. Jordan Goodwin, I would say he was decent for them. When Jordan Goodwin got that and one, great call, by the way, by their head coach. Great out of the ATO call for Booker to find Jordan Goodwin on that baseline. That was a great play call. He had an and one reverse layup with the left hand. I'm like, okay, the Suns probably got it. But then he came right back and he had other plans. So, man, really, man, just Booker, bad game. Can't miss 5 free throws. Can't get outplayed by 2 players on the court, if not 3. and still expect your team to be able to win that game, you know? So, yeah, man, that's pretty much
Why you say Dylan Brooks getting fouled out didn't really matter? That mattered a lot.
No, why I'm saying that because he fouled Deni on that it was the last shot. It was like, how many seconds was it to go? It was like the last shot for the Blazers. So like Dylan Brooks on that next offensive possession, it was going to Green or Booker.
Well, we're gonna talk about that. That is one of my biggest, like, I always pick notes when it's playoff time. That is number one on my note sheet. That last possession. Oh my gosh, I had so many issues. And it's only about the personnel. The personnel on the court and how they were utilized in that instant. Like, the play they called, if you're going to go with that personnel, like, or if you're going to go with that play, you should have different personnel. We'll get into that because I don't want to bore people with the last, final play of the game, a full breakdown.
Come on, this play, the Deni layup?
No, I'm talking about the Suns.
Yeah.
The Suns' final offensive position. And really, good play, good design, etc. I just hated the personnel. We'll get into that. We'll let the rest of the people, talk about the game, get their breakdowns.
Yeah, for me though, y'all, that's majority of what I had to say. To be honest, the Blazers advanced to play the Spurs. So after the game, Deni said the Spurs they're a really good team first and foremost, but they are a young, inexperienced team as well. So it's going to be a fun series. And I think it will be an interesting series. Obviously, we all will have the Spurs winning that series. We'll probably get into that. But yeah, man, I just want to highlight Deni's performance last night on the screen, as you can see, and his ability to get downhill and finish around the rim, from a crafty standpoint, like Lowe said, and just him being him. Looked like a real star player yesterday. So, future is bright in Portland, man. Future is really bright in Portland, especially with Dane coming back next season. And they have an array of young talent. Tumani took a leap this season. Shaden got hurt again this year, but he'll be there next year as well for the most part. Clinton down low got better this season, although he wasn't the best last night. He only played 22 minutes. I think he had like 2 points or something like that, but Deni stole the show. So
10 rebounds.
And Drew will be there next season as well. Drew will be there next season, but he's still on the contract. So assuming he's still there.
I like both of these teams, man. I really like. You need teams like this in the West. These are teams that I could see being a team that upsets somebody in the future conference to round out a conference. You can't just be top heavy. So teams that are always going to give other teams fight. So that both of these teams are going to be that to me, Blazers and the Suns.
What about Utah?
Only thing I got to say, you said what?
What about Utah before you go?
Oh yeah, Utah, yeah, for sure. Yeah, Utah for sure. Absolutely. The West, man. The West is gonna be if everybody stays healthy because we've been saying that
What
for a
about
while.
Dallas?
Yeah, Dallas too. That's what made me say the healthy part because I think Dallas can be in there too. But yeah, the West can have some fun, some other fun teams that just aren't. They're not star heavy, but they well rounded. But only thing I really want to add because you broke it down pretty well. Is really a question for you because you're a Booker fan, and there's not no like Booker slander or anything. Do you feel like he has less? What's the word? Fuck it in his game than he used to. I see him blend in much more now than I used to. It seemed like last night was a night where down the stretch I would have liked to have seen a little bit more of that dog.
Fuck it.
That's actually a good question, bro. I ain't gonna lie. But this is what he do though. So to answer your question, yes. But he only does it on certain occasions, and that's not a good thing. I'm making that very clear. So when he knows he's going against an array of like wing defenders or great defensive teams and things like that, like he will play within the system or play within the offense or not have that fucking mentality to like kill or be killed. Like, you know what I'm trying to say? Like, I'm gonna go down swinging, I'm gonna go down shooting. Like 17 shots, nah, hell nah. Like nigga, Jalen Green took 29. Like what the fuck?
Yeah.
Like hell nah. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, he does have less of that in his game, but you gotta think about it. Like when he know he's being, but he was guarded by Thibault, and I give him no passes by the way. But Thibault, Tumani.
Who gives a fuck though? Yeah, like come on though, like come on.
I
Who cares?
just said I'm not giving him no passes by the way, gang. But he does that in moments like that. I'm not saying it's not a good thing at all. But that's why a player like him needs to play off of a player. I did like a point guard setting him up and things like that versus him being the guy that has to do that. I'm not saying he is that right now. Well, he was that for this season, for this team for the most part. But yeah, man, I will agree with what you're saying basically at the end of the day.
Okay, yeah, that was my biggest takeaway from the game because he had it going early, and I felt like okay, Booker, he here tonight, like he's going for it, and then it just kind of.
Bro, that nigga had 16 and a half time, bro, or 20.
Yeah,
bro.
Yeah, and he might have got that 16 early in the second quarter too. I got to go back and look. Like he had 16 pretty early and pretty efficiently. And it just felt like the mentality changed. And I know Jalen had it going. And I know the team also had it going. So, but it just felt like down the stretch when Portland punched back, he got to the line, but it wasn't really. I don't know. It wasn't that same. The fervor that he was playing with earlier in the game. That's really it. I don't. You broke the game down pretty well.
Looked like he had a hot first quarter, and that was it. Really, I mean, he had 12 in the first quarter, and after that, he was a.
Damn 12 in the first. Oh well, yeah.
He was damn near even no after that.
Yeah, Deni, that move that ISO at the end. Last thing I'll say is that ISO at the end was crazy. With the tween power dribble,
the baby tween,
the baby tween power dribble, Euro opposite side of the rim. That was tough. That was a tough move. I didn't know he had. I know he had wiggle in his game, but that was a different. He was feeling himself last night.
Yeah, he was.
But even to that point though, Jordan. Niggas talking about the 41. Nigga, I'm more impressed by the 12 assists. 12,
yeah, especially
he out there. Let me follow this nigga out there playmaking and shit.
For real. He could have had 50. He really could have had 50. He missed a hell of free throws.
Bro, them niggas was bricking. It was one point where they really could have came back in the game. They was just bricking. Like, they were bricking wide open threes. I'm like, damn. Like, we sitting here like, damn, this shit over. And then they just walked them down. So, that's it, though. You broke it down pretty well. Let other people go.
If anybody else want to chime in.
I don't really want. Yeah, I'm gonna be honest. I went to sleep at like third quarter, bro. I thought, nigga, I seen Booker had like 20. I thought my money was secure, bro. I wake up. This nigga had this. I wake up at 3 a.m. to find out nigga finished with 22. I took him for 30.
Oh no,
30.
That's awful. Shit's sick, bro. That's it. I just want to give 30 points. He had 22 at. He had. Yeah, man. I thought my shit was secure, but I was just. I just want to give credit to Deni, good player. That's all I got to say.
There's not no 30-point bet.
Listen, shout out to
I think
You
it's
said
the
what?
knee.
Go ahead, go ahead. Well, I don't even gamble like that anymore anyway. But I never put Booker for 30 points on a slip. Like I would never do
Nigga,
that.
no. Listen, the slip, bro. It was a real. This is a fire cook-up. Like, bro, when I tell you I be having fire cook-ups, I have fire
Nah,
cook-ups. I went mellow ball 30. I went mellow ball 30. Tyler Hero 20. Then I went Booker 30. Deni Avdija 20. Bro, nigga, that was a hell of a cook-up, nigga. That
should have
cook-up was so
gone
entertaining. It
Avdija
was giving me
30.
100. It
Should have
was giving me
gone
a
Avdija 30, Booker 20. Would have
yeah,
hit.
that's what I should have did. I ain't nigga. I'm thinking it's
Yeah,
an
even more for that.
elimination game. This is quote unquote Devin Booker. He gonna go out shooting.
Quote unquote Devin Booker.
He gonna go out like, come on,
They got
man.
another game.
He gonna go out shooting, nigga. Who the fuck, nigga? He's bro.
Right,
If they
they're
play,
more likely to lose the next game than they
that's what
were
I'm
this
saying,
one.
nigga. They gonna lose whoever. Like if they play the Warriors or the Clippers, they gonna lose next game, bro. Like come
Nah,
on,
nah,
man.
nah, nah.
That ain't no guarantee
Nah,
though. What
nah,
the
that's
fuck?
not true.
I don't agree.
Bro, I
They're more
don't believe
likely
this
to
one.
lose to the Clippers than they were
To the
to
Warriors.
Portland. I'll say they beat the Warriors regardless, but they're more
Again, right?
likely to lose to the Clippers. Yeah, the
The
Warriors.
Clippers game, yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
But my
Okay.
only issue, like I said, personnel on the last and Jordan, he's done a fine job. And I'm not the coach, so cool, right? But I think we've gone too far with this positionless basketball stuff. And, certain duties on the court, certain tasks are meant for certain body types, certain players, certain positions. And I get spacing. I get the idea of all of it. I'm not going Gillespie down the stretch over having a big to be able to run a play where we're screening to get Booker the matchup he wants. What is the point in going, especially if you're going to go small and then have a nigga in the dunker? Jordan Goodwin stayed in the dunker when Booker initiated his drive, which allowed Grant to cheat off of Gillespie. It was the dumbest. It allowed them to switch. Thibault and Grant were able to do a late switch, a wonky switch, because Jordan Goodwin stayed in the dunker and then at the very last second tried to pop out to the corner where the spacing was wonky, where he did not have to be guarded because he was standing right beside Gillespie. And I'm just never going with that personnel if the decision after that is to have a player sit in the dunker. And contrary to like everything that I'm saying, if they had just gone a big instead of Goodwin, bro, when Grant bites, the lob is right there. The entire, I mean, it is a perfect play. It is a great play if they have the right personnel, Iguodaro or Mark. Because even if Kamara fights over the screen with a bigger guy, which would be harder, even if they're still able to fight over the screen, and Portland still gets the matchup that they want and deny the Suns in getting the matchup that they're looking for. When Booker beats him off the dribble and has the advantage, as soon as Grant bites too far, it's one or two things. Either he can't bite that far, or when he does, the lob is right there. It is just personnel matters so much, and to take a time out, have time to think about the play that you wanted, draw up a really, really nice play, but put the wrong cast of characters in the game for it. I think that cost them more than anything else, man, because again, Jalen could have done something different. He didn't have to shoot that three. He had more than enough time to pump fake, drive, do something different. But at the same time, like, I'm just not cool with that personnel group.
I like that.
Now I'm listening to you. I'm watching the video too. Booker said after the game, Jalen Green carried as well tonight. He also said that he could have. He said he could have shot this shot, but he saw Drew sleeping a little bit. So he went to Jalen Green. Looking at it back, to hear West saying Gillespie on the court, okay, Jordan's in the dunker, okay. Royce O'Neal inbound, he's in the left wing, okay. Booker takes him, good job. Jeremy comes over like West said. Jordan's there, but if it's the big man, Jordan probably can't come. That big man, Marco also will be right here at the rim for the lob pass potentially. Because Diver would not be able to do anything because he had to at least pay attention to Gillespie a little bit. So Mark will be right here. Oso will be right here for the lob. Drew is a little asleep. Jalen Green is open. So that's good peripheral vision. Still could have rose a little earlier and got to a spot and shot it, in my opinion. I want to say like right here. Right here is where you go and you try to get the ball up right here. That's a Devin Booker shot. You take that shot right there. The problem is
and I think he didn't take that shot because he's off balance.
Yeah, he went.
Because
he probably
you got to think.
He went
I
into
think
the
the
paint
reason he waited, he was trying to get to a spot where he could be on balance, and I think he really wanted to get all the way to the rim and force either I'm gonna get a lay or I'm gonna force the ref's hand. But that's why I said like this personnel grouping. It's just like you just said. If they have Mark there or Iguodala,
he can't help.
I'm saying, man, and it just does so much more. Like position of basketball is somewhat overrated, bro. Because especially if you're gonna ask a 6'4" guy to do a 7-footer job, and they have 7-footers on their roster who are capable of doing it, or they have a 7-footer, and then they have another big in Iguodala who are both capable of doing what Goodwin was tasked with, and it just didn't make sense to me.
Yeah, he
it's even different if he says the
positionless works if you're not running a play
different.
where you need someone to fulfill a specialized role. Then then that positionless shit.
I'm not gonna lie though. What's up, everybody? I ain't gonna lie though, fool. I don't really see too much wrong with the play. I could be tripping though. Like I think that they're spaced out exactly where they're supposed to be. This on Devin Booker. Like pause it.
I'll let you finish. Go ahead.
This is down to 14 seconds left. This is 1-on-1. My best player. I have a wing. I have a corner. I have a dunker. I have another corner. I'm spaced out. I have so much space to operate. Who is that? Top of the screen is that Keegan? Not Keegan. That's brother. Yeah. Brother. He's hugging. Drew Holiday. He's down there hugging. Thibault. He's hugging. Jeremy Grant. That look like Jeremy Grant. Yeah, he's on the opposite side of the fucking court, so he's a non-factor. This is 1-on-1. This is 1-on-1. Go make a play. Down 2. It's
not a lot of
I mean,
as the play develops, he drops down, which is what like you assess where. Correct.
Yeah. Okay.
Wes was right though. The problem is Booker's mind was already made up to get downhill and try to get to the basket. Usually, if Booker had it going on that particular night, which would be last night, which I would say he did not have in the second half, he's rising to his spot right here in this area. Booker had no intentions of even rising for a jump shot right here because he got so deep into the paint, as you can clearly see. That's the issue. His head's already down. His head is down. He didn't lift his head until right here.
Drew Holiday didn't even budge though. Like, I don't know, bro.
That's my point. Yeah, like if he had it going that night, he would have tried to rise right here in this area. But instead, he chose to come all the way.
You know what I mean? Yeah. And it ain't saying that he gonna make the shot. You know what I mean? Nobody knows that. You know, so. But I mean, bro, Drew Holiday didn't even fucking move. Like
I think
Ev just stood there.
I think Ev is right too because I don't watch Booker as much as y'all, but it seemed like the way he came around the corner. That's not how I'm used to seeing him come around the corner if he's gonna stop.
Yeah,
and like take the midi. He was trying to get to the rim. I think that's the. Yeah, he doesn't come around the corner that quickly when he's going to the midi. Normally, from what I see from Booker, I see Booker play.
I've never seen him do something like this before. Where he takes it from the 3-point line. Just look at his head, y'all. His head. You look at his head movement. He takes it from the 3-point line, and his head is down all the way until this point with Jeremy Grant. He's not even looking at the rim. He's not looking.
He's not worried about the defender getting on his back. Normally, trying to get the defender on his back. So he can bump, whatever, get rhythm bump, go up. Yeah, he was just trying to get to the rim.
Yeah.
It was no. Yeah.
I was going to say credit to him, too, though, because it's like if he go back, he don't got no space. Like he would have to like either lean back, but even if you lean back, Drew right there, that's kind of, he trying to kind of dribble himself into the wrong.
Yeah.
I mean, y'all kind of said it. Bad personnel.
He said he saw Drew.
You don't got nobody in the dunker spot. You don't got no options.
Saw Drew sleeping. Here's Jalen. It's a good pass. Jalen just hit a shot. That's like the last. Jalen hit a shot with 3 minutes to go to put them up 8 right here at the same exact spot. 3 minutes to go. Yeah. 3 minutes to go. Right here, the same exact spot.
Yeah, with like that little.
Not a good pass. I'm not rocking. I'm not rocking with good pass.
Wait.
It's a bailout. it's a bailout, and it puts Jalen in a tough position. Relocating, having to reach for a pass, going the
And he
opposite
ain't square. Look at
direction.
his body.
Yeah, like I'm not
But that don't
rocking
mean
with
Look
that
at his
one.
That don't
foot,
mean
L.
Jalen had to shoot it like that though. You said Jalen didn't have to shoot that too.
Yeah, we're focusing on good pass. I'm saying I'm not rocking with the good pass thing. It's a bailout. It wasn't even a real advantage created there. That is Jalen giving him an option when he's stuck because
Mm-hmm.
he did like
Right.
and this is why I blame more so personnel than anything else.
Oh, you stopping right there. Oh, yeah, not fair. I mean, once you got yourself in that bad position, in that bad spot, which Devin Booker did, he got himself in that position, in my opinion. I think he did the next best thing, and I was just swinging over to Jalen Green. So that's all I meant by like good pass. Like I'm not saying like, oh my god, like he lined that up, he set that up. Like now he did the next best thing after putting himself in a bad spot, and I was finding that the guy that had it
Oh,
going
okay.
on, yeah, he found Jalen. I mean
I didn't
Jalen,
know we used adjectives like good for
yeah,
Or
my bad, my
Jalen
stuff
bad.
like that, you know.
Jalen could
No, I
have
missed
caught
it.
Jalen could have caught that and went to the elbow for the two out the relocation.
That would have been
Keep
a nice.
going
That would
to
have been a
cause
nice pump fake there. Yeah,
Drew Holiday had to turn his back, so he's off balance.
Yeah,
Right?
that nigga going for the win, player. He
Drew
hot. That boy going for the
Drew
win.
got there. Can you play that one more time? The last part of it. Yeah, Drew got there fast.
From the video like that, I'm not saying Book is chump or anything, but Jalen he was duking it out with Deni before this.
Yeah, and I think that could have been why. I don't. I think that could have played a little bit part
You
into
talking
it.
about when
It
he was
might
on
not.
out of bounds?
Yeah, the
Okay.
one where I think Klingon
It
came
was with
from. I can't
Klingon,
remember.
yeah.
Yeah. I think that could have played the decision making aspect of it. Maybe thinking I would, even if it doesn't end up with Booker. Granted, the play was for Booker to take the shot, but just the aspect of Booker having the ball in his hands, decision making wise, versus Jalen decision making wise, because it looked like Jalen kind of made a tough decision on the play before where it led to the turnover. So that could have been a
Yeah,
part of it too.
not his best moment, but I don't
Yeah.
know. Jalen played so well.
they
You
wet the
know, he was
bed.
14 for 27 for 35 points. Then he drove, got blocked at the rim. Okay, now we're 14 for 28, and he ends the game with this bailout three, which he didn't have to take, but at the same time, I
I'm
don't
not mad
know,
at it
bro.
Bruh,
because
stop, bruh.
Drew just made
Stop, man. That's
Drew,
nasty wording.
Drew
Bruh,
made a great play on that one. I will say
bailout
that
shots,
closeout was great.
Sorry, Jordan. I heard you.
Yeah,
Bailout
go ahead.
shots are when the shot clock are going down or you have no other choice but to take this shot with the ball. That was not the case, brother. He had 10 seconds when he caught that ball, man. Come on, Wes. That's not
Yeah,
a
he could have taken different. Yeah, he
that's
definitely
not
could
a
have made
I,
that one
bailout.
quick.
I literally I said bailout shot, and then I said he could have done, made a different decision.
My
But
bad.
no, still, it was a bailout. He had to bail out the Valley kid, man.
No,
Salute though.
bro, that's
Salute
not a
to that guy.
bailout. He had 10 seconds, gang. I see if it was
All
3 seconds
right,
on the
bro.
clock and he get him over 3 seconds. Yeah, you gotta chuck it. That's a bailout. Like,
All
nigga, why you
right,
give me the ball
bro.
this late? That's a bailout. He gave it to him with 10 seconds to go. That's a lot of time. You know what I'm saying?
All
But
right.
still, this game was on Booker for me and nothing with Jalen Green. This is solely on Devin Booker. And you could not have another performance like that in your game on Friday because that, boy, like, it's going to be
I'm
some
just
real.
salty because I got on Twitter and I'm seeing fans who shall not be named, like specifically identified, run laps, missed the game winning shot, had 5 turnovers.
Are
Rockets
you talking about the
fans,
Houston
Still not
they
a
fans?
were
good
doing that?
player, like
No
Houston
way.
fans?
No way they were doing that. No way.
I swear,
No
promise you.
way.
And I'm glad you said that because I meant to check, but I forgot. I meant to check what the Houston fans were saying last night, but I forgot to check during while he
Man,
wasn't playing well.
Green and Brooks were good, man. They were good yesterday, man. They were decent to good
Shout out,
yesterday.
boss. Okay, sir. Shout out, boss.
All right, gracias.
What the hell? That was T?
Yeah,
That's the
work.
maintenance. That was a maintenance man. You could tell.
Oh, I thought that was
No,
T
I was
with
just
his
saying.
Cali ties. My fault.
Because you said gracias. That's why you saying that.
Because
No,
of
nigga.
Cali
Well,
tie.
that's because West said it. Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. I can tell when it's a maintenance man. But besides that,
Oh, bro,
speaking to the
bro.
game,
You are crazy. That's crazy.
you say worse things. Speaking to the game, though, Ev.
Not on the show, brother.
Yeah, bro. I was trying to talk about basketball.
He calling my
Nah,
coworkers the maintenance man. Lord have mercy. He's a terrible guy. He's a terrible guy.
nah, but I seen I was in the like I didn't watch the full game. I watched like the fourth quarter of this game right here. But I was in the
Bro, what you
Suns
about to say
space.
of this shit?
Yeah, I was. Then I censored myself, brother. Uh like bro, am I really supposed to give a fuck about Blazers? Something? Never mind, bro. Let me just talk about the game. They was talking about Book, and there was like real questions being asked from Suns fans about like what the fuck is the purpose of him being on the roster? Like what the fuck is the purpose of this shit anymore? And that's the only thing I wanted to like report back because I heard Finesse be like, oh, they still think he's five. No, they don't even think he's number one option no more. A lot of the like Suns fans in that space, they really had real opinions about Book that they really are
Yeah,
asking what the hell is the point of this shit?
yeah. I
Like what are
saw,
we supposed to be doing?
I
What's
saw a
the point
lot
of
of
them combos?
Suns.
You're on a
Well,
contract for $60 million a year.
like I've only heard of two actual Suns fans that actually say he top five, and those are the two that I'm speaking on.
Oh, okay. I thought you were talking like general space. I
Top
don't pay
five
No,
one.
attention to
general spaces they don't know.
Oh yeah,
To
they're not. They were really asking like what is the point of this? Like, is it about that time where you move him?
yes, to respond to you, fair. By the way, I saw two things on Twitter a lot yesterday. A lot of Suns fans livid with Devin Booker's performance, and obviously the amount of money that he's gonna be making throughout the rest of. He gonna be seeing like 70 million or something like that, like something crazy.
And yeah, his last year of his deal is 68. It's
You seen
64
his
and then
crib?
Yeah,
68.
You seen his crib? Oh my
yeah,
goodness, that boy living it.
they're talking about the Booker contract, and I
That's
saw a
an
lot of people
acceptable game.
also saying like, man, he needed to just go ahead and just like make his way to Detroit. Those are the main two things that I
Nah,
was seeing on Twitter yesterday. Suns fans
nah,
Booker
mad
would
that
be a
Booker.
dump. Booker would be
Sun,
crazy in Detroit.
nah,
Got no
man. He
money
love
for him,
What?
bro.
Arizona,
What?
man.
No,
He
low,
love
He got no
Arizona,
free throw
man.
money for him. He should have.
gracious,
And that's
guys,
the
how do y'all
king,
cut
bro.
off
He'll be
like
tough
that?
in
nah, he
Detroit,
won't,
bro.
bro.
How
He
do y'all
won't,
just
bro.
He
cut
He
should
love
off
have.
like that
Arizona,
though? How
bro.
do y'all cut off like that
Yeah,
though,
yeah,
y'all?
yeah.
That's
Like,
ridiculous.
I'm not rocking. I
That's
think
He
Booker should
ridiculous.
good,
stay in
bro.
Phoenix. I think
Of
that
course you gonna say that.
their season isn't over, but if it does end prematurely without them making the playoffs, they still have a bright future. They have a lot of things to look forward to. Like Jalen Green only played 30 games this year. Has clearly got better as a basketball player, despite his counting stats this season. Dylan Brooks, really
Boo.
valuable guy. And then they have Biggs on the roster now. Kaman Malawak, he'll get better. He'll continue to improve. Rasheer Fleming. They have a lot of things to look forward to as Phoenix fans. And I wouldn't be doom and gloom because D Book isn't what he never was, which is a top five player or that guy. Like let him continue to be who he is and continue to build the roster around him and let the guys that they have that are young develop. And, maybe in 2 years, 3 years, he could be back in the finals. We've seen crazier things happen.
Yeah.
You say he not good enough for them to be actually winning games, so like they'll get good draft picks even if he's on the roster.
Not what I said at all.
I'm just trying to see.
bro.
Because like I feel like I don't know. I feel like maybe they should just so that they can get proper picks. 'Cause I don't think Book is the main piece for them to like build around.
Bro,
How
like
much of their
And,
future do
and
they
Finesse, that was a
control?
lot
I
of the
don't.
sentiment I
I,
heard. Finesse last
they
night was
doing
like
this off
that
of that game
they
though.
don't
Like
believe
they
he's done.
they're good. They're a really
Well,
good
No, I
team.
don't.
They
No, I
should.
don't think it should be off of that
yeah,
game. But
I don't think it's a
I think
sentiment that they
because
felt the last couple of years.
Well, the last couple
yeah,
of years they didn't have a good roster either.
yeah.
That's their problem. They thought they had a better roster than they did because they have Katie and Bradley Beal.
No,
That's
I
the
and
real issue.
I actually agree with that, but I do think like there's like some merit to like how they felt about like is Book a true one, and if we're paying him as a one, then our ceilings is only but so limited, and I think that's a real combo to have when it comes to like this league and this
Oh
market of
yeah,
money.
he surely isn't a one. I
Yeah,
think
he's not
that's
a
the
one.
And that's
that's what
fair
that's why I
gripe.
what
think
that's
you
to me
need to.
where
That's
that's where
something
a lot of the combo was
you need
coming
to
from. Was like that
move.
he's not a true like that's the reason they would move him. He's not a true
So
one,
we
but he'll
so
be
we
making
so are
more
we
money.
rebuilding?
Yeah,
But
yeah.
they
Like I
don't
think you
control
need.
their future.
Sorry.
Like what? Oh, my fault. Go ahead, Tina.
No, I was saying like you would have to move him because I just feel like he's not good enough, and like hopefully you can get some good stuff back for him, like assets wise. Like,
This is the other thing
like
too. I think that the market we're approaching. I think we're approaching a point in the market within the next couple of years where we should just move them. It's going to be very difficult to do that because I think you're going to have more good teams in the league than really ever. over the next couple of years, and these teams are going to be locked into their cores. And so just moving a guy with $50-60 million a year, I don't think it's going to be as easy as it used to be. Because I think there's just more good players in the league. And I think we're going to get to a point where almost every team in the league already has someone who they could look at as potentially being their one or a star. And so why am I trading for Devin Booker with $60 million on the, like 3 years ago, easier. 2 years from now, I don't know, bro. Like, it's going to be tough.
Well, that's why I'd say you should kind of try to move him now.
Yeah, try to do it earlier. Yeah.
I think even now, like,
Detroit,
but like, it's easier now. Sorry, go ahead.
Detroit's about to play during $50 million a year. So we're going to pay
Detroit can still
he
make
makes all
that
NBA,
happen.
right? That's on that assumption.
I mean,
No, I'm saying the salary cap, if he makes all NBA, it's another incentive.
Oh, yeah.
Where he's making 35% of the cap. That's what I was thinking on.
Yeah, and I don't know what Cade's situation. I think Cade might still have a couple years, but that would make them capped out a little bit by paying 3 players over $160 million a year. So it's like it sounds good in theory. It's just difficult to then build out a proper rest of the roster like that.
Yeah, but like that's a Detroit problem. I'm talking about from the Suns' perspective. Like, you need to try to move him. Like, that's a different conversation about if you will be able to move him. Okay, fine, but like, I do think you need to like try to move him.
For what?
And they actually spoke to that about like they don't even know what his value is now.
But
well, that's why you try to see what his value is.
You try to move him. You try to move him. A team. So if he's not a 1, the thing is, you try to move him, right? And there's nothing wrong with trying to move him. You try to move him. He's not a 1. So I think, in my opinion, that eliminates certain teams from him not being a 1. Like, eliminates certain value and certain teams that would trade for him. I think the best bet you have of a team that's trying to trade for Devin Booker is a team, in theory, that he's the missing piece as the 2, right? So then you look at
or if the team feels like they don't like the combination of time that they have is sufficient enough for a 1.
You said what?
Or if the team feels like the combination of talent that they have is sufficient enough to where they don't need a necessary de facto 1.
So why can't the Suns just do? That's kind of my point. Why can't the Suns just feel that way?
No, no. What I'm saying is that they should not feel that way. They should try to move him. But if
they shouldn't feel that way, then why should another team feel that way though? By getting Devin Booker.
Listen, I'm not talking about the feasibility of it all of the trade. I'm saying if I'm the Suns, I'm looking to move him. The ability to move him, or if they have the chance to move him.
Yeah, that's what I was getting into. I understand what you're saying, but that's what I was getting into.
So
what I'm saying is though,
what I'm saying, just my thinking doesn't have to match with other people's. Like, everybody's mind's not the same.
Yeah,
like I'm saying, so just because the Suns may not think so at the time, if they're looking to move him, doesn't mean like a Magic or something won't feel that way.
But
like, people have different ideas.
Yeah, and that's probably the one. I think that's the one team you could probably call. That's literally that's probably the one team I think you could probably call.
Man, stop it, Jordan. Jordan, you're.
Who else? Give me the teams. Give me the teams.
We literally just named Detroit, regardless of the cap situation moving towards the future.
That's a big regardless.
I don't think Detroit. It's not regardless in terms of we can't make this move because we'll have too much money allocated to. Like, no, I think Detroit was still welcome a move to acquire Devin Booker. And I am the furthest thing from a D Book stand. We got to start, like, when we speak about some of these things, we got to speak on it like we're front offices.
The Raptors might do that shit.
Fans, how we feel about these players individually. Because these front offices, I guarantee you, the same way people were like, oh, well, I don't know if Jalen Green will be worth anything. And the team, granted, it was a specific situation, but they could have said, we want this player instead of that player, whatever. They welcomed Jalen Green. They sold into Jalen Green.
What am I getting back? Like,
for the Suns, I think if you trade D Book, you're rebuilding anyway. Which is why I don't think they should trade D Book. Now,
if I'm trading him, I'm probably
they don't control their future.
trading him to a team that's gonna give me late first back because they're gonna be a better team with Devin Booker. Like, I don't know if that's enough for me to just say, oh, I want to get rid of Devin. Me personally, I would rather keep Devin Booker and build with what I got right now than that. I don't think that.
I'm with you on that. I was speaking to you saying which teams would want to move, like make that move for him. I think a lot of teams in the league will welcome acquiring
Oh yeah,
Devin
yeah.
Booker.
I should have been more extensive with that. Yeah, that's my fault. When I said that, I was meaning like, and then at the same time, the Suns are getting something back that they would actually want, because in a Detroit deal, like I said,
Okay,
you're
okay.
getting like late first. You're not getting a sore at all.
Absolutely not. Absolutely
So
not.
at that point, like, what am I getting for real? I'd rather just keep Devin Booker.
Yeah. Okay. Nah, that's fair. To that, you say what, Siness? Or
Well, they
it
have
was
their
never
their
known to
20.
you.
No, I went to look it up. They have their 2027. They have their 2028 because it's protected 1 through 8. Their 2029.
Hold on.
It's a swap, huh?
So, wow, they really didn't trade too much for Durant now, essentially. Like, what, 4 picks for Durant in 20, they traded for him in
22.
24?
Yeah. So
Oh, you said
because
Oh, they traded for him in 22? I thought it was
I just
23.
so the
when the Suns
Yeah,
got him, or that's what you're speaking to?
yeah, when they acquired Durant. Because the
Yeah, that was
4 picks,
22.
damn, okay, so, all right, wow. Because I just didn't
He
think
was
they
there for 3 years.
controlled their future. Well, not
the
Tennessee,
2028
maybe,
is
yeah.
protected.
But then you're talking about tearing it all down. I don't know. To me, they have too many good players to just tear it all down, bro. Like, because you could also look at them assets and say we could, in theory, take a Jalen Green and a couple of those assets and still have all these other really good players and upgrade over him and have the rest of our really good team with Booker instead of
Damn, they're
tearing it
gonna
all
treat my
down.
boy like Tiana Trump. That's
No,
crazy.
it's
Well,
not. It's
but
not.
how much?
Uh,
Nothing against him, bro.
How much is Jalen Green? How much is Jalen Green making?
Probably
30,
35,
like
36.
33.
33.
33.
Oh,
This year,
yeah.
36 next.
On how many on how many years left?
Next year is a player option.
One more
Like I
year after
I
this
would
year.
okay, so I would probably flip him then. But like if that's me, like I'm looking to because that's why I went to look. They have some of their own picks and some are protected and whatnot.
Yeah.
I'd want to get those back, and then also like I'd flip Booker because like I'm paying him too much money. He's not that good. I'm flipping him to see what I can get for him.
Bro,
Jalen
you be
Green,
want to tear everything down,
no,
bro.
hold on.
We
Jalen
got
Green,
really
I'm
good
upping
players
his
on
value.
this.
Jalen Green, I'm upping his value, flipping his ass.
Oh,
Everybody,
Jalen for sure. Yeah, I mean, I'm pro flipping
everybody, I'm
somebody. No,
flipping.
I'm pro flipping somebody, but you were saying
Nah.
tear this shit down to a rebuild. Like, I'm not tearing. Why am I?
Yeah,
We have the
I'm
reason
not
why.
trading Book just for the sake of trading Book. Like, I think every team can't look at championship like aspirations as like a must. It has to happen. Like every day we have to be doing like everything to win a championship because that will like this is exactly why certain teams like end up going and taking for so many years because they will tear down. And granted, yes, Phoenix probably won't win the championship that's currently constructed, but that doesn't mean oh well we got to just go hard pivot, hard reset, especially when with the new owner like that. That's just not happening. I'm not saying like maybe it is the right thing to do, Sinesh, but that's not
Yeah.
happening. Like we know that's not happening.
Well, no, I was talking more so what I would do. Like that's
Okay.
if that's gonna happen.
We can talk about it more
I don't
later.
think they would do
I'm
that.
just interested to see like why you would do that with the talent that they
And
have.
also, like, I just feel like no. Also, I do feel like because he got an extension. Extension, I think, expires in like 2 years or so, and then he don't want more money, and I'm not paying you.
You can let him walk. You can let him walk.
Well, at that point, I'm open to moving him, but at the same time,
Or
I
you can move
think
him at the end of a deal. Or you can
he
move him.
means a lot to that franchise, to the city, and if D Book is comfortable there, because to Jordan's point, they can fill out good rosters and have good teams, and that does matter. Like you do need a middle class in the NBA, and we can't just like it's not good to just have every team be like, oh well, if I can't If I know I can't compete with the Thunder and the Spurs in the next 2 or 3 years, we got to tear this whole thing down. And like, nah, that's not.
Or
That's
they
like
could be a 5 seed. They could be a 5 seed caliber team over the next couple years. They could, like I think they can hit on a draft pick who is
No,
better than maybe they expected. Like there's ways to get into contention.
well, I don't.
With,
bro, Jalen played 30 games
Well,
this year
no,
and they were
they won't
45.
get
They were
there.
yeah,
They
I've
won't
seen
really
worse
get there.
teams. I've seen
They
teams
won't.
start with worse and then get into contention without having to tear it down. I guess that would be how I would phrase it.
They could
I just
definitely get
don't
7
because.
more wins with a healthy
All
Jalen
right.
Green.
Yeah, what's your sentence?
You said 5 seed.
Yeah, 5 seed caliber.
I don't
Yeah,
think it'd be no 5 seed.
Come on, how do you feel about like watching basketball? Like, do outcomes not matter? Like, or is it a projection into the future for you? Because like based off of what we saw this year, they dead could have been a 5 seed. Like
I mean, you
that's a
got
realistic
OKC,
outcome for
and
them.
you got them top 3 teams. Outside of that, like I don't. Yeah, I'm sticking by what I said.
I'm super down on the Lakers. I think the Lakers just can just build a better roster to be better than them.
But you don't have faith in that. You've been saying that for how long?
I disagree with that.
No. I've always said they're gonna win 50-some games, but just be ass in the playoffs.
But to West's point, Jalen Green played 30 games this year. The Suns could have won 50 games this year.
But they can still
Dylan
be in the
Brooks broke
same
his
4
hand
or
at the
5.
end of the year.
That matters too.
Like, come that they definitely like they literally were injuries away from being in the top 6 this
And
year.
again, yeah, I'm just saying that caliber. Like even if they're a game behind the 5 seed, like I'm just saying like they'll be in that class of teams. That might be a better way to phrase it. They're in that class of teams.
In that mix, perfect.
In that second tier,
Okay.
in the West, outside of the top. Yeah.
When anything from 48 for anything from like 48 to 52 games.
Yeah.
Like I think given help this season, they could have won 7 more games. D Book missed time. Every last one of their pivotal players, like their top 3 guys, missed time this year. And granted, that is going to continue to happen for D Book.
And then
Brooks, the way he plays, maybe he gets hurt again.
Mark Williams missed like a month too.
Yeah,
Mark Williams as well. Yeah.
Yeah, I do think like injuries is something that's gonna continue with Devin Booker and stuff. Maybe not Jalen Green, but I don't know. Like, I understand what you're saying about middling teams, West, but like, they gotta try something different. I'm not gonna lie, because they've had the iteration of the Devin Booker Suns for quite a while now. Like different versions.
Fair. I hear that. I don't know. I do think I get the progression. And this kind of, goes against everything that I was saying yesterday, but just different circumstances, different situations. But yeah, I do think you need a middle class. And I also feel this way about the Suns. Whether they start their rebuild next year or they start it in 5 years, they're a ways away from a championship. Like, I don't think expediting their rebuild changes their future for real to me. But I could be wrong because, again, to your point, Heaven Sent, you start that rebuild, all you need is the right guy. So if you get that luck of the draw, and, I don't know who the next Wemby could be in terms of overall impact and changing the franchise, but they hit on that, then, we could be looking at a rebuild if they start next year, and 5-6 years, now they're one of the, biggest threats in the NBA. So I see both sides of it.
Yeah, it's just that they're not. You better get that pick when you do that.
I'll lean more that way than like I know for a fact we're not going to do shit for real. I'm gonna keep Devin Booker. I know for a fact like we're not going. Rather than like
they can trade other stuff besides Devin Booker to get better though, that they can trade and make their roster better.
Rasheer looks damn good. Malawak, he improved this year. I just think it's more so on what it's their top guys. So I'm comfortable if Jalen has to be flipped to improve the team, by all means, right? But there are enough ancillary pieces and supporting pieces around that have potential to where I'm looking at that team and I'm saying, yo, if we strike on the right thing, hell, if somehow Giannis finally says, yeah, we're good, or the Bucks just say we're good, and they go call in the Bucks and say, yo, Giannis, are you willing to come here? Warm weather, you'll have a 2-and-D book. Like there are things that I would hold out on before I move, because once you do that, you seal your fate. Like, there's
I don't
nothing
even
you
see
can
what
do
they
after
can
that.
what they can really package to get Giannis.
All right, stop. All
Like,
right.
cause it, like I had job.
All right, yeah, come on. What's the next topic? Because unless it's
No,
you
like what
don't
do you
you
think
don't
they
think
can
they'll
put
have enough
together?
picks. I think
Yeah,
we just went down the roster and they have the players. You said they have control over 2 or 3
the
picks into the
2028 is
future.
the 2028 is protected, so
What's
they
Okay,
wouldn't be able
so
to
the
trade
furthest
that
pick
one.
into the future that they can
So it'll
trade?
be 20. Sorry, let me pull it up again. So I'm
Because
just walking. I'm
they
outside.
have
Hold on.
they have next year's pick. They have 27.
and they trade. Do they have 30 and 31 and 33 or no? Did they give those away?
29. 30 is a swap.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't go out to 30. They can do 32.
Oh, 30, yeah, you don't get
That's a
33. You don't
trade.
you don't get access to 33 into the offseason because of the
Yeah,
step-in rule.
yeah.
Can they do 31? Did they give it away?
No, 31 is 31 is. Oh fuck! They can't even do 32. 31's gone.
You said what about? So do they have 32 though?
They have 32, but they can't do 32 because
But
31's gone.
they can do a swap. They can do a swap.
They can do a swap. Yeah.
Yeah, 30, yeah, 32 and 33 be very valuable. 33 pick outright, 32 swap, young players. Yeah, they can have an interesting package, I think.
Yeah, there's
Um,
a pathway to acquire a player like Giannis,
yeah,
especially if you can convince him that that's his next home. Like, granted,
Mm-hmm.
a lot of convincing, but if you can get on that player's good side and say, "Yo, you know what? I think I prefer to
Let's
go
see what
out
their
there and play with him,"
is.
then you're looking at, oh, now we got Giannis and D Book, or
or even if
ride
it's not
off into the
Giannis,
sunset for the end of their careers
even if it's
and
not
then move.
Giannis,
But yeah,
I'm
whoever
just
becomes
because
definitely.
like
available.
how many? Because I wanted to know like what the players you're giving like Dylan Brooks and a young player. God damn.
Probably a couple of the young players. Probably Jalen Green, another young player,
Yeah, it's
and
Jalen Green and maybe one other young player.
yeah, and then the
And
picks.
then yeah,
Picks filler, and then you still
Okay,
retain
okay,
most of
okay, okay.
your good team.
yeah.
And I think they can have there's a pathway for them to upgrade. That's why I'm saying that to this. Like if they didn't have no path, if I didn't think they had a pathway to upgrade and become really good, like a top 4 team potentially without tearing it down, I would feel differently. I just feel like there's still enough of a pathway for me to feel like okay, and we have enough good players even after that where it's like okay, let's stay the
Yeah,
course a little bit.
I'm lower than you guys on that. So that's where we land. Like
But you
they
almost like Kiana. You think it's 2 good teams in the NBA though, so.
no, no.
Yeah,
I
I'm about to
just think
say
like
with
I
your
just
mind, with
no.
your
I just think
mindset,
like
half the league could tear it down.
Giannis. I just feel like that's not true. What I'm saying is that they have had multiple iterations of the Devin Booker version. It is time to let go.
So if the Wolves go out in the first round this year, should they tear it down too?
The Wolves is
Because they
different
have multiple things
because
they
And
can
it's
do.
Ant better.
younger.
But which
And
is
it's
Because
younger
Ant
good.
though.
better
But
and younger. And J
Yeah.
Mac
and
younger
the
too.
iterations I think are like it's a bit
And
misleading.
they
It
have
can be
Thank
Io
you
as
for
well that's
saying that
young. Like
because
they have like
different
the iteration started in 2021.
under bad regime, bad
Yeah,
ownership.
like
Yeah, that
their
is a good point.
iterations
That is a good
around
point.
Booker really started when they got Chris Paul.
Yeah,
So you're
and
only
and
talking
they went to the
about 2 eras
finals,
of Suns basketball.
and they went to the
Yeah,
finals.
yeah.
so I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie. It feels
Oh,
longer.
this is a KD thing,
I'm not
Taness.
gonna
The
hold you.
KD era, that KD era throwing you, bro. That's what it is, bro. I think you're breaking up.
Maybe that's feels
Nah,
longer. I'm not gonna lie.
you
Yeah, you're
breaking
breaking
up.
up.
You breaking up. I
And
wasn't
I'm not
saying.
mad at you for that. That KD era, that era right there was throwing it because the early shit, like he couldn't do nothing about that. Then you had the Chris Paul shit. They went to the finals. Then the KD shit. and that shit was ass. They didn't build good teams around him. That was a mistake in how they did that. And now we're here.
And they did, and when they first got, yeah, and I do feel like they took, because when they first got him, because
Mhm.
to be fair, they didn't really start building like a really, really good team around him until like 21. Like that's years in, like kind of missed stretches there. He's older now.
Yeah.
I don't know, like it's
weird.
okay.
It is weird because it's almost
Do
like
another one again.
the first part of his career
Let's
before
do another
CP3
one.
almost like didn't exist. didn't
Huh?
exist. I said the first part of his career like before CP3 almost like didn't
But
exist.
he was there.
You said what?
That's
Yeah.
disingenuous.
There
That's
on a bad
And no,
disingenuous.
you're
Yeah,
right.
he
But
didn't
They're on a
build shit
bad
around him
team.
though. Like he didn't have
Yeah,
shit.
that's very disingenuous.
Yeah, he didn't have shit. I'm not even a
what
D
I'm
book
saying
guy,
is you
but he
can't
didn't have
cut. What I'm
shit.
saying is that you can't, because the amount of, no, I'm not saying it's his fault or whatever. What I'm saying is that counts because it goes to the amount of time you have in the league to play at a certain level.
Well, that's different.
They
But it sounds
wasted a
like that's
bunch of
different
years.
it sounds like
Then
that's
they have.
different in the spirit of what you were saying though. Like it sounds like the spirit of what you were saying is like almost like
I'm saying move him. It's over.
no, but it's almost like
You're
I'm
not
trying to
gonna
think
get
about
you don't get the same. You're not gonna get the same amount of bites of the apple if you waste a bunch of years. Like
yeah,
it's
I
over.
feel you on that, but it
That's what
almost
I'm
sounded
on.
like you were talking about him as a player. Like we've done this how many
Yeah.
times?
That is what she's talking about. That's what
No,
she's
Yeah, but
saying.
it's
She's
like
said
they
talking
haven't
about
what
though.
what
him being
no. I said
old. She's saying he's aging
what I
out.
said. Yeah.
No, but I'm
Yeah,
talking about like
Sorry. Go ahead, Wes.
yeah, go ahead.
nah, the aging out point is somewhat fair if you think he can never steady his level of play again, like if he'll never have a positive regression as opposed to everything just being negative. But and again, I'm not a huge Booker fan, but I don't think his days of being a a high impact player are completely gone. Even this year, it showed like the Suns were a way better team with him on the court. He's still a very, very impactful player, even if he doesn't have the top end, or if the league is just caught up to his top end. Well, regardless of how you feel about it, if you think he's still the same guy, well, the league improved. If you think he's a little bit worse, okay, cool, but he's still really impactful. And if they can get a player in there, the likes of a Giannis or something of that ilk, a player who's better than Devin Booker, to continue to take a shot at it, I think that's when you keep him on the roster. So I think maybe more of a wait and see. If you can't make a swing, or let's say you take that final swing to Ness and you strike out, you flame out, you don't get the Giannis, you don't get the whoever's available that's better than Booker, then I say go ahead and pivot. But I think it's too
Okay.
soon, now to make that
And I'm not
move.
gonna lie to Ness. I think they have their 27 pick, right? That was one of the picks they
Yeah,
had. I'm not
yeah,
gonna
No,
they
it's
lie.
have 27.
the
It's super early.
27.
Yeah,
Wait, hold on. Sorry. Let me double check.
yeah.
I think maybe they do have a 27.
Because if they have
Oh,
27,
damn
I'm
it,
not gonna
is
lie.
ass.
It's super early, bro. This draft coming up.
The 27 isn't. The
Is it?
27 isn't theirs.
Okay, it's not
The
theirs. Okay.
27 isn't
Oh,
theirs.
thank you. That's why I was
Yeah,
so
27 is
confused when you
theirs.
said that earlier.
The
Earlier,
2028 is theirs. It's
They have
protected
28.
though. 2028 is protected
nah.
though, 1 through 8.
Okay, 1 through 8. Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
so
why I
that
was
could
confused,
maybe
because
that
that's
draft
why
is
I was
better.
against moving book, because they don't control their future. It doesn't serve them to be bad. Like in the next 2 years, they can't be bad. Like it doesn't do anything for them. They won't reap the benefits of being bad
Do you do you think
for the
Devin
next year,
Booker's
rather.
value now will be what it is? Do you think Devin Booker's value now will be the better or the same from like 2 years from now or so?
It depends, I think, because
Or negligible? Or
there's a trade.
negligible?
Yeah, there's a trade off between he's under contract for more years, and for some people that's good, and then for some teams that's bad. It just depends on where you try to trade and what you're trying to get back. So I think it
Yeah.
depends. It
I don't
depends. It's
think D Book
Because
is so far away from being good enough next
I don't
year.
think the contract. Sorry, go ahead.
No, you're fine. I'll wait for you.
No, I was gonna say I don't think the contract's that crazy because it's only like 3 years. I think. I don't think they're like long-term
Well,
contracts.
when
No.
well, it's two addition. It was an extension though. I think he's still because I don't think it hasn't kicked in yet. So he's still. I think he has a
Hey, your
year.
camera's on.
Who's on?
Wait, I just looked. Hold on.
Okay, yeah. So yeah, it's 4 years. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, he has 2 years before his
Booker
extension even kicks in.
contract.
Yeah, because he's still
Hold
under
on.
his.
I don't think it's not 4. Last time I checked, it wasn't 4. Let me double check. Hold on.
It is no. The extension is 2 years, but he still is under contract for 2 more years before it even kicks in, though. And I would be surprised if he turns on that player option in that last year.
Oh,
Yeah, me too.
I know I'm working on it.
Yeah, he's got 4. He's got 4 years after this year of under contract, basically.
Yeah, man. I don't know. I think D Book is still like that. I'm gonna say it like this, and then maybe we move. That stock I would buy. I wouldn't sell his stock. Like that's stock I would buy in a player. Like so, I'm comfortable moving unless again the only thing they have to evaluate as an organization is do we trust his body to stay together? Like because one major injury and then everything is screwed. So it's just a gamble. Like and which where you're gonna well.
I have one more question about the book with the Detroit shit because I could see it in theory work. I love it.
So
when
it's
he's
gonna
in-
be. So it's.
Oh, go ahead.
So he'll have. I'm sorry. No, go ahead. It's fine.
No, it's on the screen.
Were you gonna say about Cade and D Book?
Were you going to say about the contract? Because Ev got it up on the screen. I don't know if you can see it. No, with Cade,
Yeah. Like no, I was just gonna say the last year is like expiring, so people don't really care about that. So it's like 2 and then expiring.
That's what I was
Go
saying.
ahead.
That's what I was saying. Yeah, like his
That's
value.
what it's like. That's what it's like. It's
changing.
like 2. It's roughly like 2 years, and then it's an expiring. It's like whatever.
Yeah, it's 3 really.
No, because this year,
Is it
this year's done, and then he has 2. Sorry, let me look at the
It's
screen.
3.
No, it's 3. It's 3.
Yeah.
We're looking at it, so we're telling you.
He's gonna pick up
we're
the
not
player
trying to
options?
mistake.
Oh yeah, 3, and then
Yeah.
and then the one after is
So it just his value changes depends on who you're trading him to and what they want back. If it's a good team, a bad team, do they need assets? Do they need one of the young players? It just depends, bro. It's tough to.
Wouldn't his value go down when his money goes up?
It just depends, bro. I'm telling you, it depends. It just depends. Trades are
'Cause, like,
imagination.
No, I don't think it's like I'm not saying he can't get traded at 70 million. I just think
Yeah.
it limits the teams you traded to at 70 million.
Depends if they have bad contracts. Like it like we don't know. Like it's tough to just say in a vacuum it goes up or down. Like we
Well, if I had to guess, I don't think it goes up. But if I had to make an estimated guess, I don't.
Oh
think
yeah. You can say If you want to say you don't get more for him.
Yeah, like
sure,
I think you can get the same for him. I don't know. I don't think it goes up, but if I had to predict that, I would think it goes down when he's $70 million older player and probably off another injury.
Or another way to look at it is too like his value in a vacuum is different than like the what you're giving up versus what you're getting. That's also another way to look at it too. Like his value in a vacuum, it could be different from the transaction that ends up coming about, like who won the trade type shit. And then
who knows? Maybe somebody like Orlando comes around and gives up 5 first-round picks.
Which we never saw coming. Which we would have never thought, right?
It's a little bit of a troll, but you said swing for a better player. Kawhi's right there.
I've typed that in the chat.
Oh, I didn't even see you type that.
Okay. Oh, you mean to tie with Booker?
Yeah,
to tie with Booker because
I'm not doing that
because of the injury shit.
I actually think. Well, yeah, I mean, having 2 injury-prone players, you probably got to get rid of a Brooks, and I'm assuming in this situation too. So it might not be the best. I do like Detroit, but I also don't. I'm kind of with Jordan. $50 million for Doran, 70 for Devin Book. A short got to get paid.
Yeah. Which leads me to the question. That's
a lot of got to get need some money.
That's the question about
Durant
the
might get the Supermax.
Would you? And it's really the West, but anybody can answer. because Wesley brought it up, and I kind of shot it down because of that what y'all just laid out, kind of how I said before. But I'm not opposed to the fit. So, question is Duran someone you're comfortable moving to accommodate a
No,
Booker Cade pairing?
Yes.
no,
Absolutely not. Nigga, who
no.
said yes? What the fuck?
Who said that? T?
Tween Hezzy, nigga.
Oh,
He ain't said
Twin said it. Oh
Why
shit.
you say me though, Muzak?
I feel like
Well,
y'all
I don't know. It
sleeping
sounds like
on
you.
Devin Booker is. Devin Cunningham can be a very great back.
Is
You
Duran the
know,
only person you can move?
Nah,
get a Booker.
I think yeah, because you're not moving. Asura is damn near untouchable for me, more so than even there. That could be just me. It's hard to find niggas
yeah,
like
I'm
that.
not moving a SAR. I'm with you on that. And to the point, I guess, because in order to make that deal happen, it would have to be Book forcing his hand. Like, yo, I want to go to Detroit.
Mm-hmm.
And then because they would have to take back, 70 cents on the dollar
Yeah,
to make maybe even 50 for what Detroit could offer. Because Ivy went left. Like Ivy going
yeah,
left ruined everything,
that
bro.
hurt a
Where's
lot,
the
bro.
Ivy, bro?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Where's the Ivy?
Prayers to that brother.
None of this is
I,
gonna matter
I
on
mean,
judgment.
they do have like young role
Come on,
player guys that I
Tanez.
do think have some value though. But from Detroit, I think a Sasser could have potential value in like 2 years. I don't know. I don't know if that's
just not
crazy.
I,
enough.
I'm
Just
not saying like
I don't think
I'm
that's
not saying
Sasser,
appealing to
no,
the
I'm
Phoenix
no.
saying
though.
no. I'm saying carrying multiple of those guys though. I really don't know what Book's like trade lines will be though at the top of
But
my
I
list.
think it would. Bro,
Outside of the
that's
A
why
picks,
lot
I asked
more
the
than
question.
that.
if you
It would
A
be
lot
if
more
you
Duran,
than
bro.
Sasser.
facilitate enough, if you facilitate like a couple of those role players
I'll
and
be right
then
back.
like multiple picks, you don't think that would be enough? And like especially if he's making like 70 million at the time, there's like no avenue for Phoenix.
I mean, for Phoenix, if you're hell bent on rebuilding, then maybe for Phoenix, maybe like just having some picks. But again, the picks won't be worth much because once you give them Book, they're set for the future. Like Cade has plenty of years, barring a nasty catastrophic injury, they're set for the future. They will have their top four guys, and I think they fit well. They like are meshing well without a D Book level scorer, D Book level creator. And then you throw him in the mix with Asar and
Yeah, that
Duran.
could be probably in the 20s
So I
at
think the
least.
deal would have to be
Yeah.
around Tobias and Tobias's money, potentially expiring at that point, and then whatever combination of young assets you could get in terms of players and then some picks. But I probably would pass on that if I'm Phoenix. I'm not moving deep unless D Book is forcing their hand, which is also another reason. Like we've been on this forever though. We got to move. Like this wasn't supposed to last this long.
They season not even over. Like this is the crazy part of the conversation. Like I'm letting y'all had a convo, but like this season not even over, bro.
I'm gonna be honest with you, man.
If you think it's over, cool, twin, but it's not over until Friday, bro.
No,
That's it.
it's not. I get that. It's his level of play. It's I watched Booker
Or you
for
got to take
years
your
now.
AirPods out. I'm sorry. You gotta do away with the AirPods.
Oh, hold on.
I wasn't gonna tell that nigga. Shout out to you guys.
Yeah, this is a show that people play back. Myself, I don't want to hear that shit. In and out, in and out.
What's the next topic after this, Seth?
Just a series preview. I'm waiting here what Tween about to say to me though.
Y'all spoke on the first game already? Have I missed it?
Yeah, that was the start of the show.
That's the first time. I don't know.
Hear
I
me?
don't know. Last
Huh?
You can hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we hear you.
Yeah, I was basically saying it's not it is a Devin Booker's point because I feel like he's been plateauing. I think him next to
Who you talking to? You talking about
him next
Booker?
to a point guard. No, because I'm speaking to what Wes was really saying. Trey Durn. I think Booker is perfect playing next to a guy that's a point. I think I can unlock him to the level that he was viewed at earlier in his career 2 years ago, 3 years ago, fringe top 10 guy in them type talks. So if they trade Duran and they get a Booker, and they get a Cade next to a Booker, I think that unlocks him. I think he gonna get an efficient 28. The catch and shoot numbers are gonna go back to shooting ability. We all know that. It's just like, bro, I don't know him as the points y'all was making him as a number one, as a quote unquote floor raiser, trying to create every advantage. trying to put the ball in his hands next to a Goodwin, next to a Brooks, next to a Grayson, all these type of guys. I don't just see him in that spot. Like it's his game looking bad because what he's slotted in as. I think he's still that caliber of player. It's just like he's better portable off ball, running pin downs, running wide action, zoom, all of that. So it's just like, bro, I'm not about to kill Booker. I know what he is, but I also know what he has left in the tank playing next to a 4 general. You know what I mean? That's just my side. So when Wes said he doesn't see me trading Duran for Book, nigga, I think he's looking at future wise. But nigga, Book is still phenomenal. The contract, yeah, whatever, 35% of the cap. I think he's that caliber of player unlocking next to a certain caliber of player. That's just my thoughts on it.
And I'm saying it from a Detroit standpoint and perspective. Like, where does that get you over the hump, or does that make you a slightly better version of what you are right now? Which, again, it's about how people feel about him. The people who believe in them, maybe they say, yeah, that'll take them over the hump. I don't believe in them, and I think Duran is a big part of their success in trading away. And again, got to think they're built off of defense and size. They're lacking some offense. Removing the center, which creates your 2-man game with your, how elite they are in the pick and roll, etc. And, putting Booker there as a 2 guard, and then what are you rolling out? Beef stew? Your full-time center? Who's good?
Yeah. I think you would either
You would have to go
that,
get a big.
there would be some way you would get a big, whether it's trading ancillary pieces, whether it's draft. You would be getting another big, but it's like
Yeah,
And-
I don't see.
at best you're going to league
they're that
average big.
disposable.
Yeah, at best
Yeah,
you're going to
I
league
don't
average
think they're
there.
that disposable.
Yeah.
I will say though, if this is the scenario we're going with, where like Booker's on the move, nigga, Mark's not remaining on that team.
Who's not?
Mark
Oh,
Williams,
Williams.
he wouldn't be
Boy, they
remaining on
got
the
Melo.
team.
That's what they got Melo out for.
Yeah, that's
They'll
what I'm
be
saying.
fine.
Like that, like
All right,
that's
so
a big.
trade Mark Williams. You get a center who maybe if the
You're talking about
package
in
is
the Detroit
Booker
deal?
Mark Williams, maybe that's
Okay.
good enough.
No, I'm not even saying like
wouldn't do
that's just the deal to go with, Wes. I'm just saying like there's avenues for you to get a center. I think like I don't know, maybe I'm wrong for looking at this. Like I think you can. I'm not saying they're going to be as good as Doran, but I think it's easier to find athletic big who's a hustler, a rebounder, like real active big than like a nigga who can actually go get a bucket. I think it's a
You got
little
to go
easier.
draft them, or you
We
got to
say that
go.
though, bro, but it's
Yeah.
not that.
And that's why I said I might be wrong how I look at that, Wes.
Yeah.
I did preface it with that though.
No, you did, because I have I put a lot of value and stock in what Duran is and what he can still become.
Yep.
Yeah.
Duran is incredible, bro. Like he is incredible, man. And
Really
his
good.
I
touch,
was on the side
like
you don't trade
think,
Jordan for Booker, but I was just saying like if that was the case, you could probably get a big. I don't know if it's easier to find a athlete like a big of Duran's capabilities. Not saying as good as him, but like that can do similar things, or finding someone similar to Book.
I'm telling you, bro. If that's the price, I just try to sign Norm. I'd rather sign Norman Powell and give it a go, give it a shot, see what
And
we can
then
get out of Norm.
the last thing about it would be, and we kind of already answered it. A sore is a no go for you. And like getting.
Oh, absolutely. I'm
Yep.
not moving. So
Okay. Yep.
no, I'm not
Okay.
doing it. I know some people would, but not me. Especially not for D
I
Book.
think Jordan is sort
Not
of
for
like
D Book.
integral to the culture that Detroit has built, though. So like I would be like very like
Yeah,
opposed to moving to one of
and
those
I'm
guys.
glad you said that, because people be forgetting about that culture part, bro. That shit, man. I mean, you see what's happening with the Knicks. I think that's a big part of, and part of it was outside of their control with iHeart, but I feel like iHeart and Tibbs was like their culture for real. And then
Tibbs for sure. Even if you don't want to give it to iHeart, Tibbs for sure. You
iHeart
see
was
the
like
difference.
made their offense go like.
Yeah, I
It
agree.
really be more fluid. Like they might have been, I don't know what their offensive ratings were before him, after him, but it was more fluid, and it looked like they actually had a system in place. But yeah, good talk.
All right, great talks, y'all. Good luck to the Suns on Friday, and as far who they, and good luck to the Blazers going forward playing the Spurs, and we'll dive into that series whether that's tomorrow or Friday. as well. But
Can I
that
ask you
too.
a quick question, brother?
What's up, bro?
Who would you prefer, Clippers seed them or the Suns seed them as the eighth seed in terms of OKC? Like, what would be your preferred matchup?
I don't really have a preference. I personally think they sweep both. So that's just me. I think they sweep both. If anything, Clippers or the Suns will one game. But I think the Clippers are a better team. They can probably be a better team than the Suns in that matchup. Well, they're damn like the same team to me, damn near. But Clippers can probably rise a little higher with the way Garland and Kawhi can probably play in that potential series. I'll probably bank on them guys rising and Booker rising as the best player.
Garland?
As the best player. So not even Garland. My bad. Excuse me. Kawhi. I
He
said
about to be
Garland. Yeah,
clamped. He about to
my
be
bad. Listening to
clamped.
y'all for that 30 minutes, I'm just like over the whole little. T
That
doesn't really
nigga
matter. It
Garland not
doesn't
gonna
really
be able
matter
to
to me, bro.
dribble.
They either
No,
team gets
I
swept or
heard you,
losing
brother.
five, so it really doesn't matter.
Yeah, you think either team the most they get is a game, and I'm kind of with you.
Yeah,
So
so it don't really matter to me. Anyway, bro. Last thing we're gonna talk about the Cavs and Raptors playoff series, and then that would be pretty much for everything for the most part for the show today. Again, congratulations to the Hornets for getting their win to move on to now see the Magic or the Sixers on Friday. And then congratulations to Deni, Avdija, and the Blazers for getting this playoff experience as a young team going against the Spurs, because next season they're probably going to be even better than what they were this year. I think they finished out 42 and 40. So we're probably expecting to be in that mix next year, but obviously having some more wins under the belt with getting Dame, who should be at least a 20-point per game score for them. Not saying he's going to be the 32 that he was the last time he was in Portland. Obviously, that was like 3 years ago. 2-3 years ago. It's going to be somewhere around 20 to 23, 22, with Deni Avdija still being a 20-point per game scorer and different players like that. So they're going to be much better next year with another year of Scoot, Deni, Tumani, Clingan, Dame, Shaden, etc. Drew Holiday should be there next year as well. So look out for Portland Trailblazers next season. Jordan Woods is spot on. You got those mid-tier level teams. You got to look out for them because they could be the type of team that can upset one of those teams. Not saying this year. He referenced like 2 years, 3 years down the line, because they'll just make themselves be relevant by the way they play basketball. The Blazers, the Suns, and Utah, and then maybe even the Dallas Mavericks. He listed them last. So, and then from the Hornets perspective, still ways to go. A lot of people are hoping and praying that they get that final eighth seed so we can see them against the Detroit Pistons, who we all were just discussing in here for around a potential Devin Booker thing or around a potential Jalen Green getting moved or whatever the case may be. So that's another wait and see thing when it comes to the Hornets, if they make the playoffs or not, because they still are not in yet. And the same way the Suns are not out yet. Like we were just y'all were just talking about the Suns if they were out the playoffs. You know, like granted, Devin Booker is the big part of the future, so I get why I haven't seen NT and you all were just, and West and Jordan was having that convo. But I ultimately was side with West and Jordan Wood's thoughts on that conversation. I was just letting y'all not duke it out, but have that convo, because obviously, like West just said, people listen back to it, and I think that was a good conversation. A lot of people listen back to the show, from Spaces to Twitch to YouTube. So, yeah, great conversation y'all were just having. I enjoyed listening to it, and we'll see what the Suns end up doing, and we'll see what the Pistons end up doing this offseason, and we will see what the Hornets end up doing, and then we will see how the Blazers look against the Spurs. If you're watching on YouTube, y'all make sure y'all hit the thumbs up button on this video. That helps the algorithm out for anybody that's surfing on YouTube to come across this video and watch just like you all are watching. Been peaking around like 30, 40 people on YouTube today, so that's pretty good. If you're not subscribed, make sure you hit that subscribe button. And then if it's your first time watching on Twitch and or YouTube, Fact and Stat is live Monday through Fridays at 11 a.m. Eastern Time. Schedule may change. Be on the lookout for that. I'll post any update on that on Twitter and or also in the Fact and Stats Discord. The Fact and Stats Discord is important to join because, as you can see, it's about 369. Look like it's 9 people up here, not including myself, or 10. I'm not looking at it. I'm looking at my OBS screen, but there's watch parties in the Discord. There's open talks around sports and different things in the Discord. There's gambling plays shared within the Discord. So it is very important to join the Fact and Stats Discord. You can get the link in the YouTube, the description on this video. You also can get the Discord link if you do !point Discord, and Nightbot will automatically populate that automatically, like I just said, or it's like every 20 to 30 minutes, something like that. So keep that in mind, guys. I'm planning out the rest of the week. I did that on the fly, so I thought it would just makes more sense to extend some things out to Thursday and Friday, because on Friday morning we're not going to have no games to recap, no WNBA to discuss. I'm not going to bring up the NFL draft yet either. I'm going to bring it up the following week, which will be next week. But I got to figure some things out though. But so on Friday, I'm going to push like what is it? What is it?
Minnesota, Denver.
No, we
Is
already
that the
we did
combo for
that.
Friday?
We did that yesterday. I'm having a brain fart. Hold on. I'm having a brain fart. I don't think Spurs and Blazers are going to go to Friday. That's tomorrow. Friday's going to be like the Celtics versus whoever is going to be 7. And then also the 1 through 10s and X Factors. And like I said, right now it's a 60% chance I do 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. show on Saturday to preview the Thunder insert 8th seed, Pistons insert 8th seed, and then that would be everything right there. So we're not going to do, because initially I tweeted Spurs and Blazers today, but we're not going to do that. We're just going to do that on Thursday, tomorrow. So we're going to recap the 2 games tonight, tomorrow. Spurs, Blazers tomorrow. Cavs, Raptors still today. And then Friday, Celtics 2-7 matchup. And then finish out the 1 through 10s for the series. And then Saturday morning, the 1-8 matchups. The 1-8 matchups that would get set in stone on that Friday night. Yeah, that's
NFL gonna be tough. You're gonna have to really think about how you're gonna do that.
I know. I know. But anyway, my schedule may change anyway though. So so I would know for sure like some stuff later
We
on.
almost at the best part of sports, man. While all them shit's playing.
Lowe said that yesterday, and I just highly disagree. Like, that's not the best part of sports to me. Like, the best part of sports is when the NFL and NBA on at the same time, and college basketball and college football. That's the best part of sports to me.
Favorite.
Yeah,
that's
like,
my favorite.
That December, January, November, like that's the best part for me. Like, I know we got the playoff basketball right now coming up, but nah.
I love the playoff basketball.
Then you get the Super Bowl. You get Super Bowl and the March Madness and the NFL, NBA playoffs.
I didn't give a damn about that. I didn't give a damn about that.
College,
Super Bowl.
college football,
college football. I don't know. That's the best part for me. Like that December, January. Yeah, like that's the best part.
Yeah, because you get January championship, February championship, April, March April, then NBA. Yeah.
I personally, I don't care about college. So for the niggas who don't, like, it's easier to like NBA. I don't care about NBA regular.
What you mean BBN?
No, he not. Get that shit out my face.
No, he not.
Get that shit out my face.
No, he not. That man.
But no, like you get the NBA playoffs. The only shit we care about in NBA, then an NFL season, the best sport in the world. So
NFL season is not till September though. So how are you even liking this time of the year when that's 5 months away?
No, this part of the year. Unless you like tennis, like me.
Finals in June, right? Like end of June?
Yeah. June. Not end of June, but June.
Like it's talking about baseball. It's World Cup this year, too.
Middle June.
So we're going to be talking about
Olympics coming out after the World Cup. Jordan, am I see you there in LA?
Yep. Somebody asked me, do I want to buy tickets the other day?
I got the little waiver to get the tickets, too. I got a little slot.
Oh, shit. Yeah, that's what they got, the time slot.
I'm pretty sure we got my brother Mazak still up here. I know you... Oh, we don't got Mazak no more. Just the Cavs and Raptors, y'all. So, I don't know how long this one would be. But, Cavs and Raptors series coming up. First and foremost, I'm going to look at both of the teams throughout the regular season. Like LeBron said the other day on his podcast episode with Steve Nash, the regular season really don't fucking matter no more. When you get into the playoffs, at least. So, the kind of Cavs were 52-30 in the regular season, it don't matter. How the Raptors were 46-36 in the regular season, it don't matter. This is the playoffs now. And we got to talk about how these teams match up against each other and who you expect to win this series and why. The Raptors have a really great defensive player in Scotty Barnes. They brought in Brandon Ingram last year at the trade deadline, who I would say had a fairly good regular season for them. Obviously, the pieces around them is still necessary question marks, I would say. That's Quickly, that's RJ Barrett, and others. You had some bright spots from CMB this year, like Mazak pointed out on Monday.
Question marks is crazy.
Just reported 2 minutes ago, Quickly participated in individual workouts on Wednesday, remains day to day. He's nursing a hamstring injury, so probably won't see him this weekend if he only participated in individual workouts on today. So I don't know, but if he does play, he plays. At the end of the day, I'm going to go with the Cavaliers winning this series, y'all. This should be a good early test for them. I just don't think the Raptors are a good enough team to be able to beat this Cavaliers team fully healthy at that. They are finally, at the right time, fully healthy. Same for the Denver Nuggets. They're finally healthy at the right time with Dean Wade, Max Strus, Mobley, and Allen, who missed a lot of games over the last month of the season. James Harden should be feeling much better going into this postseason. And then obviously Donovan Mitchell, Dennis Schroeder, even Jalen Tyson. Be back into the fold as well. So They are 100% healthy. I think the better team will probably win this series. The team, not probably, will win this series, which is the Cavaliers for me. I really want to say 5. I think I'm going to actually go with 5. That's my pick. I got the Cavs winning this series in 5, but it'll be a close 5 games. Not like they're going to be stepping on them or blowing them out numerous times throughout the series. They could get a blowout win for sure in this series. But yeah, man, I think the Cavaliers win the series in 5. It's a good experience again for Scotty Barnes. Good to see Bi back in the mix as well. But other than that, I don't know if there are too many ways where the Toronto Raptors can rise consistently offensively to be able to beat this Cavaliers team. Because I think the Cavaliers will have a lot of bright moments, a lot of bright spots where they can thrive offensively with James Harden working a pick and roll or having Mobley or Allen play finish. Donovan Mitchell being good offensively as well throughout the series potentially in numerous games. And then also they have the guys around them to be able to shoot the ball pretty well. They're nursing 3 good white boys, or 3 white boys that can shoot the ball really well, or good to well, or decent to good. Sam Merrill, Max Strus, and Dean Wade. So that could be a problem in itself, on top of what Jalen Tyson can provide on the defensive side, and his ability to knock down outside shots as well. And then Dennis Schroeder being the backup point guard for those boys. So, yeah, man, the Cavaliers, they got a really good roster. It's all about them putting the roster together after they traded James Harden like midway through the season. It's a quick turnaround for them. They finished out 52-30, 7-3 to end out the regular season. And they're clear cut the better team than the Raptors, who's been rather shaky this year, like when Zach pointed out on Monday. Started the year off pretty good, then it was up and down. And I got the Cavs winning in 5. That's my only words that I got on this series. And I try to add some things. That's me. Anybody else want to share their predictions or any thoughts on this series coming up? Excuse me.
Yeah, I got.
Go ahead, brother.
Can't hear you, Wes, if you're talking. Is it me?
I thought it was me. I was talking at the same time as him. Go ahead.
He probably didn't realize that. Yeah, he just realized he coming back. This sports schedule is about to be ridiculous. All this stuff is about to be crazy, bro.
Yeah, I got Cavs beating Toronto. Toronto doesn't have any consistent scoring at all, and their defense isn't good enough either. So, and even if when they do string along stops, like they're unable to take it to exploit it because their offense is ass.
Yep.
Whereas the Cavs just have more consistent scoring and their defense is good. So,
yep, I agree, 100%. I'm pretty sure it's not gonna be much, but you can go ahead and say what you got to say about the T.
You said me, Ev?
Yeah, because Wes not here.
Oh, I said Cavs at 6. I still think they have their issues that to me is going to result to them like losing 2 games. But kind of what Tanez said, I don't want to like just re-say what she said, but them niggas don't got enough. Me and Tanez have had convos like watching the Raptors. We watch these niggas get 4 stops in a row and not score a bucket off the shit. So I think they can like not a single bucket. So like. I think they can. I think they can bully the bigs. I think Scotty is good enough defensively to get them a game. I think Bi might be like maybe has a hot offensive game to win them another one, like or a combination of those 2 things
I
happening at
don't
the
even
same
think
time.
that can happen. I'm not gonna lie.
I don't know, Tinez. The Cavs show me every year to not trust these niggas, and until they show me a year to trust them, I will never pick them to beat anybody in 5 games. So that's why I said 6.
I get what you're saying. It's strictly off of the Cavs. I think the Cavs just gonna screw up or something.
Does James
Yeah,
Harden
to
being
me
there make
that's
a
what
difference though, versus it being anybody like Garland or anybody?
I mean, Garland wasn't there, so it does make a difference because Garland wasn't there before, like in the offs, for real, for real. So it should make a difference. But even with Harden, like he is technically injured, and I've watched Harden do the give you a game, be disappearing for 3 games, give you another game. So that's very possible too.
With this version of the Raptors, if Garland was there, you're asking me?
No, I was referencing T to what T was just saying, like how I
Oh.
know what the Cavaliers do. I'm like, would James Harden being there make a difference or not?
Not really, because to me, like Mobley being soft, the way they even run the rotations, like it's not going to change. To me, it's going to change in terms of if Garland was there. I do think they're a better team because Harden is better than Garland, but I still think they're sweet in the middle. Like if I had to be real about the Cavs, I still think the biggest sweet.
All right. Don't know if Wes is coming back. Just to give you a little 1-2 on the Cavs and Raptors. Not much to say. BJ, I see you in here. I'm probably going
Donovan Mitchell is going to kill them.
Mm.
That's what I'm.
I
putting
watched
money
Mitch
on.
put up 40 and lose in the playoffs before Tennis.
Yeah, but like that's because the other team can like get a bucket when they create turnovers. Like
We got
I don't know.
Grady.
Like I just think Donovan Mitchell's just gonna just kill them offensively, and Brandon Ingram is not gonna be able to keep up, and like they don't have nobody else to help offensively. It's just gonna be. I don't know.
I think if you can affect their bigs, you have a way to win games. And I think you have like players who can kind of body them up. Like not even size wise, they're bigger than them, but just like put a body in some of them niggas, and that to me that could stop a lot of what they want to do.
Yeah, but my issue, like, mind you, I do feel like if they had a more consistent score, then yeah. Because then I think that, okay, like, Scotty will bully them, get bored. Like, you know, like, the Raptors play aggressive, so, like, Scotty can bully them a bit, RJ can bully them or whatever. But it's just that, like, RJ can't convert when he gets to the line. Nobody cares. And then, like, nobody else, when you get a board and you pass out, like, they're not gonna capitalize on that. When they get the board to close out the defensive stop, they're not going to be able to score. Like, I don't know, like, sad, really.
How many games you got it in Tennis then?
Huh?
How many games you have the series going?
Out of respect, I'll say 5. I don't know, like, I don't know. Like, I don't see a path. I don't really see a path where a realistic path. Can anybody explain a realistic path?
Yeah, that's where I struggle at.
Like, I just like, okay, Brandon Ingram goes off for 40 and Scotty just drops 20 and 10. Like I just need a realistic path. Someone, anybody.
Okay, 12 for RJ. Quickly 15.
Quickly 15.
They're not going to be good enough, bro. They're just not good enough. The Cavaliers just are clearly a better team than them. In the playoff series, you either have to be a better team or just have numerous hot games over and over and over. And I just don't know if the Raptors will have that success to have numerous hot games over and over and over. On top of already just
If
not
they
being a
get
better
one
team.
hot shooting game, they better win that motherfucker. If they get 138% from 3, 10 to 10,
But
they better win that motherfucker.
Like they can have a game where the Cavs are off, or the Raptors are playing really good defensively, or the Raptors just on offensively, like we just mentioned with the shooting game and things like that. But that's why I said 5. That's why she said 5. That's why Tonio just said 5, and others are saying 5. Like, but they're just not that. They're just not there to be. And it's not the Cavs or anything crazy because they're not Cavs are not that crazy. They're just 100% healthy.
It's the It's the Raptors.
Yeah.
It's the Raptors. Like they're just not. That offense
They needed
that
that
offense is disgusting.
But why?
That's what they need. I've been saying that from the beginning. Like I was like, if they get D Mitch, like I would pick them to make conference finals.
I think I had a guy
like if they had that type of score, like that explosive score, like I would take them. But that's the thing, they don't. They don't have. It's bad. Oh my god.
Yeah. T, while you're here though, can we get this real quick from you on the screen, brother? Your ECF, WCF, and finals predictions.
ECF, you can go Knicks. I have to stay consistent with what I picked before the year.
No, you
Western
don't.
Conference
No, you
Finals.
don't. No, you don't.
Bro, I can't do this shit where I said before the year, if Tatum come back, they not getting to the ECF. So I gotta stand on that, gang. I gotta stand on principle.
Okay.
And then Western Conference Finals is okay,
Wait.
bro. Shout out BJ.
Who do you have the Knicks? Who do you have them playing though? Who do you have the Knicks playing?
Oh, Knicks Celtics.
They can't play in the conference finals.
They on the opposite side of the bracket.
I'm gonna flash the bracket for you real quick.
So I guess it's Cavs, Celtics. I guess Knicks ain't making it then. Fuck. Nah, fuck it. Cavs, Knicks, nigga. Knicks is 7.
All right, and who you got going out the West?
OKC.
Versus
And they can't play Denver or the Spurs in the conference finals, right?
They can, you mean?
I thought it's one of they would have to see one of those two, right?
They're going to see the Nuggets, Spurs, or the Wolves.
Okay, so Nuggets losing 6 to OKC this year. I think niggas is too high on fucking Tim Hardaway and the rest of that team, and niggas coming back to win.
So the Nuggets go to the conference finals against OKC. Then what's your finals?
OKC and 6, nigga.
Over who, brother?
Over the Knicks. I said the Knicks is 7.
My bad. Oxy over Knicks in 6. All right, added you to the docket. I
Yeah,
would
honestly,
think.
put 5, nigga. If the Knicks get there, put 5. I got OKC fucked up.
All right, I'll continue to ask more people throughout the week. Before we get to Saturday, their opinions and their thoughts on this. But yes, y'all, amazing playing games that we had last night. Let me flash this on the screen real quick. I'm hoping and praying that it's the same tonight. Both games were really damn good. Both games went down to the wire. Both games had you feeling like the other team was going to win late in the game. And both games, the other team that ended up winning turned up late in the game to ultimately get the win. The Heat went up like 6 or something like that with like a minute and a half or something like that to go, or 2. And the Suns went up like 8 with like 3 minutes to go. And the walk down happened, and the Hornets ultimately ended up winning the game in overtime. Kobe White crazy shot. Tonight we have the Orlando Magic traveling to Philadelphia to play the Sixers. Embiid is obviously out in this game, guys. I'm going to probably make a surprise pick. I don't know if it's a surprise to some or most, but I'm rooting for the Magic to win the game. I listed my reasoning on why on Monday. A player around tickets and stuff like that. But I think they have a chance to win tonight anyway, though. I think the Magic have a chance to win tonight anyway. So I'm going to go with the Magic. But in the second game, though, I'm going to go with the Clippers defeating the Warriors and sending them boys home and them having a top 12 pick or at least a lottery pick for sure. So I'm going with the Magic on the road, going to Philly and getting a win. And then I'm going with the Clippers at home, Kawhi, looking to try to get his team into the playoffs, and they will have to then beat the Suns on Friday. So I'm going Clippers and Magic tonight for my winners, and then we'll get to Friday's games when it gets a little closer to Friday. So that's my little 1-2. Anybody want to share the picks for today real quick? One more time before we go ahead and go.
I got Golden State and 76ers.
J-Mac, what's good, gang? Curry 1-game scenario. T is rocking with the Warriors, sending Kawhi packing. Anybody else? Who with the Warriors? Who with the Clippers?
Who picked the Warriors?
They go
T.
home. They go home if
Yeah,
they lose.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's a 9-10.
Yeah.
9-10 facts. Okay. Damn. That's tough.
It really was supposed to be the Clippers getting the 8th. They lost to the Blazers like 2 times in the last 2 months of basketball, or 3 times in the last month and a half of basketball to fuck up their season.
Give me the Clips and the give me the Clips and the Sixers. The Magic have been so fucking disappointing to me this year that I don't even want them to win this
By the
fucking
way,
game.
yeah, they really did. That head coach is like good as gone. Somebody mentioned that the other day, and that's definitely like a report came out yesterday in regards to the late date. Like he's good as gone as soon as the season's over, damn near. So that is a big issue for the Magic, the head coach.
Damn, he can't save his job with a good run.
Hell
Fuck.
no. I highly doubt the players don't like him. They don't like him. So it's hard.
Ev, I'm not saying that this is like possible, but imagine nigga get to the conference finals with Orlando and they like, yeah, nigga, your services are no longer needed.
Well, shit, we saw when that happened. Remember Dwayne Casey won Coach of the Year and I think got fired. What was he with?
Yeah, I thought that shit was wild at the time too, nigga.
Yeah,
they gonna tell you Coach of the Year, your job is done.
That is wild. That's wild. I ain't gonna lie.
I talked to Kawhi last night. Kawhi said he gonna take care of business.
Nigga, it's not a Kawhi issue. You got Benedict Mather and Darius Garland as guard 1 and 2, brother. Kawhi gonna get his 30.
Brother, trust me. Listen, I talked to all of them on FaceTime yesterday, brother. They not worried about them. They're not worried about the Warriors.
Curry 1-game scenario. My only problem is Steve Kerr came out openly and said that Curry, Al, Porzingis all gonna be on minutes restriction. So like, if this game goes
I didn't know that. Let me change my pick. Niggas said a minute restriction in the play-in.
Probably around like 30.
They don't care about that shit. I swear to God.
He probably capping. I ain't gonna lie.
Yo.
No, I don't know Steve Kerr to be a liar.
Ev, check the chat, Ev.
Yeah, I'm reading it now. I'm thinking about it.
Bro, didn't Curry play 29 minutes the other day?
Yeah.
Bro, he gonna play 30 plus minutes, bro. That shit don't matter. But
that BI
who I need to win?
That BI 26 better be a strong 26. Like I ain't gonna lie, like that.
Let's see him and RJ combine for like
40,
42,
45.
45.
That means like a BI
they damn near clicking because let's say hypothetically BI averaging 24, RJ averaging 21, or BI averaging 25 and RJ averaging 20 or 26-19.
Because he can. Because I'm here thinking. Because that's why I was like, if the bigs play down, it will play like how they were in the back. That means RJ's just getting to the rim.
Yeah.
And he can finish through contact. Just give him on the move, like let him finish through contact, finish. He can get.
But the only nothing's wrong with what you're saying. My only thing is I have a hard problem with seeing the bigs play how they did in the past because one, they're healthy more this go round, especially even Allen, because Allen was banged up 2 years ago. Mobley was banged up last year with the ankle. And then they're playing with a way better playmaker this go around than James Harden when it comes to orchestrating and leading the offense. So it's like, how are they going to be that bad when everything is coming at ease for them for the most part? We're like, Jakob ain't opposing no threat for them. CMB not either. Now Scotty gonna be Scotty, but like who's opposing?
No, CMB can get really physical. Like that, I'm talking about them physicality wise with boards and them defending players. I'm not talking about their offense. Yeah, like that's not a Harden thing. That's a them thing. So I'm saying like, okay, like RJ gets to the rim more off of the dribble, not off the dribble, like off movement cuts and shit like that. Gets the finish because like they playing soft. Then you got BI just happens to click in the series. They combine for like 40. I don't know, like 42 or something.
That's a lot of consistency because if they give you that, that's a lot of consistency to bank on. I do think they'll be physical with them. I think the Raptors will definitely be. You can probably argue they'll be a more physical team in this series, in my opinion, 100%, because they have more of the players that are equipped to play like that, perform like that, and be like that. But if they give you 45, yeah. But then what? And Scotty's giving you what? I guess what? 15 to 20, 18, somewhere in that ballpark.
Yeah.
I mean. Yeah, but I mean, it's all about BI 25, 26.
They're literally going to have to, like, string together stops in these games, bro.
Because BI giving you 25, RJ giving you 20 something, Sky giving you... I think the issue is the big. If the bigs play... Because I think the RJ thing, the consistent RJ scoring, to me, is the bigger question than BI consistent scoring. And I think the RJ consistency of scoring depends on the physicality of the Cavs bigs.
Yeah. I actually 100% agree with that. It's a good thing the playoffs is here. Like I said, we all just ready to like actually just watch the games. You know what I'm saying? And turn our TVs on this weekend and be able to discuss what went down throughout the game. Obviously, if it's during the watch parties or the next show or whatever the case may be, because that's where I'm at. Like I'm ready to see it, and I'm also hoping that we see games like last night tonight. I don't know if it's gonna be able to live up to it. Maybe the Clippers and Warriors game can be crazy. Curry and Kawhi, do or die. Like that's what I want to see. You know what I'm saying? So one of them can probably go for 40 today. We don't know. You know, nobody want to go home. You at least want to give your team a shot. Now, granted, neither one of these teams going to do anything in the playoffs, but you at least want to give your team a shot, especially going against OKC in the first round. You want to at least give your team a shot, potentially going against OKC in the first round to at least, make the playoffs.
You guys picked between Orlando and Philly already?
I said Orlando. D-Mac said Philly. T said, I don't know. Can't remember. I'm picking Orlando because of like a player said they promised me tickets on the team. That's all. So that's why my real reasoning. Other than that, like I don't either team.
How's Embiid?
He not playing.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, he's so I was like, hey.
Isn't like a few players out?
Nah, just Embiid. Sixers are relatively healthy too. The Magic are as well. Top of my head,
relatively healthy with Embiid not playing back.
Outside of Embiid, and I don't know Anthony Black.
That's status. A big outside.
No, that is. I don't know Anthony Black's status. Let me check his status real quick.
He's playing,
okay,
bro.
You telling me about Anthony Black when you telling me Joel Embiid ain't playing for the Sixers?
You don't care what you say.
But he don't matter as much. You know what? You're right.
Well, we know
the facts are hater.
Embiid is out. Like Embiid is out, so like nothing really can say about that. Like he's out. Okay, Anthony is good. Okay, so yeah, I'm going with the Magic and the Clippers, man. But I would love to see a crazy Curry game. I ain't gonna lie. So,
if you get a ticket, right? See if you get two, so I can come.
All right, I will. We're rooting for the Magic today, then. Don't forget that.
I don't even know because it's pending. Because I don't even know if I'm gonna get tickets. So I'm like,
so we gotta root for it. And I'm like, yo, like two, like you know what I'm saying, like two. Y'all keep getting called back to back.
I got the Clippers beating the Golden State Warriors. I don't know why T picked the Warriors.
T, you want to say your reason real quick? If he's there still. All right, you're probably busy now.
You said something?
Yeah, why do you got the Warriors real quick before we probably had the open talks to drag out?
No, I said change that shit. I didn't know about the minute restriction shit.
Okay. But he's still gonna probably play 30,
Yeah.
like Good said though. Like he played 29 in the last game.
No, but minute restriction do be like with Kerr. Even if you play 30, it's about the spots of the minutes, and in them spots of minutes, that's when the Warriors motherfuckers be going on 0 to 10 runs where the Clippers can capitalize. So I'm good. I'm just totally good off that shit. They want to do the minute restrictions. They want their top pick, bro. Jimmy not there. I feel him like in the season.
Hey, good. Shout out to your Blazers, bro. You might have been a year too early, but I mean they still here though. They still relevant, gang.
Now you understand, and guess who they playing?
What are you trying to say about that though?
BJ don't run, nigga. Don't run.
Don't run.
What you talking about?
I don't like to give good credit, but they did a lot for them losing their coach to gambling to start the fucking year.
Yeah, that matters.
I feel like that was a plus. Are we gonna act like? Are we gonna act like he was not tanking games for the mob? Is that what we're doing?
That's not what his charges was. He was running poker games to Ness. He was running poker games.
Are we not gonna connect the two? Are we see them before and after? We're gonna act like they were. That's what they were.
That's the only nigga that was point shaved.
Okay, we're doing that. Okay, gotcha.
Who's Scotty gonna be on though? Mobley? Yeah, I would assume Scotty checking Mobley. I don't think he's not gonna check Harden or D Mitch. I'm not saying he can't, but
they'll probably have stretches because they do put him on
Harden though, right?
Because
he'll get some Harden stretches.
Both because they put him on. They've had him on Brunson. Like they'll move him around for sure. But I don't. That's not gonna miss main shit though. Maybe I'll have like a couple possessions or something. I don't know.
Yeah. So Fleury, that's the.
I will say I do think him being on Mobley is really good for like the times where it's like Harden, no D Mitch on the court, like Harden and Mobley, or even Harden, the other big Allen. I think having him on a big in that situation actually like does a lot because then anytime he does call up that screen, nigga, you got to go through Scotty.
He said they should start seeing B so Scotty can guard Harden and Mitchell. Think that they're not going to do that though. They're going to start Jakob.
You want Scotty Barnes to guard Mitchell and Harden as the main, like as the main. You don't want him to help defend on the back end there.
Well, then who would be checking them then? Because it's quickly RJ, Ingram, Scotty, Jakob. Who the hell's be checking them?
That's why Mitch gonna cook the shit out of them because quickly not doing nothing. So it's like all right, and Harden like
what's quickly on.
Probably, I don't know. Does it matter? Let's have this conversation. Doesn't matter.
No, it does. Though I kind of want to know.
He's probably gonna be on Mitch and get cooked. They're gonna call it a day.
Yeah, that's
maybe. Because I don't even know. Maybe that's how they do. Maybe that's what they do.
I don't know if the Cavs are gonna start Dean Wade. I don't know if they're gonna start Dean Wade or I don't know what they do at that spot. Yeah, I don't know if it's gonna go. It's not gonna be. I don't think it's gonna be Sam. I don't know if they go D Mitch. I mean, I don't know if they go Dean or they're not going to. I don't think they go back to Tyson. I'm trying to see what they did in their last time. Okay, they went back to Dean, so it's gonna be Dean Wade. All right, it's gonna be Dean Wade then. So Merrill, Strus,
you can't really hide IQ on the team because of the size.
Hide IQ. You gotta hide IQ. You gotta hide RJ. You gotta hide all these people. Like what?
I think they're gonna go quickly on Dean, bro. I know the size. It's a big size difference. Or he might start off on Mitchell, to be honest. But at least Dean Wade not gonna be posting up. Like Dean Wade at least gonna be on the perimeter.
Who would you put? So you said Scotty on Mitchell.
Yeah, RJ and Ingram gotta start off on the backcourt with Harden and D Mitch. But then Scotty will switch around sometimes. Scotty will start off on Mobley for me, but if you want Scotty just clamp out one of them for the whole entire series, go ahead and start Scotty on Harden or D Mitch. You make your pick, and then Ingram would then check Mobley. But then that could be a small issue down low with Ingram Ingram on Mobley and then Jakob on.
But I wouldn't want BI checking either one of the guards though.
And I know exactly, so that's why they're fucked to me. Because then
they're gonna have. If anything, you can do. You could put Jacoby. I think it's Jacoby or Quickly that's gonna be on Mitchell.
Yeah, someone just typed in the chat. Jacoby will be guarding Mitchell.
Oh, somebody said that. Yeah. My bad.
Someone just types Jacoby Gardner Mitchell. He said that's why I said what I
Yeah, I'm
said.
I'm not gonna lie, Ab. This definitely 5, and it might be 4. They don't have enough. Because I'm thinking like even when they go bench, nigga, their offense is still better on the bench of the Cavs to
Yeah,
the whatever bench you're about to go to in Toronto.
because they're going to
I
have
just
harder.
told you the path, Ev. I just told you the path.
Yeah. So
I just told you the path, Ev.
it's going to be tough. I ain't gonna lie. D book to
They
the
got like
Scotty,
a
give
Blazers.
me
misfit of
Scott,
players. They have
Scotty,
like
give
a
me a little
misfit of players, like
29
niggas that
and
are good
7.
on offense
You
and
hear?
good on defense.
You hear him?
What you say?
Scotty, give me a little 20 points, 9 and 7 with like 2 blocks, 2 steals type shit.
Not 9 and 7.
Scotty can give me that.
Yeah, Scotty can do that.
Oh, I
I'm
thought you
like,
said
what?
That's
Bi.
Scotty Barnes
No,
bad.
I
No,
thought you
no,
said
no,
Bi.
no,
I'm like
Scotty.
9 and
That's
7.
Scotty. I'm saying that's Scotty bad.
Yeah.
That's Scotty bad. Jordan Woods. That's what they've been a little rather interesting. That's a little open talks conversation or whatever. We'll see what happens with
You,
DJ.
I think they put RJ on Harden because I noticed like they started to put him on strong point guards like at the latter half of the season for the last like 2-3 months or so. So I think they probably do Jacoby quickly on Mitch and then RJ on Harden.
I agree with that. And I think sometimes, if
I
anything,
think that
Scotty will see.
IQ on
I think
D.
I think Scotty will see, if anything, like more of Harden than he will see Mitchell. Like I think he will see more of Harden reps than he'll see more of Mitchell reps, in my opinion.
I don't think they're gonna want that though. I don't think
No,
they're
I'm
gonna
not
want him
saying
on the
they.
perimeter
Yeah,
though.
but
Yeah.
we know sometimes he will guard him though, or guard them is what I'm saying.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
if anything, sometimes I would rather him see Harden than see Mitchell. But I wouldn't want him, like, I'd rather him be the roamer, like you said, the backline guy, whatever the case may be, and down there with Jakob and things like that. So it's gonna be a tough series for Toronto, man. Like I think what you said is the only avenue, really, to be honest, for them potentially be able to make it a tough series and or win the series. Them guys will have to score and score consistently with them numbers you provided as well. So
That's
the Cavs
crazy.
they got a really good team, and they healthy at the right time because the T what T is saying, bro, they're coming off the bench with shooters and defense, with Keon, and then they're gonna rotate one of the bigs on the court with Allen and or Mobley, or they're gonna go Dean Wade at the 5, with having Harden or D Mitch run that lineup with having the
And you
two
still got
shooters.
Sam, Jordan,
Yep,
Tyson. You have
Jalen.
mad niggas coming
Yep.
off the bench. Like,
While
it's
having
Jaden,
Dennis,
not Jordan.
Jalen Tyson. I'm sorry, but yeah, Jordan is his cousin or brother, whatever they are. But yeah, I can't remember what they are. I think they're brothers. But Jordan is the one that's going to the draft this year. Hopefully, probably to the Ravens. But yeah. So yeah, man, it's gonna be
Oh,
interesting.
his brother
Man.
played football. That's the
Yeah,
name. That's the name I'm getting confused
yeah,
with. That's
wide
dope.
receiver.
I ain't gonna lie.
I said Raptors are gonna
Is
be.
that not dope though, Ev? One child in the NBA, one child NFL. That's hella dope.
Yeah. Another cool thing I noticed the other day, Jaime Jaquez drafted to us. His sister just got drafted, Gabriella Jaquez. So I think that's pretty cool when families have stuff like that, where you got one in the NFL or one in the NBA or one in the NBA and not even one in the WNBA. Like that's pretty cool to me, to be honest. So yeah, man, it's pretty
Is she
dope.
the first Mexican W player?
I do not know. I don't really want to try to answer that off the top of my head, but it's a blessing to her to go
You talking
top
about
10.
Gabriella?
Yeah.
Yeah, she came on strong at the end of the year. She I ain't gonna say literally like her brother. She's an energy player though. She don't quit. She don't stop. She got a motor like a motherfucker. Like she don't quit. So she should be decent from that perspective. You don't got to worry about her being lazy. But yeah,
I
she
wanna
can
tell you
she can pretty much do it all.
I want to tell you something too, brother. Obviously, you've been rocking with the platform, and I think like whether it was 2 years ago, or whether it was last year, you obviously were
Yeah,
away for whatever reasons, brother. But I'm glad that you have been back consistently throughout this year. I can say 2026, and I think towards the end of
for sure.
2025, brother. Got a great voice and a great basketball mind, brother. Or sports
I
mind. I'm
appreciate
sorry.
it, bro.
Yeah, sports mind, brother. Let me
Appreciate
give
it,
you some
bro.
flowers real quick, bro. Real shit.
Yeah,
So
I
yeah, man.
appreciate it.
Most def. That's the Cavs and Raptors, y'all. A lot of us have the Cavs in 5. So I have on a document Cavs in 5. We also got Denver 5-6. Knicks Hawks was a real 50-50 series. T, where you at in that series? And then Rockets
Niggas got Denver in 5.
or 6, yeah, brother.
In 5?
Yeah.
Oh shit! Oh, they about to make me on mini side. Hold the fuck up. In 5 though.
Mish, that's cap. If you was up here, Mish, I would say the same thing. T, where you at with the Denver and Wolves, or were you with the Nuggets or the Wolves? And then who you got next for the Hawks?
I was with the Nuggets in 6 or 7. I don't know where 5 came from. The Knicks gonna beat the shit out of the Hawks, bro. Shout out, like, they don't play no defense in Atlanta, bro. Like, They don't play no defense, and their offense ain't better than anything coming out of New York, bro. Like
Oh,
Brandon
you must ain't
Milwaukee
been
gonna
looking at
shell.
them. Oh, you must
Nah, I
ain't been
know what I'm
looking at
looking
them.
at, nigga. You niggas won 18 games in a row just to
Oh,
be a fucking
okay.
7 seed. Oh yeah,
Oh,
like I know what
okay.
I'm looking at.
Oh, them nigga down should play some defense.
You want to bet?
Winning in
Man,
5
period.
games,
No. POA,
maybe
absolutely.
6. 5 games, maybe 6,
I
bro.
got
Like,
Knicks at 5. Yeah, I got
like
Knicks
we
at
got to
5,
be
bro.
realistic, bro. Hawks had
Bro,
their
but
nice little regular season,
you
bro.
know
It's
you know
time
crazy
to.
though. Are niggas that high on the Nuggets this year that is Nuggets in 5 against the Wolves? Like
It
I'm
sounds like
lost.
niggas are more so low on the Wolves than being that high on the Nuggets, while also being high on the Nuggets too.
Most niggas I
Well,
was speaking to yesterday about it said they had Wolves and Nuggets in 6. It didn't sound like it was like no 5
Nah,
though. I ain't really
we had some
hear
five
5.
balls in here that day. I think Jordan Woods, West was leading the
Oh yeah,
five crew.
Jordan. Yeah,
Yeah.
Jordan was more on the 5 side.
Can't remember where Byron was.
maybe I'm thinking Ant too good or something, but Ant ain't going out in 5 games. Like that nigga too gangster to go out in 5, bro.
Me, I'm thinking more Nuggets in 6, but I wouldn't be surprised at all if this should go
Let me ask
7.
this last question. I saw this on the Jeff. I was watching scrolling on TikTok before I go. I gotta make some calls and shit. I was scrolling on TikTok, and Jeff Teague and them boys was talking about it on their podcast. They said if LeBron win this series, this is the second most impressive thing he done in his career. Do y'all agree or disagree?
Who they playing again?
The
This shit
Rockets.
broken my mind right now.
Just think about
Second most
everything that they
impressive
dealing
thing?
with. Yeah, think about everything that they're
Nah,
dealing with. In
no. I think he has. I think like winning in 2016 is obviously one. I
Yeah,
think
that's
getting
one,
that
yeah.
bum ass 2018 team to the finals, that's got to be 2.
Yeah, but you got to think about it though. Like getting them to the
Bro, he hit a
finals.
game winner in every single series to get.
Sorry, what? Sorry,
Bruh,
what year
beating the
was it?
Rockets with DeAndre Ayton as your second option gotta be like,
Yeah,
bro.
that's higher than
Sorry,
that game. Like
I'm
we
not
don't
what
gonna
are the
think
lie,
ones?
bro.
What are
Nigga,
the ones?
he got to
What
the
are the
finals
ones
with
you
Jordan
guys?
Clarkson.
What are the moments you guys are speaking on?
I was scrolling on TikTok, and Jeff Teague and them on their podcast was having a conversation on a show. Was having a convo like if LeBron was to win this series, Jeff said it firm like this is probably the second most impressive thing he done in his career.
Second?
Yeah, what's over this?
I said no to second.
Like think
I
about the
said 2016 and
context. Like no,
2018.
they say like no Luka, no Reeves, like doing
Detroit,
it with this team.
that Detroit series was insane.
That was insane. Yeah, that wasn't.
Then the 2018
but
that
Heaven said, think
28.
about it.
Well, you're talking about that where he hasn't won a championship, right?
Like just him.
No, Heaven said, think about it though. It's prime Braun back in those days though.
Yeah.
We talking
Yeah, no,
about
it
40.
don't have like
We
no,
talking
no,
about
no.
40
We're not gonna do this. 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 We're not gonna do this.
One thing. Because they did also reference this is the 41, 42-year-old Braun. Like you know what I'm saying? So
I get that.
So
I get
series, that is really, really crazy. Big.
That's not. I don't think that's crazy. But I don't think it's. I was gonna say I don't think that's top 2 though, because that Detroit series was insane.
2018 was arguably like the damn near best.
2018
outside of Miami.
It don't even that 2018 entire run with the game winners plus game one of the finals was insane. But that though, he played every minute against Boston. Like that shit wasn't like that 2018 run was fucking insane.
Boston, but that series was
he played every minute.
50-50. This Lakers series is not 50-50. Like this is not 50-50.
No, it's not.
LeBron was that good of a player. LeBron was that good of a player at that moment for that series to at least be 50-50 or viewed as that.
Ev, you would be right if I'm just talking about that one series. I'm talking about the entire run, including game 1 of the finals.
Who was it? The Pacers,
that
Boston,
shit,
and who? Who was the other one?
That run was insane. We're not gonna do this. That run, 2018 was
game winner.
LeBron is 41 years old, y'all. He don't have Luka and Reeves.
That's 3 games winners in game 1 against the best team ever.
Bro,
like,
LeBron is fucking 40
He's
and DeAndre Ayton is his second option. What are y'all talking about?
No, that's super impressive, but that's not top 2.
That's not
top 2.
It's not even top 3. It's not even top 3, y'all.
This will be top 1, actually.
This is easily top 1. Whoa, this is not 1.
He's dealing with a talent.
This is not 1. This is not 1.
He's dealing with a talent discrepancy. He's dealing with an athletic discrepancy, bro. Like
this is not 1.
That nigga got scared of
y'all hear me? Y'all hear me?
Yeah,
we can.
You call me what?
That nigga scared of you, Byron. That nigga called a timeout.
He said this is 1K. I need a whistle. I need to buy a whistle, bro. I need to buy
No,
a
he
whistle.
talking about a nudge. He talking about
I
a
need to
nudge.
buy a
He said
whistle,
that's
bro.
one.
This is so funny.
Hey, y'all
I
can
went
hear me
I went
for
to tears, yeah.
Yeah, we hear you.
Yeah, we can hear.
Why you laughing at my dog Money Man
my
22, bro?
Hey,
You
y'all,
laughing at
hold
my
on,
dog.
wait. Twin, I think I heard everything. You don't think this will be better than the Pistons?
Nah,
Depending on how he
I don't think
perform,
so. I
depending on,
don't think
depending on how he
so.
perform.
Like,
Because I do agree. This wouldn't top the whole 18 run.
You think
That's
it's
number
top
2.
16, Byron? Because I have 16-1,
Oh
18-2.
hell
Oh
no.
no, of course 16
Yeah,
is
like
one.
how is it
No,
2?
No,
I
they
got
have
16,
they have
18.
16 at 1, y'all. They have 16 at 1, but this is
Oh,
two
okay.
games.
You're saying this would
I
be
don't.
This
2,
is two
and then
games.
what are
18,
y'all doing? What are y'all doing right now?
18 would be 3 for them.
So real quick with
We're
Jordan.
winning this series would be a top 2. Yeah,
Okay,
winning this series would be a top 2 Brian moment.
Like
If
this
you win the
is
series, would this be a top
Bro,
2
I
Brian
don't know
moment?
why they keep doing 16, bro. Like,
no.
for the
They
chip.
left it out. They left it out, bro. They left it out. We only got
Oh,
to speak
okay,
on
I'm about to
16.
say, thank
Yeah,
God.
They say
Like,
16
No, I think Ev said
Wait, what?
non-champion. I think he
in the
said
finals,
non-champion.
before the finals, he
You
was
saying
running all that.
non-champion? You saying
You talking about
non-championship, right?
I'm about to try to find it. So
Hold on, y'all. Hold on.
Yeah, I don't know the
Jordan,
context, so.
Jordan, they're not talking about. It don't gotta be a whole run.
So
Because
it's the series.
because they literally just talking about this series.
She wouldn't
Like
even
him just beating Houston. It don't gotta be a whole playoff.
Oh, I mean,
yeah,
that.
Just moments.
Yeah, like just moments.
Yeah,
Like,
moments can last the series, 2 games.
Depending on how he play, if he is the best player, or even top 2 player in this series, and they beat the Rockets, I would put this over Detroit. He wasn't even that crazy.
Detroit was, but Detroit was.
He was not that crazy in this Detroit. He had a good moment in that game 6.
Yeah,
He wasn't
that was 5, but that was the moment of moments, though.
That's what I'm saying.
No, it wasn't. No, it was a very important moment. Don't get me wrong, but I'm still taking that. If he come in this series and he a top 2 player, I'm taking that over Detroit.
It's not gonna matter, bro, because he's gonna have reinforcements at some point in this series. I'm pretty confident in that.
Oh no, he can have reinforcements, but he still have to be a top 2 player in order for them to win. Top 2 player in the series.
Depends on the reinforcement.
I'm not gonna lie. I seen the Lakers Rockets playoff schedule, boy.
Hold on. Who can be better than him and they win the series outside of KD?
Nigga, Luka.
Luke. Nigga, you saying Luka or Luke?
Luka.
They're not coming back. What are you, Jordan?
Brother,
what
if this goes,
about,
I'm willing to bet if this goes 5, one of them will be back.
No, I think they're saying let's say they don't come back, Jordan. Those are the
criteria. I mean, at that point, I think we debating fan fit. I'm pretty confident they're coming back. One of them's coming back.
All right,
so,
bro, here this nigga go just poo-pooing on the conversation for the hell of it.
No, I'm serious. No, I'm dead ass. No,
listen, bro. Listen to the scenario.
Yes, give me the scenario, brother.
The scenario is if either one of them come back, LeBron leads this team over the Rockets in the series.
Yeah, this is
Is it a top 2 Bron moment?
Yeah, second most impressive thing he's done in his career.
No. Because if you're talking about championship,
I would just even say it's over Detroit.
Is it top 3? Is it top 3, y'all?
Yeah, top 3.
So top 3 to you. So
sorry, what do you say, Jordan?
I'm trying to think. We're talking about because bro.
Because I'm not gonna lie. 20. Jordan said I can't. Jordan said he tired of 2016. I don't give a fuck. That 2016 finals is fucking insane.
But we know that's one though.
Yeah.
So why we bringing it up?
Why y'all bringing up?
We know that's one.
18. Bro, I'm sorry. This would not be better than 18, bro. No way.
Yeah, not better than 18.
It's not better than 18 ECF at all.
It's not better than, bro. 18 is the best player I've ever seen in my life. It's not better than 18.
So it's not top 2. Then it's not.
It's not top 2.
My nigga. LeBron James is 14 years old.
Yeah, listen to Goods real quick, y'all. Listen to Goods real quick.
We don't care what you talking about.
I'm sorry.
30 years old. old
A nigga-
with no athleticism
I
around him,
don't
no
care
talent
what you're
around
talking
him,
about.
going
Yeah,
against
nah,
one
y'all
of the most
nah, nah.
athletic teams in the
I'm with
league.
good.
What are we talking
I'm with
about?
good,
I'm with
bruh.
good.
That nigga
Y'all
not that
tripping.
nigga not that shit not
Top
better
three.
than the two that I just said. I'm not gonna lie.
I'm with good,
But
bro.
this nigga,
I'm
That's
with you on
big
that.
over
It's top
18
three.
to me. That's exactly
Hold on,
why
This
wait,
shit
it
not
wait,
is.
over 18. This shit
do
is
you
not
Yes,
over
it
18.
will
understand what he
be.
would have
hold
to
on. What
It's
did
do
you
not
to
say?
over
win this
18.
series?
This shit is
F, what
not
you
over.
said?
Bro.
No, I'm saying
What you
Byron.
said, F?
I'm 100% with goods. That's why me and Goods are basically saying if he were to win this series, obviously LeBron has to perform at a certain level. Doing that at age 41, that's why we would put that over 18 because 18, even with that team being what it was, or even him being the player that he was,
You know what?
he was
You know
so
what?
damn
You know
good.
what?
It was expecting him to
Well,
be
I
able to
mean,
perform like
You
that
know
because
what?
he
You
was
know what? You
LeBron
know what?
James.
You
He was
you know what,
insane.
brother?
I'm not
You know
mad
what,
at y'all.
Ev?
I'm not mad
You
at
know
y'all
what,
for
Ev? You're right. You're right. You know what? You're right. You're right. If he averages 35 or whatever the fuck he averaged in that series, yeah, I'm gonna poop. I'm sorry, bro. Yeah, I'm gonna poop on the fucking conversation. He's averaging 35, age 41. What are we doing? Yes, if he does it, yeah,
No,
yeah.
no, he
Yeah,
It
don't
don't
be.
even
yeah.
gotta be
So
35
now,
though.
so
It
now,
don't
so
gotta be
wait, wait, wait.
35
It
though.
don't gotta be
What is it?
35.
Yeah, it don't gotta
35
be
with elite
35.
It gotta be
defense? You
35.
say
It don't gotta be
35 with elite
35.
defense, Jordan? 35 with elite
bro,
defense
bro,
type
No,
shit?
bro, bro.
no, man, y'all,
Bro,
man,
if he,
y'all.
but what I'm saying, but this is what I'm saying. No, this is what I'm saying. I think he can win. I think if he averages 27, 8 and 8 or 27, 8 and 9, I don't think they will. I think they could win the series. I don't think the pathway of them winning the series is LeBron averaging 30 plus and just backpacking. And I don't think it's the more realistic scenario for them to win the series. So if he averaged 27, 8 and 9 and they win
Whoa.
this series off of the strength
They're
of that and great defense and just and lock it in on them and not turning the ball over, I'm not
they're
putting
not
that
winning this series
over a
without him
nigga averaging
backpacking.
35
They're
in
not gonna win this
ECF.
series without him backpacking though. Like
That would be back, but
oh
what's
27,
a
that's
realistic
backpacking to you.
backpack of him now?
That is backpacking to you saying?
Yeah,
Oh,
I
okay,
mean,
Bro,
all
I
right,
I'm
we're
not
good
would.
then.
gonna
All right, we're
lie.
good then. Okay,
I'm
we're
not
good.
gonna
That's fine.
lie.
That's
If
fine.
LeBron
Yeah,
James is
that's a
averaging,
backpack. Like
if
because
LeBron
no
James
one
is
does this team
averaging,
average 20, Ev. So
That's
that to me
fine.
that's
Yeah,
if
a
that's fine.
backpack.
LeBron
That's fine.
James is averaging 27, 8 and 9 in this series, because I know these games probably gonna be low
He averaged
scoring ass
26 last
games.
year. Like,
Bro, that's what I'm saying. If he's averaging 27 and efficient, 27,
uh,
8 and 9 with good defense at 40 years old in the playoffs, high intensity. Come on, bro. What are we talking about? What are we
it's
talking?
not
That's the
over.
most
It's not over
ridiculous shit.
18,
It's
bro.
not
It's
over
not.
That is,
28.
It's
I
not
don't think
over
I
it's
ain't gonna
18.
over.
lie.
I don't think it's over
I'm
16, but
using
18, yeah. Because,
or
bro,
eight.
LeBron
Bro,
at
do y'all remember
18,
18,
a
bro?
lot of people think LeBron at 18 was the best player, quite
Bruh, you
literally,
know what the
ever.
18,
problem with this
That,
conversation
that was,
is?
18
that
we
was
had
You
top
know what the
21
problem
10.
with this
back-to-back
convo
finals
is?
games.
If you took 18 LeBron on this Lakers team right now, y'all would not say Rockets in 5. You would not say
No
Rockets in
way in
5.
hell.
Yeah, I would have. Shit, I would have. Damn near
That's
all
the
Bingo,
five.
point.
bingo, bingo, bingo. Y'all
See,
not scaling it
Okay,
see,
right.
what?
That's what
that's the
I'm trying to
point.
say. You and Twin not scaling it right,
Okay,
Jordan. That's the problem.
no. That's not the point because I would be saying us in 5. Even
That's
with
my
Brian playing with
point.
That's the whole
no.
point.
What do you?
That's the whole
they're
point.
saying because he's a worse. They're saying because he's
Bron
a
is
worse player
actually,
at this point than just to be a
Okay,
better
but if he
he
moment.
plays at that
that's
level, they're not going
really
to win in
what
5.
scares me.
Okay, no, that's the
Yeah,
point.
good.
No, that's the point. If they win in 5 games, if they don't, then that's not the point. It don't matter at
Huh?
that point. If
No,
y'all
that's
were
not the
comparing,
no. 5 is your
no,
number. It
because
don't
y'all
gotta
were
be
doing the
5. It could be 6. It could be
comparables.
7. But the point is, if that's 18
Maybe
LeBron, you're going to
6,
pick the
not
Lakers to win
7.
that
No, I'm not
series,
giving you
though.
7. No, it also depends on how the series goes.
Well, it don't really
If
matter
like
what
if
game it
But
is. The point,
it's
because
also
bro,
a
the
put it
end
this
all
way,
be
if
all
the Lakers
is
win
though. If it
18, I
the
wouldn't
end
even
all
be
be all
like,
though.
I'll
If
be
it's
looking at the second
18
round,
LeBron,
bro.
you're going to pick them to win this series right here, though. That's the point.
Bro, I wouldn't be, the to what extent matters. I wouldn't just be picking them in a tough 6 or 7. I wouldn't be like, bro, I mean, not get disrespectful, bro. Like, I wouldn't even be. I'd be looking at the second round,
And
bro. Like,
why
I
is
wouldn't be
that? But
thinking.
Jordan Woods, why is that? You're not saying anything that's going to help your
Because
case in this combo. Why is that,
yes,
Jordan
that's what
Woods?
I'm trying to get him to see.
Yeah, you're not
Like
going to say
you,
anything
bro,
that's
you
going to.
keep, bro. The fact that I don't even care about the games. The fact that you
Exactly.
picking
Yeah.
Braun team to win, if you
Uh huh.
swap 18 with this player, is the clear cut reason why him pulling this off would be hella impressive and possibly rivaling a top 2 performance
Yeah.
or a top
Yeah.
2 moment.
Yeah.
There's a gap, but there's just a gap in between that and that. There's a
Yeah, I
gap.
was gonna
Y'all act
say
like
not
there's no gap in
necessarily.
between the two.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
A gap
Because
in
the way
16.
that it's
Are
the
you
way
talking about
that
the
it's
gap in
the
talking about
way
with
the
16?
way that it's
the gap in
the way
between
that it's done.
I don't care about the gap. I'm talking about is it top 2 or
Bro,
not?
I think
It's not
20,
a gap. It's not a gap
bro,
with
bro,
18.
I think 2021, not after the injury, no. 2022 Bron. That might be better. That might be better. I think 2022 Bron can win this series. The year he averaged 30.
Yeah, he probably.
Yeah.
No,
and
no,
Yeah,
that's
no,
top
no,
two.
no,
yeah.
no, no,
It'll be
no,
He was
no.
nice.
it'll
He
be
was
Not
nice in
Gary.
22. I'm not gonna lie. He was nice in 22. I'm not gonna lie.
yeah. He
I
was
don't think
nice.
22. I don't
He
think
was
22
he
He
was
Brown
was
went
winning
in this
nice
scoring
as
series.
title
fuck in
that year.
22.
I'm
I'm
not
not
there.
gonna
Y'all
lie.
don't think Gary?
I don't think 22 Brown went in this series. I remember 22
I,
Brown.
and,
No,
and
I
that
don't
could
think
be
he went in
where
this
we
series.
disagree. And I do. And if he did, I'm not saying wow, this is a top. No,
Is
it's talking about LeBron James, bro. It could be top 5. It could be top 4, top 2. Nah, I can't do top 2. I can't do top 2.
Yeah, we could agree
I,
to
Oh,
disagree.
Yeah, tweaking, bro. If
I
LeBron showed
yeah.
me he can still go out there and average 27,
Man,
8, and
y'all,
9 in the playoff
y'all
setting
crazy, bro.
and
There's
beat
a
a
Bro,
beat
reason.
a
no.
There's a
beat a
reason.
Here's
really
the
Y'all
good
reason.
talking
playoff
about.
No,
team.
Y'all
He's
are
no,
crazy.
40,
Yeah.
Y'all
40.
forgot this man
No,
is
He's
a
no,
career. This shit
41.
hold on.
crazy.
He's
bro. We were saying this
41.
band is pretty much best suited
Y'all are
as a
talking
role
about the year.
player
Okay, y'all are
on a
talking about
team
the
with
year he
Austin
swept.
Reeves.
Y'all are
What are we
talking about the year
talking
he.
Exactly.
about?
Y'all are
What the
talking about
fuck
the
are
year
we
he
talking
swept.
about?
Y'all talking about the year he swept the 1 seed, and the year he came back from 3-2 down versus
You talking about
Boston,
18?
averaging
Oh, 18.
35. And then you're talking about the year where he had 41 in back-to-back finals games against the best team ever. I'm not crazy. You're crazy.
Bro. You are talking about, but that's no. You only thing you making is his legendary case for his
Exactly.
prime.
Yeah,
For his
peak slash
prime.
prime Braun. That's all
Peak
you're doing.
Braun. That was
Yeah.
still prime
And
Braun.
it's
Yeah.
and the reason
Bro,
why
what
it's
the fuck are
prime
we
Bron is
talking
because
about?
it's
Thank you, Ivory.
Bron.
Thank
Real
Like
you.
good
you,
team. He's
no,
not
you,
facing, bro. If he was facing,
no,
if
he
he was
is
facing
facing.
the Spurs, if he was facing the
No, it is.
Nuggets, I'll be with you. He's not
It is.
facing. His competition is not nothing.
But bro, it is a clear reason why this is like they are an all-time underdog right now. It is a
Bro,
clear
them
reason
And
niggas
you
them
why.
have
niggas
it in
got
5 for a reason, Jordan.
And you got it in 5. You saying it's not a chance in hell they can win. You was not saying that in any series in
But I don't
18.
think the pathway to them. I don't think them bridging that
You was
gap.
not
That's
saying
what we're
that
doing.
in any
I
Jordan. You was
don't
not
think.
saying that in any series in 18 that they did not have a chance. You was probably picking Braun in
But
every single one of them hoes.
I don't think them bridging that gap. I don't think them bridging that gap of them overcoming to win the series is going to come from, even if the guys don't come back, it's going to come from him just going. I don't think that's the path. Like I don't think that's the. If
Bro,
it
I don't.
happens,
Bro, all I'm saying is he is going to, if he's a top 2 player. Because again, if KD outperform him to a slight degree, I'm not going to I'm still going to hold it in high regard. As long as he ain't go out there, which again, this is going to sound insane. As long as he ain't go out there and got outperformed by hell, fucking, I don't know, somebody on one of the Lakers, any one of the Lakers, any one of the other Lakers. Like say, goddamn, DeAndre Ayton go out there and perform better than him, and they just so happen to miraculously win a series till the Rockets just choke or some shit. Then yeah, no, I'm not gonna hold it in that high regard because you got outplayed. You somebody in your team played better than you. If Braun is the clear best player on the Lakers, and they win the series, bro, it is a clear reason again why you have this going 5. Or even like you saying, it's not a chance. You didn't even want to speak on this series, and now we bringing up scenario where they can actually win that whole. I don't get it.
and the other part is you brought up the prime part, and I just thought about this. You brought up the prime part as far as the 2016 shit. Yeah, going
No, not
into the
16,
series.
not 16.
Oh, not 16. Okay, 18.
18. Yeah, 18. I picked Braun in all them hoes. Nah, and this wasn't even, well,
In 18, right? In 18, right?
Yes, in 18,
Yes,
yes.
me too.
Well,
Right.
and
Exactly.
2018, I don't think was he favorites in all of them?
No.
I don't think so.
I don't think
No,
He wasn't.
you want
I don't.
favorite probably.
But
Yeah, he wasn't
Not
I
favored.
don't
the
think
first round.
simply He was favored over the doing Pacers. something I you do weren't remember expecting that. to do is the only way to measure it, though. And that seemed like that's what you're hanging your hat on. Oh,
Hold on,
because
say
he
it again.
wasn't expected to do it. I think the level of performance also matters.
In
I said that. No,
2018, he wasn't expected to
no,
do that in
I don't think
2018,
the
though.
level. I don't think.
I'm continuously adding he got to perform a certain way. That's why I'm saying he got to at least be a top 2 player
Maybe
in
the
the
gap of
series.
where
I'm
we think
adding that.
maybe
I'm
that's
adding
where the
that in there.
disconnect is. I don't think maybe there's a gap in where you think he has to perform and I think he has to perform for them to win the series. I don't think.
Bro, how can they win the series if he's not a top 2 player in the series?
I'm not saying wait. That's
That's
the
what
wait.
that's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying.
Hold up. You're saying even if he's worse than KD and they win the series, it'll still be a top 2 Brown moment?
I said slightly. I said if you
I
get
don't care if it's at all.
I said KD can
Bro.
edge
You
him.
gotta for me to even
KD can edge
consider, you
him.
gotta be the best player in the series now. Like
What if KD is just
Well,
that good as well though? Like what if KD is just good too?
and everybody
what is KD doing though? Are we talking about 30
and
something? Like, what are we talking about?
everybody around him is ass. That's what it's gonna
What are we
take.
talking about KD do? What do you think about let's get to the nitty-gritty. What do you think Brown needs to average for them to win the series?
For them to win it, he got to be somewhere in the 27, 28 round.
Yeah, I can't do it, bro. I can't do it. Not 27, bro. I don't care 27. Unless it's like 12 assists and
8
shit.
rounds?
Like I can't do
You
it. Like
just
if you're
Because I
talking
mean,
about
you gonna have,
27 though.
you gonna have, yeah.
You just said
You said what?
27 like 7 and 8 or 27 8 and 9. You literally said that like 10
Yeah,
minutes ago.
but the difference is I'm saying that would be top. I'm saying that wouldn't be top 2 Brown ever. He's saying it would be. That's the difference.
Bro, it's the fact that he
Wait,
just winning
what?
the series point blank period though.
Yeah, the
While
fact he
doing
winning the series.
Yeah, like that's what it's about for him. Like with
But
doing
if
them
he
numbers.
if he does that, that's kind of making my point. If he's doing that, that alone, other guys will have had to have stepped up to a certain level.
Of course.
And that happening alongside him averaging 27 is not enough for me to say, oh, this is top 2 Brown. No.
Bro, nobody is expecting Braun to be enough. Keep in mind. When's the last time we see Braun be a number one option? But we haven't even seen when the last time have we seen Braun be like de facto number one option and even average them numbers? When the last time we seen it? Because the year he averaged 30, they didn't make the playoffs, I don't think, right? 22, they went in.
They averaged 30, he didn't make the playoffs. 23,
Yeah.
23, he was 23. I don't think he did that.
Bro, the man's going to a series, bro.
He was hurt 23.
He ain't even got one other person that can average 20 in a series. Not one other person. When's the last time he even had that?
Which is confusing to me how you would say him averaging 27. So somehow him averaging him averaging 27.
Well, he averaged 27 as the number. I mean, he was with KD. Well, no.
This is a low scoring series.
Yeah.
He could get away with averaging 27, 8, and 9. And then guys pitching around him. Like Luke Kennard give you maybe like 13, Rui give you 15. Like that's how it would go. Guys just have to pitch it around.
Do you know how many we're talking about LeBron James? You know how big it is for me to even say it would be a top 5, top 4? Y'all talking top 2.
Top 2 based off of the expectation. Based off the expectation.
Like we gotta so much context that's included.
2018, he was not expected to do any of the shit that he did in 2018. We're not doing that.
You picked him to win those series. Byron picked him. I picked him. Others picked him.
The majority of the world did not expect him to do what the fuck he did in 2018. We're not doing this. We're not going to do this revisionist history bullshit.
He gave them a 50-50
Everybody, nobody expected him to do what the fuck he did in 2018.
The 2018 LeBron James gave the Cavaliers a 50-50 chance at worst in every single series.
Nobody's expecting him to win.
Nobody's expecting him to win. No, I get that, Byron. I don't know why you're yelling. I get that. What I'm saying is that.
Go ahead. I'm listening to you.
My point is that you guys are saying that one of the reasons why is because nobody expected. It's like, okay, well, like you can apply that to the other moments that people selected. They didn't
version of LeBron James.
But you got to realize he took that
Galaxy,
and that's why what he did was much more.
Better version of himself in that run, and it was even better than that.
Yeah, that's
exactly. Did you pick LeBron to lose one? Did you pick LeBron to lose one series in that run? Because I didn't.
No, but he rose above my expectations of level of play. He rose even above it when he was played that year. He rose above the best player ever.
He would be doing that in this series too.
No, I'm not gonna. Ev, I'm not gonna lie. Like, I don't know what's happening in 2018. I don't know if it's because we're so far removed, so we're kind of. Let me finish. Because Ev is like, you picked him. That's cool. That's fine. Because I'm not gonna lie. During that time, I'm picking LeBron James against like whoever the fuck. I don't care. Like I was picking them against the KD Golden State Warriors. I was that delusional when it came to LeBron. But my point is though, is that like even in 2018, like I picked him or whatever. When he was doing that shit though, like that shit didn't seem like it was real life. That shit was insane.
Okay,
yeah. Was up, like,
this was not seen. This at 41.
Exactly. Because you're gonna be 41. That's not gonna be like 2018. That shit not gonna hit the same. I swear to God, that shit not gonna hit the same.
Yeah, you crazy. You crazy.
You are tripping. That level.
If he's 41 doing this, like what?
You are crazy. At 41, averaging 27 as a number one option again, might I add, because he haven't been this
Bro,
since
he
the
just averaged
championship year.
26 as a number 2 last year. Like I'm
I
not.
don't
I guess
care. That's number 2. I'm gauging it different.
And that's
okay.
playing off of
So
Luka. He's not playing
That's
off of
what?
nobody.
He playing with Luka.
He's not playing off of nobody.
What? Luka
okay, but
and Boston, I might add.
Yo.
okay, he
And
wasn't.
also was mid.
He had to.
But
He had to share or cede the volume as the number 2. Now, granted, it's with Anthony Davis, so the dynamic is different. But he wasn't the definitive number 1 at that point. So you can't.
No,
So you can't.
right.
You can't say what he didn't do as a number 2. Then when I give you can't look at the number 2 option thing differently in both scenarios. You got to look at it consistently across the board.
No, I'm only gauging. I would only gauge this to his other number 1 scenarios. I'm not gauging him as a number 2 no more.
Did you expect him to
He would
average
be a number
35?
1.
Did you expect him to average 35 on elite efficiency in the 2018 playoffs before, even if you expect him to win every series?
No. He performed at God. He was a God tier level in
God.
It was still a first wild. Go ahead, bro. Go ahead. My fault.
No, you're good.
34 by the way.
I'm saying my expectations for him around that time, I was expecting him to get to a God tier level back then before I would even expect him to get to an elite number 1 option right now. And that's the difference. That's the difference. I would expect him to get to prime Braun. I'm expecting prime Braun to possibly get to a God tier level. Even if I wasn't betting on it, I would be like, okay, yeah, Braun got to a God tier level. Oh my, like he's really to go. Okay, yeah, because he in his prime still. I'm not expecting Braun to get to a number 1 elite option level.
I hear
you, but expecting someone to get to a level of play that you literally never seen before.
Yeah, bro.
Never seen is a stretch. But that long, that him doing it that long in every single round, yeah, we never seen that. But he done that in multiple series throughout his career. What do you mean? Like never seen? Can y'all hear me? What the fuck? Hold on. They tripping, bro. Hold on. Testing. Can I hear them now? Hello? Why can't I hear them anymore? Hold on.
It is if Braun was to win against the Rockets this year, and I'm adding the fact being the number 1 player on the Lakers because that's what he'd have to be for them to win. Would it be a top 2 moment in his career? And it's pretty much.
Jordan Woods and Ness disagreed.
Yeah, and it's excluding. It's pretty much everybody stamping 16 as the de facto number 1. So now it's rivaling all the other years. Would it rival all the other years? Or would it be better?
And they were favorites versus Indy and Boston, by the way. Can y'all hear me?
But Byron, you can't say it
Can y'all
would
hear me?
because
they were favorites versus Indy and Boston.
Yes,
by
brother.
The way. They were favorites versus Indy and Boston.
You don't even think the Rockets are that good, Byron. So what? Like,
wait, what? Well, no, I don't think that. I don't think they're that good. But I also think this Lakers team.
If he beat a bad team, y'all all say the team sucks.
No. This Lakers team is a lottery team. If they played this whole season together, this team right here, this team is in the lottery. Point blank period. So it's a different conversation. It's a different level of bad. This is a different level of bad team right here. This team not sniffing the playoffs.
Can't you I guess because 2018 Brown was that good, but that roster, nigga, that's not a play-in roster, even though the play wasn't a thing without Brown.
That goes to my point. Yeah, that helps my point. Yeah. Braun was that good. There's no team of his. I don't care who you put with that Braun. Exactly. They're not in no lottery. No, hell no.
You're right.
It's just hard. It's just hard for me. It's just hard for me.
I can understand that, but I don't see that how that's.
Oh, then why are we propping up 2016 then?
What? Wait, say what? You know why 2016 is propped up?
Because of who you gonna say? Because of who he went against?
No, because of the comeback, the 3-1 comeback. That's the big.
So the narrative. So y'all letting the narrative cloud you, or
that was a 3-1 comeback with great performances. What you mean?
That's a narrative. That's literally what.
But I get what Jordan's arguing though. Like I don't agree.
If you're not he was in his prime, right? He was in his prime. He was for the whole run. He played much worse than he did in 18.
But 16 against that team, though, in that moment, like I say, being down 3-1, like you did something that was never done before. Like
Like,
literally
how was
never
that
done
not the
before in
biggest?
the
Yeah,
finals.
like that's the
It's never
biggest
been
thing of
done.
them all. Like, that's why it's
And I
propped up.
think that's mine for 20. That he did some shit in 2018
No,
run. I have
I agree
never
with that, but I'm trying to follow their logic of
but I'm using the
this
same
level of player
I'm
played
using,
at this
I'm
level,
using the
but
same
I
logic.
expected him to rise to this level or this level because of who he was in his prime. I'm saying then, so you're going to give him the bump because of the narrative in 16 and basically like the comeback and all that in 16 because because by the way they fell down and he didn't play well and he was a big part of them falling down because he wasn't playing well early in that series. Them first
Yeah, but then they came back and won it though. Like you're
Yeah, he
leaving
came
out
Yeah,
back
some of
that
the
completely.
series.
Yeah,
balances it all
and he
though.
was and before that he played good against Toronto. He wasn't good. He wasn't that good in that whole run.
Yeah,
Like
but none of that
the whole
matters
run of
because the end
16.
all. But none of that matters because the end all be all and
Yeah.
the result of that run was he came back against the team that was supposed to be the greatest team ever assembled with the most
But
wins
it
of all
wasn't
time.
just but it also wasn't just him. And again, this is me poking holes at his run, which I think
Oh,
is one of the
now
best.
it's not just him. But when I argue Kyrie had a big delta,
Nobody would never said it was just him.
I've always said that.
come on.
What I'm saying is if you look at his overall level of play across that whole series and that whole run, the logic does not marry with if you're gonna not put 18 up there and then put 16 up there. I get the comeback, I get the best team ever, but I'm saying that also some of that is also canceled out by his level of play across the
I mean,
whole
I
run of
wouldn't.
that year.
I
So if you're
wouldn't
gonna
put
not put
18.
one up there, how can you put the other up
You
there? To
can't
me, at
argue.
least.
You can't argue this with me because I wouldn't have 18 on this run better, like second best run ever either. I put 16 in his run in Miami when they came back and beat the Spurs. I think I mean, I
Well,
think
it's not.
Miami.
The question's not the run process. It's just the moment. Like
Yeah,
I get
his
what you're
moment.
saying, and I don't.
Sometimes the
I
moment,
think
sometimes the moment is a
LeBron
run,
James.
sometimes the moment is a series.
I
I
think
get it.
I think LeBron James's biggest moment. I know again it wasn't all him, but them coming back and beating the Spurs. I mean, I think that's a bigger moment than 18, and I think that would then it rivals 16, and I don't think that even if he beats the fucking Rockets, who you guys all think suck, it's not a big fucking deal.
Yeah, 13 is very underrated because
I mean,
he
he
beat.
won a
you talking
championship.
about that game? You talking about the game 6?
But
I'm not talking
game
about the
6
game
and game
six.
7
I'm
really.
just saying the
Oh
entire.
yeah, yeah.
Process. The point is, God, oh Jesus Christ, we're not going to meet in the middle on this one. I'm glad that Byron heard me in goods and said, okay, I see where they're coming from, and flipped. I don't expect everybody to flip, but process. The point is, in 13, 18, any year that you all want to reference, LeBron James being LeBron James gave the Heat and or the Cavs a puncher's chance or a probability to win this series or to be able to come back and win at the end of the day. In 18, he was the favorites in 2 out of those 3 series before the finals. First and foremost, I'm going to provide that fact. The Pacers series and the Celtics series. 13, he had running mates on his side that were all-star level players / star level players and a decent roster, right? You have to remember that. Going into this series right here, he doesn't have no all-star level player or star player. Does not have a decent roster. He cannot take over the game like he used to be able to in 13 and or 18. He is 41 years old. So that's why to us, that's on our side, this is probably the second most impressive thing that he will be doing throughout his career because he didn't have the ability to take over games like he did prior in his prime. And which was the icing on the cake. Jordan Wood said this was 18 Bron. He would pick the Lakers to win this fucking series. That was the icing on the cake for me.
Yeah.
That's
But
not the icing for you, but that's not the icing on the cake. I know
Yeah, I
what
can't
that
say. Yeah,
means.
you
That's
laid
not.
everything out perfectly right there.
Like, that's
I
crazy.
agree. I agree with everything you said, and I agree with all of that, and I'm not disagreeing with anything you said to the fact like how impressive it would be. But then when you look at it and you flip it, and I can't let this go. Throughout this entire season, everybody said that the Rockets are not that good of a team. They don't have a good
Okay,
offense.
I'll address that part because you keep saying it. That's like the 5th time saying it.
Yeah, I think that's a big deal.
Okay, that is a big deal. You're saying it a lot, so I'll address it for you. The Rockets went 53 and 29 this season. They missed Fred VanVleet, obviously, the entire year, and Steven Adams. But when you add a guy like Kevin Durant, you are expected to replicate some of the success that they had last year. They did that. They won 50-plus games again this season. Do we all think that the Rockets are an upper echelon of teams in the Western Conference like the Nuggets, the Spurs, or OKC? No. Are they average to mid to decent? Yes. Can they beat the Lakers if the Lakers were healthy? Yes. Can they probably give the Wolves a tough fit? Yes. Can they get to the conference final this year?
Wait, hold on. Can I interrupt you real quick?
Yeah,
Do you
go ahead,
think that if the Lakers were fully healthy,
not
a fucking soul in here would pick them to win except OG?
But again, so just walk me real quick. Conversations around these two teams changed throughout the season. like Jordan Woods and Byron, for example, had the Rockets beating the Lakers in the playoff series throughout this season, right? Later on, I think one or the other, then they flipped over to the other side, myself included, right? We're saying, the Lakers are probably winning the series because Luka's performing like this.
Yeah,
if
right.
he's like this, it would look like. But my point is that it flipped. So if they would think that, others would think it too, that the Rockets would probably still beat the Lakers and or vice versa. So my point is, it could be a conversation with those guys. With the Rockets
early
being,
in the year, yeah.
It can be a conversation with Luka and Reeves and LeBron if the Rockets were who they are today, 53 and 29, whatever the case may be. The point is, if you are playing without Luka and Reeves, right, and the Rockets are still that average team or that decent team, right, not like the Nuggets or not like the Spurs, not like OKC, are probably not as good as the Nuggets we think the Nuggets can be. At the end of the day, he is playing without his two running mates, or not even his running mates, because he got slided to the third option, guys, which Byron referenced, by the way, as well, behind Luka and Reeves. So then you come in as the number one option and you beat this decent to good team, right? That's what all the Rockets are. We're not saying the Rockets are, because you saying the Rockets are. We don't think the Rockets are just ass. Like, nobody here just think the Rockets are just like stinky. Like,
the other thing I think y'all are missing
don't,
is
nigga?
LeBron's ability as the number one option, like, initiator on the team has never, like, from 24 until they got Luka last year, it never went away. It got slotted differently. It never that shit never. That's the other thing too. Like, if we had, like, last year before Luka got there and LeBron as that player fell off, right?
What never went away?
Him as him playing at a certain level as initiator. Remember how we were talking about him last year before they got Luka, and even when they got Luka, he was still he was a second team All NBA player still. Like, he never that never went away. He got hurt to begin the year. He got slotted differently, but he just wasn't in that role anymore. That ability, we had never had a prolonged sample of saying he can't do this. We never had it.
Scoring or playmaking?
From 24 to now.
Scoring or playmaking?
Well,
wait, hold on. Scoring or playmaking?
All of it.
What's the point of even bring? So why do you have the Rockets winning this series in 5?
The point of me bringing that
never changed. Why do you have the Rockets winning in 5?
No. That's the point of me bringing it, because I don't think that's going to be enough. But the point of me bringing that up is, I don't think that level that he was in from 24 to last year when he was in that role, to even point to this year when he was in that role. Now, it was different because he never really was in that role this year, outside of these last few games, because he had Reeves and Luka there. But I don't think that level of player is going to be, if under how Byron described it, of them winning the series, is going to be that different than that level that he would play at to them win that series, if that makes sense. Like, I don't think Bron last year or Bron in 24 before they got Luka is different than the level of player that Byron is describing he would need to be at for them to win that series. So at that point, for me, it's like, why? Maybe for y'all, because he got slotted differently, you thought he couldn't still play at that level. I never thought that.
Are you indicating that Bron 2 years ago is the same Bron right now? Basically, what you're saying then, right?
I'm saying I don't think athletically he's the same. I don't think his jump shot is the same. I think just impact wise, I don't think the drop off is when he's in that number one role. Put it you that way. When he's in that number one role, I don't think the drop off. Like, what evidence do we have that the drop off is? You would have to show me the sample of games that we have that the drop off is there. We don't have it, because last year he was that 24 he was that. Last year he was that, if not better. Luka came. So he was sharing the ball with Luka. Him and Luka had several games where they averaged whatever plus together. He averaged 26 in the offs. This year he came in, he wasn't in the role anymore. So where's the sample of games where he wasn't that? So you have to show it to me.
So hold on, process before I circle back to you. I'm just trying to meet him or pick his brain a little bit more.
Mm-hmm.
You have the Rockets win this series in 5 as it stands right now. Especially the competition was added if Luka and Reeves is not playing in the series. By the way, from the Jeff T podcast perspective, a lot of y'all saying what's a convo. I sent the Jeff T video in the Discord chat and also in the Twitch chat. That's the convo. Now, if Bron is basically like can impact the game the same way 2 years ago, 3 years ago, right now, today in 2026 at age 41. Why do you have? Let me just see what you're going to say. Why do you have 18 Bron winning this series, but this version of Bron, who was still the same player 2-3 years ago, losing the series? Which is the easy answer. I just want to know. Like, just want to put you here.
Because he's the best player ever.
Best player ever, right?
Yeah.
So
and because he's the best player.
So your
ever,
argument basically is Bron averaging 27, 8, and 9, or 28 like Byron referenced, or throw out there that's just not good enough. Like that's just like okay, that's the shit that you see him doing still today. Like you still think he can do it on the regular anyway.
It's or no. Let me because I think he's not quite as good in 20 now as he was in 24. But I don't think the level for him to rise to get back to that level, that rise is not enough for me to trump how he rose to being the best player ever from where he was, or something that we haven't seen before in 2018 from where he was. I think that was to me that was a more impressive rise, especially since it was over the course of several series. If it was just one series, that's one thing. I mean, he averaged 35 all playoffs.
34.
Like
34
all playoffs on dumb efficiency as the number one option with nobody else around him. Nobody else the defense had the key on. That's more impressive to me to do that over an entire run than him rising back to how he was in 24 for one series. That's what I'm saying essentially.
But nobody else is around him though, and it's easy for the defense to key on him though.
You said what? But it's one series. It's one series against. It's one series. That's what I'm saying. It's one series. If it was a run, I would be with you. Him doing that for one series,
you're not being fair. Though. I hear you. I'm hearing you.
You're not being fair.
What's up, Bethany? What's
Man,
up, Bethany?
I would expect you to say that. I would expect you to say that out the gate, though.
Yeah,
like if you making it about the sample size, then you could have said that out the gate. You saying that after we didn't argue for 30 minutes.
The sample size
that's a clear.
Brother, maybe I phrased it differently. I said the same shit, brother. I said the whole 18 run. I said it several times.
Okay, he did.
No. You said the whole 18 run, but I'm saying you are focused in on way other caveats outside of it being a larger sample size.
Mm-hmm.
Like we didn't got.
That's true. That's true. He did that for
bro. If that was your main argument, like I'm consistently saying, hey, bro, it's the sample size. It is the sample size. It is the sample size. It's not his performance and nothing like that. It's the sample size. He did it for more than one series. Like I'm expecting you to drill that home.
Yeah, my fault. It is both. It is both. So that's my fault. I put it all in one. But yeah, because it's that level for that run. That's
I mean, but again,
separated it.
I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying from a sample size standpoint because I wouldn't. That's where I would lean more towards 18 a little bit if you add in the sample size.
Yeah.
But what I will say is, Braun as a number, I don't think Braun in a playoff series, I might add, a playoff series against a very good defensive team. No matter how much you think about what you think about the Rockets, they still a damn good. They still a very good defensive team. Mm-hmm. That very good defensive team is going to be able to key in on LeBron, who I'm not confident is still able to be an elite number one option at 41 years old.
There we go. Now we could
like that, bro. That is a tall mountain. That is a tall mountain to climb, bro.
But
that is an extremely tall mountain to climb.
The mountain is also made a little bit. It is not quite as tall as it would be if they were a better offensive team in their own right. Because I'm assuming you're thinking part of the reason that they can even potentially have this scenario of doing this is because of the Rockets and just who they are on offense and being able to being them not having good scheme, not having good coaching on that side of the ball, and them making mistakes and just from them being them.
Sure. All they flawed, they still flawed offensively, but they still light years a better team than this Laker team. They are galaxies better.
And that's probably the middle ground where I can meet you. If the Rockets perform at a certain level offensively and he's still able to go and do it, that's different for me. But if it's part him performing at the level you described, but then the only reason the other reason they're able to win as a result of that is the Rockets not performing to a certain level offensively, then it takes a little bit off of that from being top two in his career. But if he's overcoming if he's overcoming not only his own team's offense, but the other team being really good, like if this was the Nuggets, that's the better way to put it.
You can say every single team he went up against in 18 underperformed too. You can say they underperformed too.
Like who they were, like their identity. You're talking about?
Yeah. So what people expected, their identity, all of that. You can say all three of them teams underperformed.
Yeah, they swept.
Not the Celtics.
They swept the
not the
fucking
Celtics.
Rockets,
Not the Celtics. Not the Celtics. The Raptors, yeah. Not the Celtics.
Yeah,
not the Pacers.
They swept them niggas.
Yeah. The Raptors for sure. Not the Celtics. Not the Pacers. Who else did they face?
Just the Raptors.
The Raptors faced the Celtics.
Yeah. 2 out of 3 series. No, I can't give you that. I can give you that for the Raptors, not for the Celtics and Pacers, because them series shouldn't have went 7.
All right, what you about to say? Go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead.
My argument is, how the fuck can your GOAT be his second greatest moment in his career is winning a first-round series against the fucking Rockets. Like, come on, bro. Like, think about that.
Because he's 41.
Like, I don't care though. He's got 4 championships. He's done everything that you can do as an NBA GOAT, and I put that in quotation marks. You can't
Because everybody.
Hold on, Byron.
Go ahead.
You don't even got to go that deep into the responding to that deep. I think something great and impressive is two different things. Like, something can be more impressive, but something was more greater. If that makes sense. Does that make sense to y'all? Or
Right.
Like,
well, I mean,
but I think winning a championship is greater than anything. So I get what you guys
no. Stop.
And y'all did
In
poo
12,
13, by the way. Y'all did skip over 13. He brought that up.
That's what I'm saying.
I'm not mad. 13 is a good shout and an underrated shout. But again, in 12, you cannot tell me him doing what he did in 2012 because they won a championship would be more impressive than this.
First, it might not be.
And
more
Goose, you making
impressive,
about and Goose, but that's what I'm saying. Goose, you just made it end all be all with winning a championship.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, him winning his first championship is greater than him winning a first round series. If it's not impressive, okay, it's not more. You said it would be his.
That's the conversation. Though. Impressive part is the
it's impressive, not greater. Like, it's impressive.
Yeah, it's not.
It's a difference to me.
When I came in here, you said that this would be the second best moment in his career.
Second most impressive, bro. Like, yeah,
this is 4 or 5. This is 4 or 5. This is 4 or 5. It would be 4 or 5 for me.
I don't know, bro.
I would go 18 and 16.
I sent the video in the chat.
I would go 18 and 16. I'm taking 13, and I'm thinking about 07 versus the Pistons. Just as far as moments, I'm thinking about 07 versus the Pistons.
If he wins this series, are you taking any series that he did in 18 over this one? Let's just take one. Are you taking one of them over this series right here if he was to win it?
I say no.
That Boston series was fucking insane. That in that game 7 was probably.
But see, where I'm having a problem with you is like, it's like you're not trying to flip over the present day context of him being 41 and not being able to do what he did in 18.
No, and that's what I was about to address.
That's what I'm having an issue with.
That's what I was about to, and that's what I was trying to address with you before. I never thought, and this could be where we differ, and that's why you might not be wrong. It just depends on how you viewed him as a player, going into this. Me coming into this, I viewed him as just as a player. The drop off, I viewed him 24 to now. There's a drop off as a player, but he's still a certain like. If you would have asked me like, what
Jordan, you are picking 18 Braun to win this series because he is way more likely to be able to control, take over,
I don't know why you
and
keep
dominate.
going back to that though.
But
I don't know why you keep. I don't know why you keep going because he doesn't have.
I don't see how you even like.
I disagree with you there, Jordan. He's gonna need to turn back the clock to fucking that.
Not according to Byron. Byron said he averaged 27, 8, 9 in this series.
Nah, bro. He needs to be incredible for them to win this series.
Process. That's all I'm responding to. I'm responding to that. That's what Byron said.
No, but yeah, 27, 8, and 9. He don't. In my opinion, he don't have to average no 35.
You said 35 though, bro. 35 was wild, Jordan.
Like, he do not have to average no 35.
All right, maybe not 35, but he's got to be in the 30s, low 30s.
Byron disagrees, and that's what I'm saying.
Bro, I'm not saying it's crazy. All right, so I said 27, 8, 9, whatever like that. Cool. Yeah. But him turning that clock that you talking about, again, him being 24 Braun like that, I think this would be better than 24 Braun if he turned back the clock because, again, look who he is playing with.
Oh, you think it'll be better?
Yes, because look who he playing with.
Yes, 100%.
That's the point.
Yeah.
That is the whole point.
I agree with that.
Like, look at this team
around all of it. Like, who
if he's able to average 27, 8, and 9 on above average efficiency, on solid defense as a number one option with this supporting cast, that is better than 24.
Yeah, that's again, we can agree that it's better. Well, I think it'd be better. I think it'd be a tick better, not that much better. I think it'd be better. Because I think there's a trade-off between, you always have to factor in, just no matter how you view it and what the situation is, between there's benefits of being a number one and number two. That's the best way to put it. There's, in terms of like your numbers and shit and your efficiency, there's benefits to both. So I think it'd be better than 24, but simply being better than 20, him being at 24 level or a little better than 24 does not top them other ones for me. That's all I'm saying. Like,
he would have to be not on 18 level, but he would have to be at 2020 Braun level. to win this series.
And
And
I
he
think you
averaged, and
underestimated
he
how good
averaged,
that player. Whoa,
he
bro,
he
brother.
averaging. Look, he averaged around that in 2020.
Breaking news.
But that's when he had
We got breaking news. We got breaking.
but that's when he had AD next to him. So if he didn't
Yeah,
have
Probably
yeah,
AD,
the
but
he
AD
could
thing was
average
and
the
I
thing to
would,
stop the
I
combo.
know what I'm
Probably
saying.
let him go.
I'm saying around, but I'm saying like he would probably even have to be an uptick better than 2020 as well. And
see,
that's
you
and
losing
this
me. You losing me.
and this
You
around
losing me.
and this.
I think the level of player you describe this could be just difference in how we view the players. I think the level of player you're describing who he needs to be the series 2020. That's not touching 2020 caliber of player. That's maybe the numbers could be similar. That's not the same caliber player at all.
But wait,
At
Only
all.
reason,
Well, no,
wait, what?
but Jordan,
Only reason you saying that is probably because of the defensive side of the ball, I'm assuming. And he had way better supporting cast defensively.
You think if he performs at let me just make sure you think that no, because essentially what you're saying, let me ask you this first. What do you think the gap is? I know we're playing a semantic game. What do you think the gap is between the player you described, who he needs to be to win the series, and then him in 24? How big is that gap?
Hold on, let me rewind that because I think you kind of putting your own like thing on the player I described. I never even went deep into detail about the player like that you saying I described.
I'm saying
when did I describe it? I didn't describe nothing.
I'm saying you said he think he needs to be better than 24. You just said that, right?
Yeah. He needs to be better than 24. And I think this would be better if he averaged those numbers on very good efficiency. It would be better than 24 because of the supporting cast. The supporting cast, a good much. Because of the support and because of the supporting cast and because of the supporting cast. And again, and in terms of the impressive argument, because we getting away from it, tomorrow. It is way more impressive if he's able to do that as the number one option with this supporting cast.
Yeah.
Like it just is.
Like come on, like the supporting cast though. Like that's the biggest part of it. And the age.
That and the age, bro.
That supporting cast is going to have to perform a certain level. That supporting cast is going to have to perform at a certain level for that to matter him winning the series.
Well, yeah, sure, but that's cool. But it's going to still have to start with Braun being the elite number one option.
Yeah. No, for sure.
Don't move off your pivot, Jordan.
I'm with you though. They do have to perform. He
can't average 27-8. He can't. Where the nine coming from, my nigga? Like,
wait. That's what I'm saying. That's my point. But the players have to hit shots. They gotta step up and also win series. I'm with you.
Players gonna have to
Braun
too.
Hold on, yeah. Say it again.
Not no crazy numbers because it's the Rockets in their offense, but he's gonna have at least two guys who can. It doesn't have to be 20 guys that can give him reliable contributions across the series.
And how would those guys give reliable contributions? If LeBron's performing at a certain level as the number one option, because then the Rocket defense will have to change and shift more coverages to Bron and things like that. And then guys like Luke, Smart, and Rui will have easier opportunities to be able to perform because they guard those guys one-on-one, they guard Bron one-on-one. Then the Lakers 100% stand no chance. But if LeBron is commanding or 4 eyes, 6 eyes, or whatever the case may be, then they give those other guys more opportunity to perform. But Bron,
let me ask you a question.
That only happened if Bron performed at a certain level, though, offensively, which Byron is referencing.
For sure, which is why I have it as a top 4 moment ever in the career of LeBron James. You act like I'm saying something that's like
Well, for me, top 3, but I mean,
no, that's what I'm saying. Like, what made you reiterate that you would have a top 4 and not top 2?
Yeah, you didn't finish. What did you say?
What made you reiterate that? Yeah, you just said that. You didn't have nothing to back that up, but to say it again. You just said it again,
and you didn't say nothing.
Yeah, what is why?
No, I'm saying like all the reasons that's what I said. All the reasons that you guys just said. Like I think it's very impressive. All the reasons that
he said it's impressive. Yeah, but so what? It's not top 2.
Passes those other 3.
Yeah. Like, he's saying it's impressive, but so what? It's not top 2.
Still top 4 ever in the career of LeBron James. You know how impressive that is alone. It's LeBron James.
Look again. Now that's cool. That's cool. But again, that's
doing that weird shit, Jordan.
That's more that sounded like more of what you just did when you brought in the sample size late. Now you're just making it about, this is still impressive, y'all. I'm saying, folks, it's still impressive.
But I can rewind me saying that 8 times, brother. I said that 8 times.
Bruh.
It's still be impressive.
Of course, bro. But again, that goes without saying.
Yeah,
we know it's impressive. Like what?
We know it's
no,
impressive.
but I
Like
brought up the
nobody in here could be saying it's not impressive.
but I brought
That
up
goes without saying.
I brought up simply that it wasn't top 2 before. Like I've never said it. Oh, it's not top 5. It's not even sniffing. Like no, it wasn't top 2.
What's over? 8, 16, 18, and what?
18, 16, 13. Because 13 they weren't consensus to win that series.
You said my bad. You said 4, 5.
Before I said 4, 5, I'll go with 4. I'll go with it over the Detroit shit.
I can't get with this, man. Nobody expected. Bro, nobody expected Braun at 41 years old to be an elite number 1 option, and nobody's expecting Braun to even contribute on a certain end of the court consistently. And that's what they're gonna need him to do in order to win the series. And he did that, and he did. You were expecting him to do that in the 13.
And they weren't.
You were expecting him. You are expecting him. You were expecting him to do that.
Am I going crazy?
What are we talking about?
Yeah, okay, can I respond to it? One, they weren't consensus pick. They might not. I don't even know if they were the favorite.
I don't care about that. What were you expecting from Braun?
Yeah, the point is, you can expect certain things from Braun.
Do you want me to get there, brother? Can I get there?
I just really want
you expect? Did you expect when they fell down 10 points in Game 6 in 2013? You expect them to go Super Saiyan like that in front of them to win that game?
Bro, what year?
In 13 in Game 6, you expected that in that fourth quarter. You expected that.
Yes. Okay, nobody else was stepping up.
Got you. Next game, Game 7, he hit 6 threes. You expected that,
bro? 6 threes. 6 threes specifically, probably not. But at the end of the day, I was expecting LeBron to be the number 1 option.
Too.
No, bro, I'm expecting LeBron
because the defense. Because everyone's talking about how the defense was defending him. With his point,
and that's what I'm saying, though, Jordan. Listen, what I'm saying. I'm still expecting in 13 LeBron at the peak of his physical powers to still be an elite number 1 option and still be
zooming out
and still be. Hold on, you talking about my volume?
No, I'm talking about I'm talking about just the argument you're making is for what I'm saying is zooming out too far. Yeah, before the series started, I'm talking about in the moment of going into the fourth quarter of Game 6. Because we talking about the moment here.
But right. But all we can talk about right now is going into this Houston Rockets series because they haven't played yet. Mm-hmm. So going into that Spurs series, you was expecting Braun to probably be the best player in the series, number 1. And you was expecting, in terms to be specific, you was expecting him to be by far the number 1 option on the Miami Heat and be the best defensive player at the same time. Like carry them on both ends, be the foundation and be the floor raiser on both ends of the court. Whether or not they won it or not, that's a different conversation. But you were expecting him to rise and to be at a certain level on both ends of the court. You are not expecting that from Braun right now.
I didn't expect.
You're not expecting that from Braun right now.
You're right. I didn't expect what I saw in 13. I didn't expect what
that goes to the impressiveness, though, bro.
I didn't expect how I saw the end of 13 finals to play out either. I didn't expect that,
bro. But that's
from
cool.
That player. Bro, I did not expect what I saw. He improved. He went above what I expected.
Which one? All right, I'm gonna ask you this, and I think this should end it.
Yes, it should.
What do you think? What do you think was more? What would you expect more? What would you expect more for him to get to this level that we're talking about right now to win this series, or what he did back then? Which one did you expect more?
In Game 6, I would expect that more than what you were describing now. Game 7, fuck no. He beat them making all jump shots, brother.
Oh no way, Jordan, you're lying.
Fuck out of here. I'm going to work. The
point is, in 13, you can expect Braun to perform at a certain level more than you can right now.
No, you thought you had one. I broke it down with like actual nuance. No, I gave you in Game 6. Yes, I would have expected him to go Super Saiyan like he did. Before I would expect of him to perform across the series in the Rockets. I gave you that. You mad because I didn't give you both. I didn't give you Game 7.
What's the difference between Game 6 and 7? What the fuck?
The manner of how he did it, brother. In Game 7, he kicked their ass by making mostly jump shots, which is a knock on him, and that's why they defended him in that way. He converted.
So what? He was still a number 1 option, and you expecting him to be a number 1 option. So what? How he did it?
He got hot in the game from the outside.
You're being nasty because if Giannis scores 45 going to the rim every time, it's different than Giannis scoring 45 and making 10 threes. You're being nasty, brother. You're being nasty.
Bro, look what it's in comparison to.
That's nasty.
Look what it's in comparison to.
That's
Look what is the
disingenuous.
comparison to? No,
His
it's not being
skills at
disingenuous.
the
It's not being
time.
disingenuous. It's not being disingenuous, Jordan, because I'm comparing it to something. Was it impressive that Braun hit 6 threes? Absolutely. I'm comparing it to him being the number one elite option at 41 years old with this roster. That is more impressive than him hitting 6 threes in his prime. That's more impressive than him saying, okay, well, do the 2U thing and just be done with it then. Because you tripping.
Yeah.
Are you? My bad.
Yeah,
I'm on the
yeah. I don't
back
think
end.
it's. I don't think
But
it's. I
are
don't
you
think it's.
taking it?
Oh,
Are you
go ahead,
taking
Chad.
into
Go ahead, Chad.
we're taking into context that like during this season, roles change. Now he's gotten to revert back after a role change and him being older and him not being as good as he used to be, in my opinion.
Yeah.
And now he has to be that for this series to win at 40, what is he, 41,
Yeah.
42? Some shit.
Yeah, the role change. Yeah, I am taking into the role. I think I can't remember if it's first or second. I think the going back to a certain level thing matters more to me than the role change. I don't think the role change. I think adjusting to that role and playing in that role is harder for him than reverting back to the other role. Because he listen to the man himself. He said it himself. It's more natural for him to be in that other role. So I think that's natural to him. I think getting back to that is much more natural than him.
That can I didn't see what you know, you may be right. I didn't see what you're saying. But that, like, him saying that, like just him verbally saying that is cool. But the reality of it, where I think other people's coming from, bro, you can say whatever you want. He's not as good as he used to be. Like, you can talk and come out verbally, and you can say whatever you want. Like, shit, you can say that he's the best player in the world, but you're not. That the reality of it, you're not. Like, so I mean, he's not as good as he used to
But
be.
he's
I think
flipped.
that would make it impressive to me.
Yeah, for sure. But if you look at the season though, in the times where he's had to flip right back to that role, he's done it. Now you can say it's not as good as it was maybe a couple years ago. But as far as like him naturally performing at a high level, flipping right back to that role, it's been like that. Like, it hasn't been, oh, I need 5 games to get readjusted. No, he's done it right. So that's why the adjustment part of it I don't care as much about, because he's done that. Like, he's adjusted right back. So whatever.
Now I do think later in his career, we all know the jumper got better. So I'll you know what I mean, you could probably argue from that standpoint, as far as what I'm saying, he's not as good as he was. But reality is reality. Him physically, like the physical, like, he's still a big nigga. Like, he always been a big nigga. But all them being physically to go into this series, bro, is. I would be more. I would definitely be more shocked at him doing all that now than what he used to be, bro. That's just where I'm at with it. Now the jumper came along later in the career, so
then
you know
why
what I mean?
is it not? No, and I'm gonna go back to this. Then, by y'all logic, why is it not number 1? You can't get around that. By that logic, why is it not number 1?
Number 1 for the best moment.
Impressive
What did it
parts.
say? The best moment. What did it say?
Impressive moments. Why is it not number 1?
Because I would personally put. I wouldn't put this number 1. I wouldn't put this number 2 either. I said it in the chat. I seen T said what, top 2. I don't think it's top 2, but I think it has an argument for
No, I said
3.
top 3, brother.
Yeah, I think it has an argument for 3. I just wouldn't put it 3.
2016,
I
2018 or above.
got it.
Yeah,
I got it.
I'm going. Whatever 1 or 2, whatever. I'm going chip with Kyrie in 2018. That's stamped. I don't think it's top 2.
That's what I did.
Okay,
But I think
I'm not going 3. I got
at this point, this has a real shot for 3, bro. I'm just saying, it has a real good shot.
I agree, and I think Byron made good arguments. I think Byron made good arguments against 3. My 3.
Jordan, I think you just lied. I just think you just lied to us to save face on your argument, and I think that's ridiculous.
I've never done. Let me make something very clear to you. I don't have to. I'm gonna be disrespectful. Let me be clear. I've never done that, and I will never do that. I don't have to lie to save face about, because I'm not like some of you niggas. I don't mind being wrong. I don't mind being wrong or saying I'm wrong. Like, I don't need to lie to save face.
Okay, but let me just reiterate the question. You would expect LeBron to turn back the clock and win this series more than you expected him to perform the way he did in a Game 7 in 2013 in his fucking prime? Come on, dog.
Okay, bro. If you want to reduce what I just said to that, then that's cool. I laid out a lot. I laid out specific moment.
Bro,
That's
even
fine.
him hitting, bro. I don't care if you said. I don't care if he hit 8 threes, Jordan. He was in his prime.
He hit 5
I don't
threes.
care. I don't care.
You
And
act
LeBron was
like
a good.
you
And
ain't crazy.
LeBron was still a good 3-point shooter
Got you.
that,
And he was
that
going.
year.
And he was going against. He was going against the 2026 Houston Rockets too, right? He
Okay,
wasn't going against one of the best ever,
no,
right?
that's cool. No, what you saying? That's irrelevant because at the end of the day, that year,
Bro,
what
nah,
did Bron
that's relevant now.
and you tried to compare it to Giannis. Giannis has never shot 40% from three in his career. Bron, if I'm not mistaken, shot 40% from three that year.
On how many attempts? Again, you being
I don't
disingenuous.
care.
On how many
I don't
attempts?
care. He hit threes.
Bro, what?
He hit three. Jordan. He was
It can't be dead ass.
Jordan. Nobody three volume was high back then. What are you talking about?
Okay, bro.
Nobody three volume was high that year. Nobody. No, it was not a high volume shooting league that year. Back then. So what you bringing that
everybody
up?
averaged 1 point. How many 2-3 attempts per game?
He averaged. He averaged 3 and shot 40%. I'm sure.
Yeah.
Okay, bro.
MVP, top 2 defensive
My
player of the year,
point.
first
He was
team,
shooting.
NBA, first team
He was
All-Defensive.
shooting that year. He was hitting threes that year.
And he faced the 26 Rockets in that game, right?
Bro, I don't give a
in
fuck.
that series.
No, that don't.
The whole season.
Y'all telling me the competition don't matter. You can't.
Nah,
it's
but
like y'all not telling me.
But Jordan, the process question though, that's a good question about process. Not a good question, but bruh, you would expect Bron to perform at a certain level or reach a certain level or rise to a certain level, and that in his peak, in his prime, than what you expect right now from him to perform through a whole entire series at 41 against his Rockets team from a offensively and defensive standpoint.
That doesn't change the stakes, though. That doesn't change the stakes. It doesn't change the level of
Y'all are zooming.
competition.
Oh, sorry. And y'all keep zooming back out to before the series.
The
I'm talking about
pressure.
in the moment.
Like, what are we talking about? Nah, I'm a Jordan 1,000%. I might be further than Jordan. I typed 4 in the chat off the top of my head. 07, 13, 16, and 18.
I don't believe it's second. I don't believe
07,
it's
I
second.
had fringe Wes. I wasn't.
Wes, I don't believe it's second.
I said that they pushed back on me last
It's not even top 3.
They just and no. I want to and hold on real quick. I want to key in on one. I want to key in on
was
one.
a Spurs jump, wasn't it?
Yeah, no, that was the Pistons 25 straight. I want to key in on
man.
one thing.
I said the Pistons when they pushed back on me.
By y'all's logic, why is it not number 1? I really want to what's the answer to that?
I can't believe you keep asking that. Like I think Byron already.
Bro, I keep hearing y'all say the same exact thing. We obviously know what he did in 16. He did some shit in the finals. We've never
describe it. No, I got you. I want to hear
so
you
that's
describe
why
it.
we had that one.
He did some shit in 2018 I've never seen before. I'm not gonna lie.
Now the conversation is, would it be impressive, bro?
2018, he played like the greatest basketball
I need y'all to break down 16 for me.
I've never seen that shit before.
He's doing unprecedented things right now at this age. All we were saying is, if this nigga goes out there without his best player on his team, the second or third, the third best player on the team would be the second best creator or whatever the fuck, and goes out there with DeAndre Ayton, Marcus Smart, Luke Kennard, Rui Hachimura, and them niggas, and goes out there and takes this team and wins a series against this team who has the talent gap on them and the athletic gap on them. Averages 27, 8, and 9. That could be a top 2 moment. That's all it is, bro. That's all it is. I don't know why niggas make it harder than it gotta be, bro.
Y'all told me the comp in 13 don't matter, but then you want to bring up the comp in 16 as one of the main parts of the argument.
13's above this one for me too.
How's that fair? No, somebody answer that.
We just switching it up to make it seem like it fit.
Real quick. Listeners, because y'all listening, y'all are enjoying the combo. I even heard Alex said it's not even top 5, and Wes said not even top 4.
Wes had 4 above.
Yeah, not even top 4. So hold on, real quick. YouTube and Twitch. I reached my time, but I will be present in Discord and Open Talks. I will be present in Open Talks, y'all. So please, I'm dropping the Discord link in the chat on YouTube and Twitch right now for y'all to come on and listen, because we are not moving on. Shaq wants to move on. No, I'm not moving on. I pulled out my back pocket like 2 o'clock because I knew it would spark off something like this, and I read my good Caribbean sister mind. I would have said to him, but Byron would have got mad. She tried to drag the show out a little bit, so I pulled it out of my back pocket and dragged that out a little bit with that conversation. This will continue in Open Talks. Again, this will continue in open talk. Just move there right now. I dropped the link in the Discord and YouTube. And also come through the Discord to watch the games tonight. Magic, Sixers, Clippers, Warriors, playing basketball. But I do want to hear y'all continue this comment. I'm going to open talks right now. Thank y'all for all the support.